Okay, most of you guys know my favorite team in the world is Liverpool. I got into football like really late, but man, that heartbreaking 2014 title race season was what sealed me in as a Liverpool fan. And hey, Daniel Sturridge is still probably my favorite player of all time. But at that time, there was another player that truly made me fall in love with football, helped make me a football fan. And that player is Lionel Messi. There'll probably never be anyone like him ever again. But I watched every Barcelona game I could at that time, and kind of inadvertently, I became a fan. Now, not as much as Liverpool, I'll admit, but even after Messi's exit from the club, I still remain a fan of Barcelona. And man, there's been some rough years since Messi left, but this year here could be a turning point. At the time of recording this, nothing is decided yet, but Hansi Flick has done a great job in his first season. So that has inspired me today to see if I can do what Hansi Flick has done and maybe take it even further. So I am becoming the manager of Barcelona, and I will not stop until I win Barcelona another Champions League trophy. It's been almost 10 years. I think I can change that. So of course, drop a like down below, and I say we get right into it. All right, so first things first, let's see what we're working with here at Barcelona. A team that is currently sitting in first at the time of recording this. They're in the Champions League semis. It's a very strong team, and that translates well to FC. With players like Lewandowski, Dani Olmo, Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, I think obviously we have a good chance of winning the Champions League. But maybe the most important factor, whether we do or not, is actually my tactics with this team. Which you're gonna see, they changed a lot throughout this entire video. There's been many iterations of Tyztir ball at Barcelona. But we decided to start with something that Hansi Flick was using, a 4-2-3-1 basically, with Pedri and De Jong as the two midfielders, Olmo as a cam, and then Lewandowski is a false 9. So pretty much starting with something that Hansi Flick is playing with in real life. So my question is this gonna work in FC? Well, we're gonna find out here, as our first game of the season is versus Valencia away. You know, definitely not the easiest of matchups, but should be a chance for me to get a win in my first game as Barcelona manager. Now, I'm still nervous about these tactics, but I believe in this team, so I'm not gonna tweak things too much yet. And hey, first goal of the video maybe is a sign that I don't need to change things too much, as De Jong plays it to Lamine Yamal, and that's gonna be the first goal of the video. Scored by probably the most important player of this entire team, the heir to the Barcelona throne. Yamal is so good. I really want to make him a focal point of this attack, and this first goal is a great start at that. Now, I'm going to be honest, the player I do have questions about is Robert Lewandowski. In real life, he's so good, but does that translate to FC? In the past, for me, it kind of hasn't. But in this first game, he put a lot of my worries to bed, as Dani Olmo plays a good pass, Lewandowski, good touch, and that is a tidy finish from Robert Lewandowski. He might be my biggest question mark in the team, but as long as he's scoring, connecting the wingers, he still should be great for me. He still should be great. And with those two goals, that's going to be a win in my first game as manager. Valencia really didn't threaten us too much. Defense played a solid game, and hey, that's not a bad start to the Tyztir era at Barcelona. And now here comes though the first tactic change. Even after a win, I feel like Lewandowski was not getting the attack as much, so I changed him from false 9 over to poacher, which is not his best role, but I want him to be like the actual leading player in the attack. Basically just want him more forward. So that takes us into game 2, the first Champions League game of the season. We take a trip to France to face Monaco. Now I was excited. I thought moving to Lewandowski to poacher, that was really going to unlock our attack, and like we were going to score maybe 3 or 4 goals this game. We were feeling so confident, and Lamine Yamal actually had the best chance of the game. It's actually a great save in the 8th minute, but that was actually the only chance of the game for us. This was an absolute boring 0-0 draw for our first Champions League match. So I mean, defensively, I like how things are going, but these tactics are starting to give me a headache. You know, something about the team just didn't feel right. I was not getting the best out of Dani Olmo. I was not getting the best out of Rafinha, Lewandowski, Yamal. So it bothered me enough to entirely switch our formation to a 4-3-3. Now, I still wanted Dani Olmo to be there as a number 10, so we're playing a 4-3-3 attack. I do not like not having a CDM, especially for like Barcelona DNA purposes, but I'm hoping this unlocks our attack more. So into the next game was probably the worst game to test out my new tactics, my new formation, as it is the first El Clasico of the video. We are facing Real Madrid away. I mean, it's definitely a bold call to change formation, change stuff, you know, before a game like this. But you know what? From the beginning, the changes actually worked, as we have some nice ball movement here, some nice passing that leads to Koundé playing in Lamine Yamal, and the young superstar scores the first goal of this El Clasico. I mean, scoring at the Bernabeu, celebrating in front of the Real Madrid fans. Messi would be proud, Lamine. So a great start, and I'm thinking I'm a genius. No, these tactics are working beautifully. And what's crazy is only a few minutes later, Lewandowski plays a great over-the-top through ball to Lamine Yamal, and he's got another one at the Bernabeu. 43rd minute, this first half has been all Barcelona. It's 2-0. I mean, if there ever was going to be a next Messi, a Messi-like player in terms of status, this game is a sign that maybe Lamine Yamal can be that player. So in all honesty, that was a perfect first half. I thought I figured this team out, but actually before halftime, Real Madrid get a chance here, and man, you can't let a home team score like this right before halftime. You just can't do it. Kylian Mbappe scores to make it 2-1. So we enter halftime, and now Real Madrid have life in this game. So then after that, only 2 minutes into the second half, Vinny plays to Mbappe, and Mbappe gets an easy finish, and all of a sudden this game is tied up. And I'm getting nervous on the sidelines. I'm feeling nervous. All of a sudden they have turned it up, and they are cutting apart our defense. You know, I'd like to say that we bounced back, you know, we took the lead back, but unfortunately that's just not what happened. As man, that is an unfortunate bounce from Araujo's good tackle, but it's going to be in the back of the net again by Mr. Kylian Mbappe. So they've turned this around from 2-0 to 3-2 now to them. And we just had no answer for Madrid written this game, like no answer in the second half. 65th minute, Mbappe is going to get another one to make it 4-2. We just completely crumbled this game. We lost control of it, and that's how it ended. So Mbappe scores 4 against me. And our first El Clasico started off so well, but it ends in disaster. Now, I still had faith in these tactics, so I don't want to change things for the next game. I feel like we needed to stick with something and actually like see it out. So next game, no tactic change versus Espanyol. And hey, only 6 minutes in, the team looks like they want revenge. A bounce back after that, embarrassing loss, and Rafinha scores the first goal of the game. So a nice bounce back, a nice little response after that, just Real Madrid humiliation. But man, the problems still exist for me right now in these tactics. I don't know why. Espanyol, it's not even that good of a move, really. He just turns, shoots, and then Ter Stegen can't save it. I mean, that might be Ter Stegen's fault. I'm not sure, but he's gonna tie it up to make it 1-1. And I don't want to point fingers, but Ter Stegen, you gotta save that one. So again, we lose control of the game a little bit, and it took us all the way to the 77th minute. Rafinha goes for a shot. It's blocked out to Balde, then Balde to Pedri, back to Rafinha, and that's gonna be 2-1. Rafinha scores his second goal of the game, and I'm just hoping that goal allows us to win this game, you know, stop Espanyol scoring, because we need this win badly for morale. Final 5 minutes, Rafinha goes to Frenkie de Jong, back to Rafinha, and this has been the Rafinha match. So he scores a hat trick to seal the win versus Espanyol in a bounce back game. I mean, other than Ter Stegen's mistake, this was just a really good performance by the team, and that gave me more confidence, you know, to stick with these tactics, not change anything right now. So next up, we're now in November. We're playing Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League. I mean, we can see Rafinha bottom left is playing well. You know, that's no surprise for Rafinha. Now, going away to the Signal Iduna Park is never easy, but I mean, I guess when you're maybe the best winger in the world at 17, that does not matter though, as Lamine Yamal is going to score the first goal of the game in the 48th minute. I mean, the composure and confidence of this kid so young is so insane. So a nice start for us in Germany. And this was actually kind of a slow game, and all the way to the 87th minute, it's still just 1-0 to us. Our defense played great. They shut out Dortmund. And then 88th minute, Dani Olmo to Robert Lewandowski, and that's a solid finish to seal the win for us in this one. As Lewandowski doesn't want to celebrate, he just wants to run in a random direction. But okay, clean sheet, 2-0 win. I will take that in the Champions League. So it feels like we bounced back from that humiliating Real Madrid loss. And now we are at the midway point of this season. So 18 games in, we're actually in first place on 44 points. And it's kind of funny. Real Madrid, despite beating us so badly, they're all the way down in 5th with 32 points. And then Champions League, we're sitting in 5th after 6 games. So, you know, despite a few shaky results, despite that Real Madrid game, it's actually been a great start to the season for us. Lewandowski has 17 goals. Rafinha has 12. Lamine Yamal, 10 and 11. That's so good, having that double-digit goals and assists already this season. So I guess the simming has been kind to us. But now that the transfer window is opened, I feel like I needed some goal-scoring punch on the bench. So I was looking at Julian Alvarez, you know, Duran, even players like Christopher Nkunku, but we landed on Jonathan David from Lille. Now I'm looking for a striker who's okay with being on the bench for this year, then maybe next year becoming a starter over Lewandowski. So 52 million to Lille got that offer accepted for Jonathan David. And then in contract negotiations, he accepted an important squad role, so he knows he's not going to be the everyday starter. And he's completely fine with that. So Jonathan David becomes our first signing of the video. He's such a solid and versatile striker, so we now have a backup for Lewandowski, you know, whether it's stamina issues or injury issues, we are covered much better at striker. So Jonathan David, welcome to Barcelona. Now the next game he's going to get his debut, but he's not going to start. It's actually the Supercopa final. We're facing Mallorca, so no Real Madrid here. Now Supercopa is a nice trophy, but it's obviously not a major trophy, but it's still a chance for me to lift my first silverware at Barcelona. So we are taking this very, very seriously. Now in saying that, 22nd minute, Mallorca are going to make this a game, as they're going to score first, actually. I mean, really, it's a defensive mix-up where Balde's out of position, and then Kubarsi can't really go over enough, and they shockingly score the first goal in this cup final. And that was a nerve-wracking start. I did not like how we played there. Losing to Mallorca would be embarrassing. So when this team needed a response, I mean, who other than Lamine Yamal to have the response? And hey, I'll say it, the Messi comparisons are a given with Lamine Yamal, but this finish is very, very Messi-like. Just the skill and precision to basically pass it in the back of the net there is what it took to make this game 1-1. And all right, back on our feet, let's try and take control of the game now. So 35th minute, and boys, I said take control of the game, not lose control again. I mean, it's another defender just getting out of position. Araujo can't cover it fast enough, and Mallorca actually make it 2-1 in the 37th minute. So again, we need a response. Lewandowski's gonna play through ball to Dani Olmo. He gets a free run at goal, and that's a good finish from Dani Olmo. We needed that to make it 2-2. So 52nd minute, this is tied up again. Can we actually take control of the game now, though? That takes us to a corner in the 67th minute. The cross is played in. Kubarsi, it falls actually in front of his feet, and Kubarsi, that's a solid finish under pressure that came out of nowhere, and the youngster makes it 3-2 for us. For me in this team, Kubarsi has become the regular starter alongside Araujo, so there have been some growing pains defensively, you know, being an 80-rated center back on ultimate difficulty, but man, that's a big goal for him. That's a really big goal. So 3-2 all the way into the 89th minute. De Jong over to Pedri, swings to Balde, and Dani Olmo plays in our new signing. Look who scores the sealing goal. It's Jonathan David on the field for Lewandowski. On his debut, scores the sealing goal for us to win the Supercopa final. Now that's how you make an impression on your new team and your new teammates. So super sub Jonathan David strikes, and it won't be the last time in this video that he does that. But 4-2 is going to be the ending scoreline. So we beat Mallorca. We win the Super Copa final. You know, our first bit of minor silverware this year. Now, honestly, it was a little nervy being that close to a team like Mallorca, but at the end of the day, we got it done. That trophy is so bright. I don't know what's up with that trophy. It's opening like a portal to another dimension, but our first trophy of the video, I will take it. But man, conceding 2 goals versus Mallorca forced me to make one change to our tactics here. That might be the most important change that I made, despite it being so small. And that is putting Frankie de Jong in the holding CDM role. I really wanted to play with box-to-box mids, but I feel like I needed someone to stay back, and de Jong was the one chosen to play that role. Now, I'll be honest, this change might have actually saved our season. Now, next game, though, we're actually facing Real Sociedad, and at the time of this game, it was first versus second. The best offense versus the best defense in the league. So match day 25, it's still early, but it's first versus second. And I feel like immediately I felt a shift in this team. But man, it did take us all the way to the 83rd minute to finally get a good chance here. Lamine Yamal is searching, looking for a pass. He's gonna find Jonathan David, and look who it is again, scoring a big late goal for us. Only his second game for Barcelona, and he has scored 2 late winners for us. I mean, I said it, this man's gonna strike again, and he will for the rest of the video. Great pass by Lamine, but that's a good finish from our new signing. And that chance is what it took to beat a really good Sociedad team. They were so good defensively, but that one chance we took, and as we're in first, we beat the second place team. So we're doing great in La Liga, but now it's time for the Champions League round of 16. We ended up finishing 4th in the league phase, so a solid finish for us. We skipped the playoff round, but immediately round of 16, we have a tough matchup. We're facing AC Milan. So from the jump in the knockout round, it's going to be a tight matchup. Now for this video, we're going to sim the first legs and play the second legs of all the Champions League ties. So first leg was simmed, and it was actually a 2-2 draw in Milan. Lewandowski and also Pedri scoring our goals. So now second leg coming back to Barcelona. From here on out in these Champions League ties, our season is on the line. And I'm hoping the players understand that. And I mean, 60 minutes in, they might have got the message. As Lamine Yamal is going to play a great pass over to Dani Olmo, and that outside the boot finish might be one of the best goals of the video so far. That was some skill and technique from Dani Olmo. Under pressure, that's just a great finish. Now, 26th minute, we're into Lewandowski here, into Dani Olmo. We're going to find Rafinha, and we are just cutting apart this AC Milan defense. Finding the holes, Rafinha's going to score in the 29th minute. And man, we had a great start of this game, and AC Milan really can never recover from that. So that was the only 2 goals of the game. We beat them 2-0, so 4-2 on aggregate. And first test in round of 16, we beat AC Milan. Now that gave us a lot of confidence, but man, that confidence is about to be tested. We now face PSG in the Champions League quarterfinals. You know, currently one of the best teams in the world, and it's probably no different in the game. First leg at home is going to be only a 1-1 draw, so we now head to Paris to play the second leg. And man, for this team this year, this place is a fortress. So coming into it, we were very worried here, but 8 minutes in, those worries were, you know, put to rest a little bit as Balde plays it to Rafinha into Robert Lewandowski. What a finish in the 10th minute. He's going to make it 1-0 and 2-1 on aggregate already. So I'm kind of thinking, is this going to be like AC Milan where we score early and then just run away with the game? Let me answer that pretty quickly here. Absolutely not. This game was absolutely insane as Ramos plays it to Dembele, and they're going to score and immediately tie this game up in the 14th minute. Dembele scores against his former team. You probably love that one. But yeah, the first 15 minutes are a sign of how this game's going to go. Now, all the way into the 55th minute, PSG have a good chance here, and Hakimi is going to put it past Ter Stegen. I mean, is that Ter Stegen's fault? I'm not sure. I feel like it was probably just a good shot, like a quick pop shot from Hakimi. So 35 minutes left, and we're now down a goal in Paris. So immediately, I brought on the super sub, Jonathan David, on for Robert Lewandowski. I felt like to deal with this PSG team, we just need more pace. And I'll be honest, things were not looking good, but 77th minute, Lamine Yamal is going to play a through ball to the super sub, Jonathan David. And look who has delivered again from the bench. It's Jonathan David. 78th minute, it's going to be 3-3 on aggregate. And just like that, we are back in this game. Now, this goal was scored in the 80th minute, but guess what? It went all the way to extra time. And then beyond that into penalties, no team could score. Both teams were tired to turn into a sloppy game. So here in the Champions League quarterfinals, penalties will decide who goes through. And here starts probably an instant classic Champions League penalty shootout. First penalty, Gonzalo Ramos puts it past Ter Stegen. Man, I really wanted that one. We were so close to saving it. So the super sub, Jonathan David, steps up, and he's going to score his penalty at least. So it's 1-1. And man, when I tell you that no one was missing in this shootout, I mean no one was missing. Now, I should actually, you know, change that for this penalty here, as Rafinha is going to miss after Kvara scores. So a chance for PSG to really take control of this penalty shootout. But Ter Stegen comes up big and saves it and gives us a chance to tie it up again, which Lamine Yamal steps up, and he is going to tie this penalty shootout up. Now, here is when literally no one missed for the next, like, I think 5 penalties. Just over and over again, people scoring, people not missing, keepers unable to make some saves. So we got all the way to the score of being 7-7 in this shootout. PSG score, Balde is going to step up. Balde is going to score 2, so it's 8-8. Then steps up Lucas Hernandez, which his penalty is going to be saved. That was the slowest penalty of all time, but Ter Stegen saves it. it. And now Kubarsi, the youngster, has a chance to send us to the Champions League semis. The center back with a nervous, slow run up, but he is gonna put it past Donnarumma. And somehow in Paris, we have taken down PSG. Man, what a game. What a penalty shootout. There were so many moments in this game where I thought we were done, but the team showed a lot of fight here, showed a lot of heart, and we move on to the Champions League semis, taking down one of the best teams in the world. So in the semifinals, it's going to be Barcelona, Liverpool, Real Madrid, and also Bayern Munich. So of course, me being a Liverpool fan, I got Liverpool in the semis, of course. So my two favorite teams now face each other. First leg is going to be actually a 2-1 loss at Anfield. So Liverpool take control of this semifinal. And man, after that PSG matchup, looks like we're in store for another tense and dramatic matchup. At home though, a 1-goal deficit is not too bad. It's not too bad. So I think we still have a solid chance here, a solid chance. So 35 minutes go by and no goals are scored just yet, but Dani Olmo is going to play it into Lewandowski. This might be one of the best goals of the video now. This skill just absolutely destroyed the Liverpool defense. And man, what a play by Robert Lewandowski. That was a little bit nasty from him. And a huge goal to tie this up early on. Now, an absolute turning point in this game. 40th minute, Salah's going to play to Jota, who's in on goal, and Kubarsi goes for a little bit of a reckless challenge, and he's actually going to get sent off with a straight red card. Now, I'll be honest, I don't think this is a red, although he did take out a player that was in on goal. I mean, okay, it's arguable, but I don't think that was a clear red. And obviously my frustration was directed at the referee on the sideline, but I knew I couldn't change the call. Kubarsi was sent off. So I decided to take off Dani Olmo for Martinez at center back. So basically we're playing without a cam, and immediately it showed the man advantage was working for Liverpool, as Salah's going to score here in the box to restore Liverpool's 1-goal lead. Here is where I felt things just slipping away into the distance, slowly fading away. And honestly, I started thinking about next season, and that was only confirmed further in the 54th minute as Jota makes a good run here into Trent, Jota, Salah. They are just absolutely cutting us apart with that extra man. And Gakpo's going to score, and he's going to do the Messi celebration at the Camp Nou. Like, what is that? So that's going to make it 4-2 to Liverpool with only 40 minutes left. Now, I was about to start packing things up. You know, what am I eating for dinner? I'm starting to think about tonight. But all of a sudden, the team on the field showed me something, as instantly after they scored, Rafinha plays it into Lewandowski, and he is going to get one back in only the 59th minute. So just like that, 3-4, it's game on again. Can us being down to 10 men really make a comeback here? 68th minute, the answer to that question seems like it's going to be yes. 72nd minute, we're trying to work this ball around here. De Jong over to Pedri, into Lewandowski. Lamine Yamal gets it back to Robert Lewandowski, and 73rd minute, we have tied this up at 4-4, down to 10 men. What a finish from Robert Lewandowski. I mean, not gonna lie right now, what we're doing here is special in the Champions League. This is a special Champions League night. But man, Liverpool, they keep getting these little advantages, and it's gonna be another goal for them scored. And this is actually in extra time in the 99th minute. So Darwin Nunez once again restores their 1-goal advantage in this game. And after that goal, I felt the time for it. Jonathan David, super sub on for Robert Lewandowski. You know, I looked down my bench and I saw Jonathan David. I saw his eyes. I could tell that he wanted to get on this field and make an impact in this game, as 105th minute, Lamine Yamal plays it up to Jonathan David, and he is going to score another late goal for us. This time though, he's going to tie it up to give us life again. Bro, it's like every time I bring him on, he scores a late goal. This man is just magic. Arne Slot completely frustrated with that one. You know, it's probably stamina related to their defense. Both teams are just so tired. Can someone just figure this out before penalties? Well, 117th minute, probably due to some stamina and a loss of focus, Balde steals it, and he's going to get a free shot at Alisson, and Balde is not going to miss. That is simply just one player wanting it more than the other, and Balde has just scored the biggest goal of our season to date. And you know what? That was the final action of the game. So the game ends 6-5 to Barcelona, and we have made a historic Champions League comeback, and what's going to be probably an instant classic Champions League game. Now, down to 10 men, I almost couldn't believe we did it. The PSG game was stressful enough, but this game here just shows the resolve of the team. So with that, we have put ourselves in the Champions League final in year one. I mean, back-to-back performances like that, it's hard to say we don't deserve it. Now, you probably saw there who we might be facing in the final. Yeah, there's a chance it could be who you think it is. Now, speaking of them, we actually have the El Clasico up next in the league again. Now, currently we're on 75 points from first, but Real Sociedad on 75, Atletico Madrid 73, and Real Madrid 72. So this table is extremely close again, and this is a game that really could decide the league maybe. Now, that previous El Clasico loss, I was looking for revenge. I was looking for redemption, something. I was so ready to take down this Real Madrid team finally, but man, 36th minute in, Rodrigo takes a quick shot, and Real Madrid score first in this game. I don't know what it is about this video against Real Madrid. Every single time it's been torturous to play this team, as Mbappe makes it 2-0 in the 42nd minute. I simply have no answer for them. Bro, I was better off handing the control to my dog and seeing if she could play better here for me, because 53rd minute, Mbappe is going to score again. Like, what kind of finish is that? I know it's ultimate difficulty, but still, what kind of shot is that for that much power? Now, literally, once again, I had no answer. Tyztir. That's how the game ended, 3-0 to Real Madrid. Just absolutely slapped again. And I got no answer for them. Now, despite that loss, we're actually still in first place with the game at hand on 75 points. But at this point, it's a 4-way title race. And what's crazy is our next game, we actually drew. So we still have a game at hand, but we're still 2 points off Real Madrid now with 3 games left of the year. Now, thankfully, we had a bounce back win in the next game. So 36 games, we sit on 79 points. If we win our final 2 games, no one can catch us. We will be La Liga champions. So despite all the up and down games, you know, the losses to Real Madrid, the title is still in our hands here. So second to last game of the year, we're facing Mallorca away. They gave us trouble in that Supercopa final, but man, this time around, our team, our boys, you could say they understood the assignment. 35th minute, Lewandowski, easy finish, easy chance, and our boy is just not gonna miss that one. Now, 39th minute, Lewandowski gets another chance from a great through ball from Dani Olmo, and once again, he's not gonna miss. He's got experience. He knows how big this game is. He knows how to step up in these big ones. And this just continued for the rest of the game. Lewandowski is gonna play it to Dani Olmo, Balde, Lewandowski, back to Lamine Yamal. That is a beautiful move of football. And that's going to make it 3-0 early on in the first half for Barcelona. And man, second half, it just continued. This might be some of the cleanest football we played in this video, but Rafinha is going to make it 4-0 from a pass from Lamine Yamal. Now, 78th minute, probably my favorite goal we've scored, or one of the favorites here. Rafinha, Lewandowski, good play there. And then a through ball to Lamine Yamal, first time finish. I mean, once again, that is just beautiful, beautiful football from Barcelona. So 4-0, and now a chance to make it 5 as Lamine Yamal, almost the same chance here. He is going to score again to make it 5-0 for us. And you probably thought that was the last goal of the game, but if you did, you are wrong. We actually scored another one in this one. Now, Rafinha absolutely destroyed this guy with that touch. That was disgusting from Rafinha. And then Lewandowski, a veteran finish, a clean finish. So second to last game of the year, we are going to win 6-0 to put us in pole position on the final day to win La Liga. So there you can see it. 37 games in, we're on 82 points. A win on the final match day wins us the league. But man, it was going to be a tough one away to Bilbao. And playing against this team in this stadium is never easy. But I'll say it again, these boys, they understood the assignment. Balde scoring a similar goal that he did versus Liverpool, just cutting inside. That's a dangerous spot for him to be in. So 25th minute, we have a very good start. And honestly, Bilbao just weren't enough to handle us this game. I mean, they weren't playing for anything, as we are playing for the league title, and our boys knew it. 48th minute, of course, it had to be Lamine Yamal scoring probably his best goal of the video so far. Just cuts inside, left foot finesse right into the corner. So Lamine Yamal makes it 2-0 to Barca, and that's going to be enough for us to win La Liga and win the league title. Man, so some slippery results facing Real Madrid. Those 2 losses were huge, but still not enough to shake our title winning DNA, as these last 2 games showed that we know what it takes to get it done. So Ter Stegen's gonna lift the La Liga trophy. So we have confirmed what Hansi Flick is trying to do in real life, you know, confirm the league title for Barcelona. It's a great achievement. This team played so well all year in the league, but we still have 1 more game left this season. The trophy we want the most, it's been 10 years, the Champions League trophy. Now, final confirmation, we finished first, 3 points above Real Madrid, and we scored 90 goals, so we actually had the best offense in the league. So trophies this year, obviously we won the Supercopa as well. Copa de España went to Real Madrid, so both of us won a trophy this year, and now we have to fight for, the Champions League trophy. We are facing Real Madrid in the final. It just had to be. So we gotta face a team that has destroyed me in this video so far. Final stats, so Lewandowski scored 34 goals. What a season for him. You know, that's kind of mirroring real life a little bit. Rafinha 28-9, Dani Olmo 17-22, Lamine Yamal 14-17, and then we can't forget Jonathan David, 10 goals in 13 games. What a super sub he has been. Man, our scoring is so balanced. I love to see that. And now, before the Champions League final was played, there was the Manager of the Season award show, where I, in my first season as Barca manager, was invited. And hey, I wasn't just invited, I actually won the award. So Tyztir wins Manager of the Year. You know, a sign that maybe I could take this team to the top of European football, world football. Now, what sucks for us, though, in this Champions League final, Cabarsi has a red card, so we can't play from that red card versus Liverpool. So we're going to miss him. But other than that, I believe our team is ready for this Champions League final versus Real Madrid. So, Champions League final against a team that I have not beat so far in this video. A team that has basically trashed me for most of the time. To achieve our goal of making Barcelona the best team in the world, we just need 1 more final win. A win to secure that Champions League trophy. So this is it. This team has absolutely tortured me. Every time I played against them, I've absolutely hated it. Can I get revenge? Can I get just 1 win against them? It'd be the biggest win of them all. All we need is just 1. Dani Olmo, Lewandowski, over to Lamine. This could be a really good start, but Courtois makes an amazing save. And we got to score against this team. We got to score quick, too. Gonna let them control the game. Pedri over to Araujo. I don't like any of these passes. Go back to Rafinha. Rafinha, that touch is beautiful. Cross up. Lewandowski not going to reach him. Okay, De Jong is actually going to control this over Mbappe. All day to Lewandowski. Back to Lamine Yamal. Same chance, and Lamine Yamal is not going to miss this time. The star man of this team, 11 minutes in, makes it 1-0 to Barcelona. All right, that is exactly what we needed there. Lewandowski, great turn. And Lamine Yamal, great finish too, though. Yeah, Courtois, save that this time. Save that. Our defense needs to lock in 100% here. We have a 1-goal lead. We can't lose it. Koundé, win that. Koundé. No, that's going to bounce off Vinny, bro. That cannot happen. Whoa, Vinny. What kind of pass is that? Courtois gets it. Oh my. Oh my. No, Lewandowski, you could have got that. What are they doing? Rafinha from the halfway line. Why not? That is going to loft over. And okay, Courtois is already back. I had to try that. I had to try it. Rafinha now is in a good spot, but needs help. Rafinha to Lamine. Lamine. Hold it, wait for it, Danny Olmo. No, Lamine, that ball was not great to Danny Olmo. That was a horrible pass. And Koundé versus Vinny is going to be a key matchup in this game. And so far, Vinny looks so dangerous. That cross, though, bad. Pedri, good clearance. Lamine doesn't quite get to it, though. Oh, no, Araujo, Vinny. No. Oh, Araujo gets it. Oh, that could have been so bad. We got lucky. Araujo makes the interception. Now, Frankie, you got options here. Waiting for the right one. Lamine is the right one. Lamine is in again. Lamine Yamal has got 2 in the Champions League final. If there's one player on our team that can score against Real Madrid, it's Lamine Yamal, apparently. Frankie de Jong's patience finds the perfectly timed ball, gives him the space he needs, and that is a nice finesse shot finish. All right, 2-goal lead. We cannot mess this up now. We cannot mess it up. Defense still needs to stay locked in. Mendy, cross over to Vinny. Vinny, oh my, Araujo. That's another important tackle. A tackle that we needed. Now, okay, Ter Stegen, please. Ter Stegen, thank you. You know what? That's actually a really good ball, but oh, Rafinha got pushed over by Carvajal there. And a 2-goal lead versus team does not feel safe at all. It feels like a half-goal lead if that was a thing. Okay, apparently Rafinha is hurt, so that's not good. I don't know when that happened, but halftime it is 2-0 to us. Now, is Rafinha still hurt? Rafinha is not hurt. Okay, so halftime you ran it off, so that's good. We are fully healthy. We got 45 minutes left here. If we play our game, this is totally our final to win. This campaign has been so treacherous. We need to win this, bro. Pedri over to Frankie de Jong. Play to Koundé. Now spread the field a little bit. Koundé into Olmo. Oh, Lamine Yamal was so in there. Wait, okay, Danny Olmo steals it. Try this again. Danny Olmo. Good touch there. Gonna fire it to Lewandowski, but man, they defended that pretty well. And now they have a chance, which Martinez is not as quick. That's an interesting crossover. Vinny is gonna go for a volley, and thankfully that goes wide. Yeah, I got a little bit scared there with that shot. Right, Danny Olmo's gonna play to Balde. Balde is gonna head it. Balde, you gotta win that, bro. We gotta win that. I shouldn't have played it though. Just trying to pressure, and I don't want to give the ball up in a bad spot and make a mistake. Rafinha, that's a mistake. Steals it. Oh no, Rafinha though. The ball to Olmo is not good. We got 20 minutes left. As long as we hold this, we're fine. Come on. No, Mbappe. No, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, it's gonna be a shot. The post is my best friend right now. I can't believe it. For the first time in this video, Mbappe has missed a chance. Camavinga to Valverde. No, Valverde is not going to miss his chance, though. The post can only save me once. All right, 18 minutes left. Jonathan David, the super sub of the video, comes on for Lewandowski. We got to seal this win. Come on, I need one more goal. I'm not sure if 2 goals is going to be enough to win this. We need a third. Balde. Turn. Okay, whoa, no, that's a bad spot to lose it. That's really bad. We are making some mistakes now. We got the mental fatigue. Balde does not get that ball on Rodrigo. This is not good. Rodrigo is going to cross it in. Koundé has that. Koundé! Oh, I thought he'd win that over Bellingham. Bro, 10 minutes to go, and I am sweating. De Jong, clearance is okay, but not the best. Danny Olmo. Oh my, he just did a dolphin dive. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where is this ball going? Balde gets it. They should have scored that right there. How did Mbappe miss that? Whoa, that is a fired pass over to Rafinha. Rafinha stops. Jonathan David, a chance to seal this for us. Oh, David, that was the goal with 4 minutes left. That was the goal. All right, park the bus, boys. Park it. Put the thing in park. Oh, Vinny just pushed Koundé there. I'm not going to press with Araujo. I need him backwards for this. I need him back. Araujo just played that expertly. Pass it over. Oh my, Koundé, that was risky. Is that going to be enough? That is going to be enough. We have finally beat Real Madrid in this video. Bro, I don't know what is up with this video, but that was like the toughest Champions League final I've played in so long. But 2-1, 2 goals by Lamine Yamal is enough, and we have won the Champions League after such a treacherous and dramatic run. Comebacks versus PSG and Liverpool, and we can finally say that we've made Barcelona the best team in the world. Man, if we would have lost the game or draw it, I would have been so mad. I would have been livid with Real Madrid. But Ter Stegen's gonna be able to lift now the Champions League trophy, the first in almost 10 years for Barcelona. And I would say with that, my job is complete with this club. If you enjoyed this video, then drop a like. I'd really appreciate it. If you want to see me do this video with another team, then drop it in the comments down below what team you want to see. But Barcelona Champions League winners, and also on screen is video that you might like too. Okay, Arne Slot has done an incredible job with Liverpool. In his first season as head coach, it looks like he'll be lifting the Premier League title. Salah Salah and Van Dijk both look like they're signing an extension to stay at the club, but it's not all been good. Disappointment in the Champions League, and also probably the biggest story, Trent Alexander-Arnold to Real Madrid. Now, it's not 100% done by the time I'm recording this, but it looks like our local player turned superstar is leaving Anfield. So in today's video, our job is to rebuild Liverpool after losing one of our most important players. And hey, it's almost been 6 years since Liverpool last won the Champions League. It's up to us to try and fix that. So drop a like down below if you want to see more rebuild videos. And officially, the Liverpool rebuild begins. Now, we're going to start this rebuild as if it's next season, the start of next season. So we're going to assume that Liverpool, went on to win the Premier League, securing the title, but we're also going to assume that Trent Alexander-Arnold has now signed for Real Madrid. So the first action of the video, Trent is gone. Now, I've said it before, but being a Liverpool fan, I mean, pretty much Trent is my favorite player. So now my favorite player has left my club, and it's so sad. It's like, I don't blame him going to Real Madrid, but I still don't know how I feel about it. I still have not processed it. Because I mean, right now it sounds like it's like 90% done, but in saying that, it's not official, so maybe there's some hope. But for this video to start, Trent is gone. So that makes our first job here, pretty simple. Getting a Trent Alexander-Arnold replacement. Now, I like Connor Bradley as a backup, but he can't be the only right back on our squad. Now, I just saw also from Fabrizio Romano that apparently Darwin Nunez is set to leave the club in the summer too, which that does make sense. I mean, he's just not been as reliable as a striker as we need. So he's currently on the transfer list. And yeah, the striker spot is going to need to be figured out pretty soon here. But okay, to start off, we need that Trent replacement. In this first season, we currently have 134 million to spend. Now, I think if we do lose Trent, the one player I'd be happy with as a replacement, it's got to be Jeremy Frimpong. That is the player I want. He's definitely not the same player as Trent, but he also offers a new avenue of like, an attacking threat with pace, more of a dribbler than a passer. But out of all possible right backs in the world, I feel like he's probably the one I'd want the most. Now, he is going to cost probably about 75 million though, so we're about to pay a heavy price for him. But we're going to start with 60. Let's do 67 to start. See what Leverkusen say to that. Okay, man, they want 70.8. You know what? I think 70.8 I can live with. So RNA slot and FSG accept the transfer offer. I mean, it's really hard to replace what Trent offers to our team and also what he means to the fans. But in terms of right backs in the world, I feel like we didn't go wrong here. So Jeremy Frimpong, welcome to Liverpool. We have our new starting right back. Now, switching him to right back actually makes his overall go down minus 282, but that's just better to fit the formation. So I can live with it. He still has what, 86 potential. So that's first move done, but we still think this team here is a Champions League winning team. I think it's probably up there, probably like top 6 in the world. So there's a chance, but I think still work needs to be done. I think for this first year though, I'm looking at one more signing, and that's going to be a backup winger on the bench. And as you can see, we have backup defenders, backup mids, but especially if we sell Nunez, we can use a backup winger. And also if you can play striker too, that helps. Basically a backup forward. And a player that I do like for that role is Karim Adeyemi. Now he can play right wing, left wing, striker. He's got a chance to overtake either Diaz or Salah later on to become a starter. I think he'd be very solid as kind of like a Darwin Nunez replacement in a way. And that makes me wonder, would Dortmund take Darwin Nunez? I feel like they actually might. So let's try Nunez plus like 12 million. Hey, Dortmund want Jones instead. I'm not giving them Curtis Jones though. I'm gonna offer 43 and see if they accept that, which they're gonna walk away. All right, so we need to sell Nunez and see if we have enough for a player like Adeyemi now. Okay, apparently Arsenal want to sign Mr. Darwin Nunez. I mean, Nunez at Arsenal might actually not be a bad move for him, but it might be a bad move for Arsenal. I'm gonna see if we can get 40 for him. That would help out the Adeyemi transfer if we can do that one. So 40 million, and they're gonna want 36. Arteta, give me a deal here. 38 million. Thank you. Arsenal accept 38 million for Darwin Nunez. I mean, that's kind of an overpay, but he is 25 years old, so he's still young. That might allow us to get Adeyemi though. All right, so it looks like Darwin Nunez has accepted the Arsenal transfer, which is sad, but right now it's hard to see it working out. He's just too inconsistent for a team like Liverpool. So unfortunately, Nunez is gone, and now I'm going back in for Karim Adeyemi. All right, so I'm gonna offer, let's do 50 this time. Let's do 50 to start. Dortmund are going to, okay, just flat out accept 50 million. I mean, Frimpong plus Adeyemi, that's a decent window for us, I think. He accepts the rotation role, which is crucial. I think he has a serious chance to replace a player like Diaz at some point, but to start, he's definitely gonna be coming off the bench. But okay, Karim Adeyemi brought in as the Darwin Nunez replacement. And that's gonna end a pretty productive transfer window for us, I think. So Adeyemi on the bench, and then Frimpong in the starting 11. And I think we're ready for season 1. Now, I still think the striker spot with Jota is a question mark in this team, but I'm gonna give Jota a chance to start this season. I want to see how he does first before we sign a true like starting striker. All right, so we're gonna sim to January and see how this team is doing in the first 6 months post Trent Alexander-Arnold. So we simulate to January. I'm expecting big things here. Okay, so we get to January, and should I be surprised here? I'm not sure if I should be, but we are currently dominating the Premier League in first with what, a 14-15 15-point lead. I mean, we did just win the Premier League, so I guess it shouldn't be that shocking, but best offense, best defense in the league. Okay, so far as the Premier look great. Carabao Cup, we are in the semis versus Spurs, and then Champions League, we are gonna finish in, okay, it's not done yet, but currently in 12th with 2 draws, so that's not the greatest, but still a chance to climb into the top 8 in the final 2 games. Man, we are doing good in the Prem, so good. And apparently it's due to a player that's linked to Saudi right now. Yeah, so Luis Diaz is the top scorer of the Premier League. He's got 21 goals in 28 games. Jota's got 12. Salah's got 11. Man, Diaz is the main man of this team right now, though. That's honestly kind of surprising. But I guess so far the team is not really feeling the loss of Trent yet. Frimpong has been a pretty good replacement. I think I still have question marks about Jota. Like, is he truly the star striker for a Champions League winning team? And also Robertson is getting old too. So, you know, that's kind of currently my 2 question marks in the team. But I think for the rest of this year, I'm going to roll with this squad still. And we're going to see what we can do in the Champions League. See what we can do. And from the looks of it, I got high hopes here. All right, so we ended up finishing 12th in the Champions League league phase. Kind of funny. We didn't lose a game, but we drew 5 though. And that is going to put us in the first playoff round, which in that playoff round, we've been drawn RB Salzburg. I mean, we should win this. We should make it to the round of 16, but I guess Champions League, you never know. First leg is going to be 4-1 to Liverpool. Salah scoring 1-2, Gravenberch, and also Gravenberch scoring 2. And now second leg is going to be 1-0 to confirm a 5-1 scoreline. And okay, we took care of business in the playoff round, so into now the round of 16. All right, so round of 16, this is where it's going to get serious here, because we have now been drawn AC Milan in the round of 16. Now that is a scary team. You know, we've proven ourselves in England, but I'm not sure on any slots Liverpool has proven themselves in Europe yet. We're going to see right now if they actually can. So first leg is going to be, okay, 1-0 to Liverpool. That's a solid 1-0 first leg. And now second leg is going to be, oh, I thought the scores were flipped. Okay, so we do go through, man, just barely though. So it's 2-1 in aggregate. It was a 1-1 draw. Reinders scored for them, and Soboslai scored the goal to pretty much send us now to the quarterfinals. All right, so we make it through, but that was pretty close. I'm not gonna lie, this first season after Trent leaves is looking pretty solid. All right, so quarterfinals, we now have been drawn Barcelona. Yeah, I would say clearly a step above AC Milan. Now we see that Trent and Real Madrid are still in the quarterfinals. They're facing Leipzig, so they should go through there. But okay, Barcelona, a bigger test than AC Milan. The first leg is gonna be a 1-1 draw. Okay, McAllister and Lamine Yamal score, so it's all tied up. And now second leg versus Barcelona. Barcelona win 2-1 in extra time and knock us out. A 95th minute goal from Gavi is the one to seal it, man. Luis Diaz scored for us. Rafinha scored for them. All right, so we make it to the quarterfinals. That's better than last year, but I mean, for how good this team is and how good we're playing in the Premier League, it is still a disappointment. But yeah, I think to win the Champions League, still work needs to be done with this team. There's still something missing. All right, so Premier League final table, nothing changed from January. Liverpool win back-to-back Premier League titles under Arne Slot. Man, 97 points. That rivals some of Klopp's seasons right there. So Man City 11 behind us, and we are currently what, 18 above Arsenal? Yeah, that's a pretty solid year for Liverpool in the Prem. Now FA Cup is gonna go to Chelsea. Carabao Cup is gonna go to Man City in the final, beating Liverpool. All right, so we could have had 2 trophies in season 1, but instead it's gonna be just the Premier League, as in the Champions League, Inter beat Barcelona on penalties. All right, so Trent and Real Madrid got knocked out by Leipzig actually 2-1 in the quarterfinals. I mean, that's a disappointment for Real Madrid too. Now final stats, man, Diaz might be the shock so far in the video. 38 goals in 60 games. I didn't expect this from Luis Diaz. He's looking like the next Sadio Mane for us now. But man, Salah 35 and 13 after that new contract. That's great. Jota 24 and 8 is still pretty good. Man, our bench production isn't the greatest, but our front 3 is firing. I just feel like still Jota, I have question marks. He's the one player in this team I can identify as, you know, where we could probably upgrade and sign a world-class striker. Where is that the final piece to this Liverpool puzzle to get them Champions League, to take our Champions League crown back? All right, though, so we enter season 2 of this rebuild. Now, I think this year we got to go all out for the Champions League, like go all in right now, because I think Van Dijk, Robertson, and Salah, their window is closing to win the Champions League again. Salah and Van Dijk are both 33 years old, and then Robertson is 31. This season right here might be their best chance to win another Champions League title. So then, what does going all in mean? I think it's got to be signing a new star striker. I think it's got to be. I'm gonna move Jota to the bench, probably taking Chiesa's spot, and we're gonna sign a new world-class striker, which we are armed with 130 million. That's not bad. I think we do need more though, so I'm gonna try and sell. I think definitely gonna sell Chiesa, and then I'm also thinking about replacing Robertson too. I'm not sure about that one though. All right, so apparently Spurs and Newcastle both are offering above 40 million for Chiesa. I mean, that's a lot for Chiesa. I like him, but I feel like injuries have kind of ruined his career at this point, you know, especially his Liverpool career. He's played in what, I think 4 games for us this year, so that's just rough for a player who was brought in with a lot of expectations. And Spurs are willing to pay 47.5 million for him. Bro, that is so much for Chiesa, but I will happily take that. And Newcastle accept the same, so we're gonna see what team Chiesa decides to go to. So officially Chiesa is gonna move on. You know, it's kind of a failed transfer. It's sad. I like Chiesa a lot, but it just simply didn't work out. So he has decided to go to Spurs for 47.5 million. Now that is interesting because there's a certain former Spurs player player right now that I think we're going to see about signing. If I remember right, Spurs last year finished in 5th, so they're not in the Champions League. So that does make me think of Harry Kane. Is he ready for a Premier League return? You know, so far at Bayern, he's been unable to win a Champions League. Now, he'd be so expensive, but I mean, he'd be a perfect striker for Liverpool, like a perfect striker alongside Salah and Diaz. Now, there's also Isak and Vlahovic. I feel like Isak would be good too. I think Vlahovic wouldn't be that big of an upgrade over Jota, so I think I'm thinking Kane or Isak here. Which one would get Liverpool a Champions League trophy? Oh man, I can't lie. I'm feeling Kane more due to his passing. I think he'd fit so well with Salah and Diaz's playstyle and also Szoboszlai behind him. And with Spurs not in the Champions League, I mean, he's not going back to them. So we're gonna see about Kane making a shock transfer here. Or this would be a shock transfer for the whole world. Does he want to sign for Liverpool? And he also fits the timeline perfectly as Salah, Van Dijk, and Robertson, you know, 31 years old. So I'm gonna offer 123 million for Kane. They want 131. Oh man, I'll do 130 and we can call that a deal. 130 million, 130.7. Okay, take the 700,000. I'm accepting that. Probably one of the biggest transfers in Liverpool's history has now been made official. Kane is signing to Liverpool. I mean, you can argue whether it's realistic, but on paper, alongside Salah, Diaz, bro, I feel like it just fits so perfectly. You know, pressing is a question mark, but I think you'd take his finishing ability, his passing over pressing ability. So Harry Kane gets his chance to win a Champions League. Salah, Van Dijk get their last chance to win a Champions League probably, and Harry Kane signs for Liverpool. Spurs fans, look away. Yeah, that's a scary front three there. That's a scary team actually. So that is a ginormous transfer. We don't have much money left. I am still thinking about Andy Robertson though. Should I replace him with someone, you know, who's gonna grow more in the season rather than probably decline? And we only have 30 million though. I might try to sign Kirkez with a swap deal, and he would be an ideal Andrew Robertson replacement. He's his overall, but like what, 10 years younger? So if I offer Andrew Robertson plus, you know, what do we have? Maybe like 25 million. Let's see what Bournemouth say to that. Let's see what they say. So I'd probably do that, and they're gonna accept that. Okay, that is huge. So we're getting a player that's basically the same overall, but has a chance to grow to 85, 86 plus this year. Okay, this along with Kane, these are some big moves here. We are going all in for this Champions League trophy, like all in. So Kirkez accepts the contract. We have a new left back. Now I love Andrew Robertson. It makes me sad to lose him, but that deal is a deal I just can't pass up on. That makes us so much better with only 2 moves, Kane and then Kirkez. And okay, I think we are ready to once again, like I said, take on the Champions League. I just feel like these are the moves to get it done for us. All right, so once again, we simulate to January. All right, so as we get to January, I'm a little shocked with this, but not too much. We are currently sitting 3rd in the Prem. We're only 4 points behind Man City though, so we're still right up there. I think that kind of form in the Prem was pretty hard to keep up, so I'm glad that we're still only 4 points off the top. More importantly though, how are we doing in the Champions League? So currently we're sitting in 9th with 2 games left, which is, that's not bad. I want to try and make sure we finish though top 8 so we skip that playoff round this year. But okay, let's see how our new signings are doing. All right, Salah's got 15, Kane 15, Diaz 9. Even Frimpong 3 and 4 is pretty good. But I would say, you know, Kane so far 15 24, that's very solid. Same as Salah. I think so far it's looking good, but I think that transfer is truly going to change things in the big games in the Champions League knockouts. That's where we'll see the difference, I think, the most. Other than that though, the team looks good. Kirkez is up to 85, so he's grown more than Andrew Robertson would definitely. Frimpong's 86, so far I think team is looking solid, and I see no reason to change anything. I trust this lineup right here. I trust it. This now looks definitely like a Champions League winning team. All right, so unfortunately we finished 11th in the Champions League phase. Yeah, so we can't avoid the playoff round. That does kind of suck. So playoff round it is, and man, playoff round, we've been drawn Bayern, so the team we just signed Harry Kane from. I mean, that's a tough matchup for the playoff round. Up top, they are currently playing Matthias Tell, so they've not really replaced Kane fully. All right, though, this is going to be a test for this team, a big test. First leg is going to be, I think, in Germany. That's a 3-0 win. Okay, Diaz, Kane, and Diaz. Bro, Diaz is still insane. That is a good first leg, though. So second leg is going to be 3-1 to Liverpool. So, okay, we just beat Bayern 6-1. I mean, I'd say first test, we just passed with the flying colors here. So now, round of 16, we have got a favorable matchup here versus Benfica. So that's kind of a lucky draw, especially after just beating Bayern. So first leg is going to be a 2-0 win in the round of 16. And then second leg is going to be a 0-0 draw, but we do make it through 2-0. Okay, that draw made me a little nervous, but we're still through the quarterfinals, same place as last year. And okay, quarterfinals, we did not get a favorable matchup here. It's going to be Manchester City versus Liverpool. So yeah, that's not going to be easy. Now, kind of interestingly, Real Madrid have not made it. They got knocked out by Arsenal. So far that move to Real Madrid has not gone well for Trent, not gone well. Man City is going to be tough, but I still feel like we have a good chance here. So first leg is going to be 2-1 with goals from Salah and Kane. And then second leg is going to be a 1-0 win to Liverpool courtesy of Luis Diaz. All right, so taking care of Man City 3-1, now farther than last year into the Champions League semis. All right, so semifinals, we have now been drawn Juventus. Now that's an interesting team. Other side is Leipzig and Barcelona. So Juventus currently have a team with still Yildiz, Milik, McKennie, Szczesny, Locatelli. I mean, honestly, our team is better. Like, their team is solid, but our team is actually way better if you look at their ratings bottom right. But we should take care of Juventus here. So first leg is gonna be, it's gonna be 4-0 to Liverpool. Okay, Kane, Salah, Szoboszlai, and Szoboszlai. Yeah, I think we just took care of them in the first leg. And the second leg is 2-0, so we absolutely just destroy Juventus. Salah scoring and Kane scoring in the second leg here. And we are now in a Champions League final after signing Harry Kane and Kirkez. And whoa, Barcelona beat Leipzig 16-15 on penalties. All right, though, so Barcelona, the team that knocked us out last year, that's now the Champions League final. So Arne Slot's got his chance to win Liverpool another Champions League trophy. First, though, let's see how we did in the Premier League. So Premier League, we are going to finish in second place. Oh, 2 points off Man City. And then Arsenal were only 1 point behind us. So that was an extremely close title race, but Man City barely win it. But okay, the big one is coming up here, Champions League final. First, though, stats for this year. So Harry Kane scored 35 goals, Diaz 28, Salah 26. So that is a front three that's probably one of the best of all time, actually. Those numbers are insane. And then Szoboszlai behind him is a Cam, 11 goals. Gravenberch, 9 and 15 is so good from the CDM spot. Man, that front three is truly insane. And in terms of growth, I mean, Kirkez is now 85, Frimpong though 88, McAllister, Gravenberch both 88, Szoboszlai 86. Front three still, Salah has kept his rating for the whole video. Kane has actually went from 89 to 90, I think, so he went down, but he grew more. And then Diaz has been so good. Diaz is truly the shock of the video, though. I did not think Diaz would be that good. But okay, this team is ready now for a Champions League final. We got the players to do it, we got the experience to do it, but we are going to be facing a pretty good Barcelona team, a pretty good team. So the question is, can we beat Barcelona and truly complete this Liverpool rebuild? I mean, this front three has been insane in sim games, so I want to see how insane it is actually in game. That's Salah, Diaz, and Kane front three on the field. I mean, if I was Barcelona, I'd be scared here. But we're going to see if we can get it done and bring that trophy back home to Liverpool. And it's so weird to see Kane in a Liverpool shirt, but it also just kind of works. All right, that's a easy steal by Gravenberch, man. Kirkez on the left, that was such a steal for us. I cannot take a good steal. McAllister skips that tackle. Now, that's a fired ball into Diaz. Diaz gets it over to the new signing Kirkez. Kirkez is going to try to play it to Diaz. That did not work. Okay, we got to get back here. Lamine Yamal is probably the most dangerous player we got to worry about. And with us not having like a true destroyer CDM, that's a concern for us. But I think our collective defense should do pretty good here. That's going to be an early save for Allison, though. Okay, let's try not jinx it. And Yomo, that's a very good crossover. But okay, Alex Valle just put it wide. I feel like that could have been better for them. Van Dijk still has it, the captain still has it. What a tackle. Gravenberch, great dribbling. Now Szoboszlai is waiting for options. Gonna try to go to Salah instead. Man, Barca's defense has done well so far. That's the thing. They got a really good defense. And Araujo, Koundé, I feel like so far they've actually been the better team slightly. Now Kirkez, good steal on Lamine. I need to see more of that. That's good. Alistair into Salah, over to the Trent replacement. Frimpong. Oh, he's gonna be so offside. Okay, Szoboszlai, you're just running offside, like sprinting offside. I mean, if Trent's there, the cross is probably better. That's kind of sad. Frimpong's crossing is definitely not Trent's. But the speed of Frimpong and that dribbling is a lot better though. And arguably the defending too. We need to get Salah and Kane going more here. They're kind of like getting shut out a little bit. Salah is going to play it over to Sir Harold Kane. Now play it back to McAllister. McAllister back to Kane. Kane, that's a shot, his first shot, but it's going to be a save. Okay, Ter Stegen kind of dropped it there or something. He's going to play it forward though. Nate, Lewandowski on the wrong side of him. Okay, this is dangerous. But they've actually looked more dangerous than us so far. They've been the better team. It's a little bit concerning. Maybe it's just Champions League nerves. There's Rafinha, Lamine Yamal, and Van Dijk. Okay, Lamine Yamal destroys Van Dijk. Nate trying to, bro, their dribbling is so slow and so like patient. Like, what are they doing? Bro, they're throwing me off so bad right now. Okay, here's a run from them. Rafinha shot Allison, big save. That might have been actually Bruno Guimaraes. I thought it was Rafinha. Bro, they have played this first half so perfectly. They're playing just tactically against us. That's going to be a shot, and that shot goes wide from Christensen. Yeah, we have been second best so far in this final. But halftime, it's still 0-0, so it's not over yet. We figure out how to get Kane and Salah going against his defense will be good. That is the key, though. Alistair to Gravenberch. Szoboszlai down the middle. Going to go to Kane instead. Kane over to Salah. Salah running through Barca's defense, but Koundé stops him in the last second. We're getting closer to a breakthrough, though. We're getting closer here. Szoboszlai, Kane over to Diaz. That's the triangle passing we need. Now Diaz, Szoboszlai, through to Harry Kane. Oh, that is some beautiful football from Liverpool finally. And Kane scores first in this Champions League final. That was just precise. All right, that's what it took to break a really strong Barca defense. One touch passing, perfect timing, and then Kane, good finish. And really his only finish of the final so far. Like, that's a clinical finisher right there, though. That is why we paid upwards of 130 million for. All right, 1-0 to Liverpool, I think in probably like the 55th minute. A good start, but it's not over yet. Especially if Rafinha gets a chance here, which, okay, Konate. Whoa, there's some holes here. It's going to be Valle again, Lewandowski, Konate. Okay, Konate did great there in terms of positioning. That is such a missed chance, but Kirkez, okay, we get the same chance because he made a steal right there. This time, Diaz to Kane. Okay, Kane, the shot. Okay, wait. Calm will find it. Soboslai plays it into Salah. Salah around Araujo, takes the shot, and Ter Stegen makes the save. All right, 65th minute, short corner into Salah. Salah is going to play it back to Soboslai. Got to find some angle here. I don't like any of these angles, though. Back to Konate, into McAllister. Over to Luis Diaz. Diaz stops in the box, takes a shot. Oh, that was such a good shot, but a good save. 20 minutes left in this final, and that right there is why Frimpong's defensive stats are probably just better than Trent. Like, he just stopped Rafinha on a run there, and he did it pretty easily. All right, Barca free kick in the 73rd minute. Danny Olmo, that's deflected. That is going to be cleared by Gravenberch, though, and then cleared back to Gravenberch, and we could break from this. Oh, we really can. Diaz, bro, he has got daylight, and he's absolutely away here. Luis Diaz to make it 2. Oh, we just waited too long before shooting. Oh my, he just blocked it. He just blocked it off Araujo to win a corner. Okay, the work from Diaz there was amazing, and we should have scored it though. Salah, crossover, Van Dijk, header. Gonna bounce to Kane. Okay, no, it's not. Van Dijk, bicycle kick. That's gonna be cleared. Okay, that would have been insane from Van Dijk. 13 minutes, still a slim 1-0 game. Frimpong against Rafinha again. He's staying with him at least. Okay, he was a second ago. Frimpong is still there. Still there, good defending, pass back to Olmo. Looking for a shot. Allison makes another big save though. And I needed that goal. I needed that goal so badly from Diaz. That was such a bad miss for me. Araujo header, and that is, oh my, okay, hold up. I did not mean to do that. What kind of clearance was that? And now it's going to lead to an awkward chance. Rafinha. Oh, these moves, they're just so patient right now. It's like their tactics or something. Gravenberch on Danny Olmo. Don't foul him. Medium Alves Kirkez. Konate. Bro, that's a goal-saving tackle right there. Interception. Soboslai. It's going to be Gravenberch running now. Kane. Diaz over to Kirkez. Bro, we just can't get it through. Their defense has been just good enough now. Oh, they're on the breakaway. Van Dijk needs to make a tackle. Can't make the tackle, and the one defensive mistake we make. Rafinha pounces on it, and Barca score an equalizer. Oh, that is such... They're going to score in the 88th minute, really? I can't believe we just let them score right there. All right, this might be going to extra time now. It is, unless we score right here, which, okay, Frimpong on a run. Soboslai, don't lose it right there. Do not lose it. Callister into Salah. Salah back to Soboslai. Get it into Salah on a run. Salah... over to Frimpong, who is onside. Frimpong's gonna stop. Kane over to Salah. No, I thought it was gonna be a quick pass to Salah right there. One more chance. Nope, that's gonna be it. Okay, we are going to extra time in the Champions League final now. All right, 30 more minutes of football to decide a Champions League winner here. Bro, they've just been so good defensively, and they've been so patient offensively. It's like throwing us off completely. It's like the opposite way that we play. Saying that, though, we've missed probably 2 or 3 chances we should have took, so kind of our fault that it's taken into extra time. Bro, like, they're just playing so weird right now. They're playing so patient now. That's gonna bounce to Lamine. Bro, it's like they're wasting time. They're playing for penalties at this point. Bro, I've not touched the ball yet. Bro, they're playing keep away from me. I have not touched the ball yet in extra time. Oh my, Harry Kane steals it. Harold has a chance. That is what they get for playing like that. I don't know what they're doing at the back right now, but Harry Kane gives Liverpool the lead in extra time. Bro, I have not taken a touch in extra time. Literally have not taken a touch. A wayward pass though to Christensen, and Kane pounces, and then he's gonna score to give us the lead. I can't believe they're playing like this though. All right, 2-1, and I think, yeah, the 102nd minute. Okay, we gotta score if they play a little more expansive now. We gotta seal this game. If they score another, I'm gonna lose it. 'Cause, bro, they're just playing so incredibly slow. Problem is, it's working for them. Now that's gonna be the halftime of extra time. Okay, we got the ball here. We got to score with the ball right here. We cannot give it back to them. So if I give it back to them, I'm not going to get it back. I only had 1 touch in that first half extra time, and it was the goal that Kane scored. Like, that is ridiculous. Salah, Frimpong, back to Salah, Kane. Oh man, that pass was going to work, bro. It was going to Kane. He was in behind. That was going to work. Now that's an awkward pass to Ferran Torres, who's on. Oh no, I don't like this, bro. I don't like it. Lamine Yamal, Ferran Torres, Konate. That's another big deflection. Now, Salah, I think he's onside. Salah's onside to seal the Champions League final for Liverpool. How fitting is that? It just had to be the Egyptian king to seal us this Champions League trophy. Signs a new contract, commits to Liverpool, and then delivers a Champions League trophy. What a goal by Mo Salah. All right, there's still 8 minutes left, but I'm pretty confident I won't concede 2 in the final 8 minutes, but hopefully I didn't just jinx it because, bro, this team has been so annoying to play against. I can't believe it almost worked for them, bro. They're playing so slow, so tiki-taka, and it has like destroyed our entire game plan. Okay, hold up. De Jong gets through. They're going to score to make it 2-3 with 5 minutes left. There's no way this is happening, bro. There's no way. Bro, they just cut us apart and timed a perfectly timed through ball. Boys, park the bus. The final 4 minutes. Park the bus here. Man, I've not played a Champions League final like this where the team plays like this against me in a while. I am being so patient here. You know what? Salah, keep it. I'm taking this Champions League trophy. I'm taking it home. Frimpong wasting time in the corner. That's going to be out, and that is going to be full time. Okay, it took the full 120 minutes, but Liverpool win another Champions League trophy Trophy, the first under Arne Slot. And look at that, Kane, Salah scoring the goals. I had a feeling those two would deliver the Champions League trophy for us, and that is what happened. But what a final. It was a weird, slow final, but it was a good one. So lost to Trent Alexander-Arnold, but Liverpool still able to win the Premier League and able to win another Champions League title. You know, this might be the last chance for Van Dijk, Salah to win, so it's nice that they got it done, as Van Dijk is going to lift a Champions League trophy for Liverpool. And I would say from our end, that is a job complete. Liverpool rebuilt and another Champions League trophy delivered. Okay, Tottenham Hotspur are currently sitting in 13th in the Premier League. You know, let's just say it's been a very rough season for Spurs. For many possible reasons, it's just been a hugely disappointing season. And the question now is, where do Spurs go from here? Well, I guess that's where I come in, because in a meeting with Tottenham chairman Daniel Levy and also Ange Postecoglou, I told them getting Spurs back in the top 4, back in the Champions League, it's not going to be easy, but I have some ideas that I think will get you there. So after a couple hours pass by me, you know, presenting my rough ideas, Daniel Levy says I'm pretty desperate here, so I'm giving you a chance. Spurs then presented us with a 5-year contract to be sporting director of Tottenham. I signed the contract, and this Spurs rebuild begins, but we only have 5 years to do this. If we don't get Spurs back at the top after 5 years, then I am just done. I am fired. So this currently is the Spurs team we start with. Now, one of the big differences here, though, compared to real life, is the team is healthy. We're getting a little nice reset here. We start this rebuild at the back at the beginning of the season, so summer of 2024, Spurs have a second chance at life, at least for this season. So the squad is fully healthy, but it still needs a lot of work, especially if we want to lift that Champions League trophy. Now, for this first season, Daniel Levy has given me 140 million in the budget, but he told me, though, to not spend it all. He told me to spend it wisely. Now, first things first, we're going to try to loan out some of the younger players so they can grow, and then I am going to try to sell Basuma and Richarlison. I feel like those players we can cash in on. We don't really need them anymore. We also have Matthias Tell on loan from Bayern Munich, like real life. So I like my strikers currently. I like my wingers. I like my defense. I think right now the midfield is the issue, because Madison, I don't see him as a box-to-box center mid. I don't see that in him. I think him and Kulusevski can fight for that starting cam spot in this 4-3-3 attack. I like Sar at CDM. So I think in this first year, what we need is a new box-to-box midfielder. That's like the first move we should make. And I know the exact player I want to bring to Spurs, and that is, he's a midfielder from AC Milan. Tijani Reinders is going to be our first signing of the rebuild. So for 72 million, we've bought him from AC Milan, and he's going to be our new starting number 8, basically. So first deal completed. In this game, he's an insanely good midfielder. So he's going to take that, you know, box-to-box spot. Kulusevski at cam. I think that balances out our midfield a lot, because he can also play CDM too. So he's a true box-to-box. I think for our first window, that's going to be our only signing. Because while I do think we need to bring in players, I also want some players to, you know, develop in skill this year, you know, get their stats up. So that's going to be our only pickup of the summer. And along with that, we sold Basuma to PSG, sold Richarlison to Manchester United. And then we also loaned out Archie Gray, Mikey Moore, and also Wilson Odobert. So for this window, that's our, you know, business done. My hope in season 1 is with a fully healthy team, you know, hopefully not many injuries, and we can at least finish top 6. I don't know if I'm expecting a top 4 finish, but I do not want to be in 13th like in real life. All right, so as officially the season gets underway, you know, this rebuild officially starts. I'll say this, it was a very interesting first half of the season. Our captain, Son, has still played amazing. He scored 13 goals in 27 games. Even at 32 years old, he's still playing like at a high level. Now, behind him, Brennan Johnson has emerged as a true star in this team, I think. On the right wing, he feels like our next Gareth Bale, scoring 12 goals already this year. Now, at striker, Dominic Solanke only scored 6 goals, so a little disappointing. And then for our new player, Reinders, he only scored 1 goal, but he also contributed about 5 assists. And being a workhorse in the middle of the field, he's doing his job pretty well. And now for the interesting part for this first half of the season. It's not really the stats, it's our current league position. So halfway through the year, we are sitting in second place, but somehow Newcastle are in first and Liverpool are all the way down in 11th. So I don't know what has happened this season. This is one of the weirdest Premier League tables like halfway through a year I've ever seen, but I'm not going to be mad about us in second. I'm not mad about that. And we got to remind ourselves that we're still a loss away from going down to 6. Like 2 through 6 is so tight, only separated by 3 points. But I would say so far it's been a very positive first half of this rebuild. I guess half of the first season. I mean, players are growing. Like Brennan Johnson's already up to 82. He's grown. Sar's up to 81. Center backs are growing. Udogi and Pedro Poto, man, that looks like a good back line right there. Udogi, Van de Ven, Romero, and Poto all around 84, 85. If I think the holes in this team still, I feel like the midfield still, maybe CDM. If Sar doesn't grow, that's going to be a hole. Then also at striker, I think Son and Johnson can lock it down on the wings, but with Solanke only scoring 6 goals, is that enough for us? So the question now is, do we do any business in January? I mean, we have still 125 million. Do we do something to try to ensure we finish in the top 4 this year? You know, I think if we were in a lower position in the league, I would probably just stay put and not make any transfers. But with us being in second place and a real chance to get in the top 4 for next year, Champions League, I think we got to pull the trigger right now on a player. And you might have seen it. That player is going to be Jonathan David. I think him in a front 3 with Brennan Johnson and Son, that could be a lethal front 3 in the Premier League. So we spent about 60 million on Jonathan David, and we might have our new starting striker in this team now. So second signing of the rebuild is now officially in. I think Solanke is much more well suited for a backup role in this team. So Matthias Tell has gone back to Bayern. Solanke is going to be the backup striker, and then David's going to be our new starter alongside Johnson and Son. I mean, we've only made 2 signings, but the team already looks so much better. It's crazy what just being healthy can do for you, huh? But okay, Jonathan David signed up. Now we're second in the Prem, but we're also in the Europa League this year. So how are we doing in the Europa League? First, FA Cup, we are currently still in round 3. Carabao Cup, we're not in the semifinals. We got knocked out when? We got knocked out in round 3 versus Newcastle. But now the Europa League, we finished in 9th in the Europa League. Okay, that's not great, but I guess it could be a lot worse. So we should play in that playoff round before the round of 16. Okay, so we actually won our final 2 Europa League, I guess, league phase matches. So instead, we now finish in 3rd. So that's much better. We skipped the playoff round. So round of 16, we now face Braga. I mean, top 4 is mainly our goal this year, but I'd love to win the Europa League. It could be another way to get Champions League football. So round of 16 first leg is gonna be a 2-0 loss versus Braga. Boys, that is the worst possible first leg. How do we just lose to Braga 2-0? I can't believe it actually, bro. So now second leg is gonna be a 1-1 draw and we're knocked out. That is such a poor showing in the Europa League. That is pathetic. All right, so Europa League done. All we gotta focus now on is just the Premier League and FA Cup, I think. Oh, that was embarrassing though. All right, so we now have made it to the end of season 1. So after getting knocked out of the Europa League, do we finish at least in the top 4? As we scroll up, Spurs are gonna finish in 4th place. Okay. Now, Man City made a comeback and won the Prem title over Newcastle. That's insane. But Spurs finish in a top 4 spot. Now, Chelsea in 5th, that kind of worries me because they're in the Conference League, which they're probably gonna win that. That doesn't affect whether we get Champions League or not, right? I don't know, but FA Cup, did we win that? We are gonna, okay, Villa won it 2-1. We lost in the quarterfinals versus Villa 4-3. Carabao Cup went to Man United. Champions League goes to Bayern. Europa League, Porto, and then Conference League does go to Chelsea. Now, does that affect us getting Champions League? I don't know. Why do I feel like it does? I guess we'll find out. But for season 1, a 4th place finish is not bad. So final stats in the year: Son scored 31 and 6, Johnson 24 and 10, Solanke up to 12, Madison 8, David 6 in his first 15 games. And Johnson and Son are the 2 stars of the team though. With Son aging, 32, 33 years old, this team might turn into Brennan Johnson's team. But okay, into season 2, now we go. All right, confirmation though, despite Chelsea winning the Conference League, we actually are in the Champions League this year. I think if it was the Europa League, if they won the Europa League, then we would have gotten Europa League football, right? They would have taken that Champions League spot. I don't know, but season 2, we are back in the Champions League. So that makes it a very nice first year. Now for season 2, we have in the budget 227 million. So Daniel Levy has given us a lot of money to work with. Just now, what does this team need? Now, first things first, we've already lost a player. Madison has actually left the club. He signed for Real Madrid on a pre-contract, so that means that Kulishevsky is now by far the undisputed starting cam. Now I want to be honest, like the team is looking solid here. I think maybe like a new CDM would really take this team to another level over Sar. Well, the defense looks great. Everyone's 86 rated at least. I'm kind of worried about Son aging, if he starts going down in overall, but I think for now he's still good. So we really need just the CDM and then let some of these players just flourish in the team. So I think the CDM that makes sense for this team to be our new number 6, our starting number 6. He plays for Juventus. Well, I guess actually not any longer. That player is Locatelli. I mean, 27 years old. He's currently 84 rated in this save. He really fits like a timeline of players like Reinders, Brennan Johnson. So Locatelli, welcome to Spurs. Now we paid 81.6 million for him, so it was a lot of money, but I think it was well worth it. So he slots in the midfield alongside Reinders now. And I mean, with that pickup, I feel like we're already ready for season 2. Those players we loaned out are back, like Archie Gray, Mikey Moore, Odebear. They're back to bolster the bench. So after finishing in 4th place last year, our goal should be to finish top 4 again, just remain in the Champions League, and then see if we can go on, maybe a surprise run in the Champions League. All right, so season 2 is underway, year 2 of this 5-year rebuild. Now the first year went better than expected. What is in store for us for year 2? Now what we found out is that Son is a special player. We already knew he was special, but he's still doing his thing at now 33 years old. Halfway through the year, he already has 22 goals scored. And then behind him, this is kind of surprising, Dominic Solanke actually is our 2nd highest scorer with 16. So he's actually won the starting spot over Jonathan David. I was not expecting that. And then behind him, Brennan Johnson has 11 goals, 7 assists. Kind of a down year compared to season 1, but he's still doing his thing. And then our new starting CDM Locatelli, he's really locking down the midfield midfield for us. And he's growing at like an exponential rate here. Locatelli is already up to now 87 rated. So that's insane. Like Son's up to 86. He's keeping his overall somehow. Solanke's 84, Johnson 85. By looking at overalls, this team actually looks amazing now. The real question is, where are we in the Premier League table and how are we doing in the Champions League? So Premier League table, we are sitting in first place. 23 games in, a 5-point lead over the previous champions, Man City. I mean, at least this year, the top 5 looks normal, you know, Liverpool, Arsenal in there, but we currently sit in first. Now, I believe we got knocked out in the FA Cup by Spurs 2-1. So we're out of the FA Cup. Carabao Cup, we also got knocked out, this time by Newcastle on penalties. And now as for the Champions League, in our first year back, we finished 6th in the league. Now that is a very, very solid finish. I think what we're learning here is Spurs already have a very good defense when they're healthy. Like the back line of Vicario, that's such a good defense. Truly, the biggest holes are really in the midfield. Ryan Diers and Locatelli have come in, they've grown, they've excelled in the team, and have turned this team into maybe a Premier League contender. So I think since we're doing so good right now, there's no reason to change anything. You know, Daniel Levy's gonna like this, but I'm gonna save all our budget for next season, and we're gonna push forward this year with the same exact team. So no changes in January. All right, so it's time for our first ever Champions League knockout round of this video. Round of 16, we have been drawn Stuttgart. I mean, a team that we honestly should beat. So first leg is going to be a 2-1 win. All right, not as big as the lead I wanted, but that's still a lead, so I'll take it. And now to reach the Champions League quarterfinals, we beat Stuttgart 2-1. Courtesy of goals from Son and Kulishevsky, and we beat them 4-2 on aggregate. Oh man, so now quarterfinals, we're going to face our biggest test yet. We have PSG in the quarterfinals. I mean, I'm not sure if we're ready to win the Champions League here in year 2, but I think we have a chance to at least win Spurs' first trophy in so long in the Premier League. But let's see what we can do versus PSG. Let's see. So first leg is going to be a 2-0 win. Okay, Brennan Johnson and Solanke score. So 2-0 lead heading into the second leg. I mean, is there a chance we could win the Champions League in only 2 years? So 2-goal lead. If we lose this, I might actually cry. Second leg is going to be a 1-0 win courtesy of Dominic Solanke, and that's a 3-0 win on aggregate. So into now the Champions League semis. Oh man, but in the semifinals, we now face Real Madrid. So yeah, by far the biggest test we faced. Milan, Barcelona, other side. I mean, how does our team match up to Real Madrid? If we look at their team right now, it's pretty much the same Real Madrid you expect, you know, plus Hakimi. I mean, they're a 5-star team. Our team is currently a 5-star team, but we are a little bit worse. I think we have the players though, like the overalls, the ratings, that we could challenge Real Madrid here. So first leg in Madrid is gonna be, it's gonna be a 2-0 loss. Is the run gonna end here, bro? This run was so special. Rodrigo and Mbappe score. So 2-0 down now. Bro, if we come back versus Real Madrid here, it'd be one of the greatest Champions League comebacks I've ever seen, especially because we're facing Real Madrid. It's a sim game. So 2-0 down at home though. This game is gonna be, it's gonna be a 3-0 win. Are you kidding me? Bro, we just made a 3-0 comeback at home. Reindeers, Locatelli, and then Reindeers in the 88th minute. 2 new signings scored all 3 goals for us, and we have somehow beaten Real Madrid and made a comeback. Bro, they had more possession, more shots, but we scored all 3 of our shots, and Reindeers scored the winner. But with that, we are now through to the Champions League final, and we're gonna be facing Barcelona. I cannot believe what I've just seen. Like, bro, they're gonna promote me to like president of the club after 2 years. A 5-year rebuild has been shortened to a 2-year rebuild. Honestly, if it tells me anything, it's that Spurs in real life should have some patience. You know, you have some good players, you have a good coach. Don't make any drastic decisions. Just give Ange some time, you know, get some players healthy, and you can have a chance. But okay, we have the Champions League final to play next. But first, let's see how our season actually ended. So in the Premier League, Spurs are gonna finish in first place. We won the Premier League title by only 1 point over Chelsea. Spurs have won a trophy. It's an actual miracle. It's either a miracle or a sign of an apocalyptic event incoming. But okay, season 2, year 2, Premier League champions. FA Cup goes to Man City. Carabao Cup goes to West Ham. But next up, Champions League final, Barca versus Tottenham. Man, this is a great chance to win the Champions League because Son, I mean, he has to be towards the peak of his rating. Like, he's not going to go up from 86, right? So this might be his last chance to win the Champions League in his prime. But man, truly, all we've done is added Reindeers and Locatelli and then kept players healthy. And that has made this team a Champions League contender. I thought Jonathan David would be the starting striker of this team, but he's not growing while Solanke's grown and become the actual starter. Like, Solanke, I'm sorry I ever doubted you. But okay, this team is ready to go for a Champions League trophy now. The last time they were here, they lost to Liverpool, as we know. Now, Barcelona currently have a team that looks pretty similar to in real life. Yeah, really similar. Plus Romeu. Still got Pedri, Rafinha, Lamine Yamal in there. And I'll be honest, I feel like our team might be a little bit better than theirs. So Champions League final, we get a chance here to finish this 5-year rebuild in only 2 years if we can win this Champions League final. So a Champions League final in a Schalke stadium. So we're in Germany facing a very good Barca team, but man, our team, I feel like we have a good chance in this game. Otherwise, the rebuild will be extended by probably at least 2 more seasons. Like I said, I feel like Son probably is going to start dropping overall pretty quickly. This might be his last chance for a Champions League trophy as a starter. So we're going to see what the boys can do this game. So is this team ready to win a Champions League final? We're about to find out, I guess. Now, this Barca's team looks good, but our team also looks as good, I think. It might be an even matchup. Now, this start is a little bit concerning. Okay, we just took out Lewandowski with a WWE move. I'm not even sure what I just saw right there. Okay, interesting start to this this Champions League final. Now, Reinders, good ball to Son. Over to Udogi. Udogi gonna feed it over the top. Now, Son is gonna break away. I think he is. Cross over to Solanke. Solanke goes for a scorpion kick, and it's going to be a save. That could have been amazing. That might have been one of the best Champions League final goals of all time. Poto over to Kulusevski, being a half winger out here. You know, he likes to drift wide. Him and Brennan Johnson like to kind of switch places. Now Kulusevski back to Brennan Johnson's shot. It's going to be saved by Allison, though. Okay, Poto, that's a great steal. Johnson over the middle to Reinders. Now he's going to run a little bit. Johnson also making a run, but oh, that ball should have been so much better to him, though. Van de Ven over to Locatelli. Johnson. Okay, hold up. Don't make that run. Go to Poto instead. Poto. Oh, that's a great ball to Solanke. Solanke in front of the goal, and that's going to be 1-0 to Spurs. What a pass from Poto to Solanke. And Solanke might be the surprise of the video. I thought he'd really be just like a backup striker, but he's turned into now a starter. And this pass was fired in. It was kind of meant for Kulusevski, actually, but Solanke takes it down. He gets the shot away. And with that, it is it's 1-0 to Spurs, what, 32 minutes in. Okay, we've had a solid start here, a solid start. Now Ansu is looking to make that start. Horrible, though. Lewandowski turns. Danny Olmo looking for a shot. Van de Ven, that is good defending, though. Desperate, but it works. Now, Solanke, great ball to Kulusevski. We could be in again here. Kulusevski running the length of the pitch, goes for the shot, and he is gonna hit the crossbar, of course. Oh, man, I want that shot back, bro. I put too much power on it, just a little bit more. Son into Reinders. Reinders needs to turn. Great turn there into Kulusevski. Johnson to Solanke. Swing this around. Goes to Son, our captain, and his shot is gonna go wide, though. Might have one more chance for halftime. Brennan Johnson looking for a better shot. Goes over to Son again. Son, okay, hold up, Son. Being patient. Swings it back. Over to Kulusevski on his right foot, and he is gonna hit the post. You've got to be kidding me. How many great chances did we just create there? We only have 1 goal to show for it? Bro, I can't believe it. Like, we should have at least 2 goals right now. Instead, just 1, and Barca are still in this. Udogi, Kulusevski, through to Dominic. Solanke shot, and what a powerful finish for 2-0. I was so wrong about Mr. Dominic Solanke, bro. He has 2 in a Champions League final, and our lead is rightfully so extended. And Barca have just not been too threatening in this game so far. They started off threatening, but since then they have not been. Now, hopefully I didn't just jinx it, though. That'd be bad. Yamal coming through here, but okay, I trust Udogi versus Yamal. I trust that matchup. Lewandowski gets to it, falls to Ansu, back heel. Lewandowski shot. Vicario, that is a huge save. That was their chance to get back in this now. Okay, that pass was rushed. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, everyone relax here. Let's just reset. Let's reset. Steal the ball back. Nope, that's not a steal. Ansu, Lewandowski, Van de Ven. No, what was that? Oh my. That shot goes wide. Van de Ven could only get a touch to it there. All right, 63rd minute. We are playing with fire. Son, over to Udogi. Reinders is making a great run. I see you. Reinders is going to go for a cross, but it's cleared. Not done yet. Son. Chance for a finesse. Oh, that just fell to him so kindly. Solanke turns. Solanke shot, and he just hit the crossbar, bro. That could have been a hat trick in a Champions League final for Dominic Solanke. And that definitely would have sealed this trophy for us. Johnson, Locatelli. Oh, Solanke was in there again. He was in again. Just can't find him. Okay, Barca look off the pace right now, so it looks a good chance to seal it. Son, chance here in the box. Son, our captain, shoots, and he's gonna miss again, bro. That is so unlucky. How have we not sealed this by now? Now, they have 8 minutes to score 2 goals. I feel like the amount of times I've lost a 2-goal lead with only 10 minutes to go is not that often, so I'm pretty confident here. Poto blocks it. Clearance goes to Johnson, and we can break away here. We might have done enough here to beat Barcelona. We might have done enough. Oh, that's a bad steal, though. Oh, relax. Hey, Lookman. Watching the Yamal. Lookman goes to him instead. Van de Ven, that is expert defending, though. So 20 seconds left of regular time. Cross in, cleared by Poto, cleared again by Reinders. And that is going to be full time. So it only takes 2 goals to beat Barcelona. And it also only takes us 2 years to make Spurs the best team in the world. So it was supposed to be a 5-year rebuild, has turned into a 2-year rebuild. I mean, once again, this tells me that this team has a very solid foundation. I mean, at least in FC, but you keep Ange, you know, you get players healthy, you bring in a few midfielders. midfielders, and that could be enough to get Spurs to save their club. But Son is gonna lift the Champions League trophy for Tottenham Hotspur, and our Spurs rebuild is now complete. Okay, so AC Milan just had a very, very disappointing season, finishing 8th in Serie A, lost the Coppa Italia final, got knocked down in the Champions League by Feyenoord. You can say a lot has gone wrong this year, so much so that a new coach was brought in, also a new sporting director. Well, today it's going to be our job to restore AC Milan to the heights of Europe, to rebuild this team into a force to be reckoned with, and it's going to start by signing a legend. So officially, season 1 of the AC Milan rebuild begins. Now, yeah, we have got some work to do. This team finished in 8th, so that means we have no European football in year 1. So our goal in year 1 is to get back in the Champions League. That's goal 1. Now, we have just lost one of our best midfielders to Man City. Reinders is gone there. I think that deal is like pretty much official now. So this is our team to start the rebuild. Now, I think front 3 are pretty good. Leao, Jimenez, and Pulisic. I like that front 3, honestly. Now, the midfield can use some work. Loftus-Cheek, Fofana, and Musa are the current starters. And then in terms of our defense, the left side is strong, but the right side is a little bit weak. So once again, there's a lot of areas we need to improve on. Now, apparently Chelsea are interested in signing Magnan, but they've not agreed on a valuation, so it looks like it's not happening right now. And also, at the time recording this, Theo Hernandez has not chosen to go to Saudi either, so I think we're gonna keep him for this video. At least for year 1, I think I'm gonna keep him. But okay, I say we get started with signings here. So I think the first thing we need is obviously a midfielder, kind of like a Reinders replacement for the team. And I think it's been pretty much made official, like it's pretty close. You know who we're signing here. The first signing of the AC Milan rebuild is gonna be Luka Modric from Real Madrid. Now, I think it's pretty much like 99% done. I guess they're waiting for the official announcement, but Real Madrid basically told Luka Modric there's not a spot for him in the team anymore. So he has now joined AC Milan to kick off this rebuild. Now, he's a great player. He's going to be good for season 1, but he is 38 years old. So we're going to try to keep him as long as we can and help us win a Champions League, but time is not on our side. But okay, so he's going to take that right center mid spot in the midfield. And honestly, that improves the team so much in terms of like overall rating. It's just, once again, 38 years old. Like, what is his overall going to be at the end of season 1? Probably like 82, 81, maybe. I don't know. We'll see if he can at least help us get back in the Champions League. Now, I think for signing number 2, it's got to be a right back. Emerson is okay, but for a team that has, aspirations of getting back in the Champions League, winning the Champions League, Emerson is not quite enough. So as our new right back signing, we're going to sign Tino Livramento from Newcastle United. You know, AC Milan love that English connection. So for right back who's 78 rated, 21 years old, can grow into the team as we get back in the Champions League and stuff. So Emerson's going to be the backup, and then Livramento is AC Milan's new starting right back. We got him for about 39.1 million. So it's not a bad deal. So Luka Modric and Livramento are the additions so far, and I feel like that might be good enough for season 1. With players like Leao, Modric, Hernandez, Tomori, Magnan, this team should be able to finish like top 4, top 3. So that's going to be it for transfer business in season 1. Let's see if now this team can finish in a Champions League spot. All right, so season 1 officially complete. We are going to scroll up the table and see where AC Milan finished in year 1. All right, so it looks like we finished in the top 6, so that's better than the previous year in real life. 6th, Lazio. 5th, Atalanta. Okay, so we finished top 4. That's not bad for season 1, whatever place we finish in here. Now, 4th is Inter Milan. 3rd is Fiorentina. Okay, we finished top 2 in year 1. Did we actually win Serie A in season 1? We are gonna finish, we finished in 2nd place. 1 point behind Juventus. Bro, we got that close to winning the title in year 1. Oh man, we scored 89 goals though, the highest scoring team in the league. All right, so close to a title, but you know what? We got Champions League next year, so that's goal 1 completed. Coppa Italia is gonna be AC Milan. It's AC Milan 2-1 over Roma, so we do win a trophy at least. All right, so a 2nd place finish, a Coppa Italia trophy. I will take that. Now, Champions League is won by Man City over Bayern. Europa League is won by Lazio 3-1 over Porto. Okay, now who got it done for us here though? Like, someone had to play great for us to finish in 2nd. Okay, Jimenez 33-10, Leao 22-11, Pulisic 13-3, Luka Modric 10 goals and 16 assists. Bro, are you kidding me? What a year for Modric. He's not retiring. Bro, 10 and 16 is insane for a 39-year-old now. That is crazy, and he's still 84 rated too. So this man might actually beat Father Time. So I mean, overall, that was a great season 1. Now in terms of player growth, Leao's 88, Jimenez 83, Pulisic 85, Fofana's +2, Loftus-Cheek is +1. I think Tomori is also +2, and also Livramento up to 81. So growth looks so good in this team. Man, I'm highly impressed with that first season there after only 2 signings. All right, though, year 2, we got AC Milan back in the Champions League. Now our goal is to win Serie A and win the Champions League. All right, so season 2 officially begins, and I'm so surprised that Modric kept his rating. Like, if I can keep Modric here as long as I can, I'm definitely gonna do that, because this man is truly just timeless. Oh man, as soon as I say that though, he has 1 year left on his deal and I can't re-sign him because he's retiring. No. Oh man, that's so sad. We only have 1 year left with Luka Modric. That is so sad. Man, if we could somehow win the Champions League this season for Luka Modric, I would love to do that. Now in our budget, we have 190 million to spend, so that's a lot of money. So how do we further improve this team now? I'm thinking either a center back or maybe a midfielder upgrade over Loftus-Cheek. I'm not sure which though. That feels like probably the move this year in year 2. All right, so a new midfielder has been signed. We have signed Ezekiel Palacios from Bayer Leverkusen, the 25-year-old Argentinian midfielder. Now he's a little bit more defensive minded in terms of his stats, but I feel like alongside Modric and also Fofana, he looks like the perfect box-to-box mid we need. So Palacios, we have spent, I think, 94 million on him from Leverkusen, so we have spent that cash, but we have a new star midfielder for this team. Now, he is currently 85 rated. You know, he's got really good shooting, passing, dribbling, defending, so a perfect box-to-box mid right there. And he's still just only 26, so much more room for growth too. That right there is a midfield upgrade. So now I'm just thinking about the center back spot. Do I try and sign Tomori, a new center back partner, or not? You know, I think I'm going to give this defense here still a chance here. So year 2, I'm not going to make any more signings, only Palacios. You know, that feels like a slight upgrade over Loftus-Cheek, where maybe that could help us win the title, you know, go for the Champions League. But I want to give this center back pairing another chance this year before I decide to replace one of them at least. So Palacios brought in. Now this team is ready for season 2. I mean, after a second place finish, anything other than the league title, that would be a disappointing season year. All right, so year 2, AC Milan are going to finish in first place. Okay, so we get it done in season 2. Man, Juventus dropped off. We finished, what is that? 26 points above the previous champions, and we finished on 88 points, so pretty close to last year, but this time I guess Inter just couldn't challenge us. But okay, AC Milan, champions of Serie A again. That is a good start right there. Now Coppa Italia is going to be, it's going to be AC Milan again. So back-to-back Coppa Italia trophies along with the Serie A title. Already the double now for the Champions League. Oh, so league phase we finished in 16th. Okay, so that's not great. It means we played in that playoff round. So in that playoff round, we are going to beat Fenerbahce 4-3 barely. So round of 16, we're gonna beat Man City 4-2. Okay, that's a good win. Quarterfinals, we are going to beat Celtic 5-0. So we're in the Champions League semifinals. In those semis, we are going to, we're gonna lose to Arsenal 5-2. Man, we got so close to a Champions League final in year 2 for Luka Modric. The final was Arsenal PSG. Arsenal won 2-1 over PSG. All right, so year 2 is a Serie A title, a Coppa Italia trophy, but Champions League semifinal exits. Now, stat-wise, Okafor scored 42 goals for us, an 83 rated striker. Now, I believe Jimenez got injured early in the season. He was pretty much out for the entire season. He only played 12 games. So Okafor took over, and man, he scored 42. What an insane season for an 83 rated backup striker. And then Pulisic scored 26, so probably had the best season of his career by far. Leao, 24 and 21 is insane. Now, Luka Modric, his stats just absolutely like took a spiral downwards. Only 2 goals and 3 assists in 31 games. You know, it's kind of funny though, despite that, he's still 83 rated, so he's only really -1 this year. He's not fallen off rating wise, and you know what? I convinced Luka Modric to at least play for one more season here. He sees how close his team is to win the Champions League, so he wants to play at least one more year. So he has changed his mind about retirement. We're gonna sign him on a new contract, and he's playing for at least one more year now. Now, rating wise in the team, Leao was 90, so I believe that's the second 90 rated player alongside Magnan. But okay, Jimenez 86, Palacios 88, so he grew +3 in year 2. I mean, the whole team looks pretty solid, like very, very solid. I think though to win the Champions League, I see probably one spot we can improve on, and it's probably gonna be the defense. All right, so year 3 officially begins. The whole squad is at the World Cup, I guess, or something. But I think to get this team just one step further to a Champions League final, I think it's got to be a new center back. Like a truly world-class center back could take this team to the next level and become the best team in Europe, maybe. And man, we got 288 million to spend, and now we have to pick the right player. All right, so a new center back has been signed for 156 million. Maybe the most expensive defender of all time. We have signed Upamecano from Bayern Munich to be our new star center back. Now at 88 rated, he's one of the best center backs in the game currently in this save. So add that to this AC Milan team that just made it to the Champions League semis, just won Serie A. This should give us a great chance of winning the Champions League in year 3, which will be Luka Modric's final year at AC Milan and final year of his career. Like, bro, this signing was for you, Luka. All right, so year 3, that is our team. Upamecano and Tomori is the center back pairing. Man, this team looks like Champions League winning quality now. Now, I doubt Modric is an actual starter. I bet Loftus-Cheek will actually start over him. They'll probably split time, but okay, year 3, can this team reach a Champions League final? Can we do it for Luka Modric? All right, so end of season 3 with AC Milan. Do we defend our Serie A title 4-3-2? Oh, we're gonna finish in 2nd place. Bro, it's a repeat of season 1. So Juventus come flying back to win the title by 2 points over us. It's literally a repeat of season 1. All right, so that's not a good sign. Coppa Italia, though, is gonna go to Inter Milan. Okay, so no trophy so far in Italy. Now, we do finish 3rd in the Champions League, though, so that's good on 19 points. 6 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss. I like how that looks. So round of 16, we are going to beat Lyon 5-2. Quarterfinals, we are going to beat Man City again 4-2 this time. So back in the semis, and we are going to beat PSG 4-0. Okay, so we just destroyed PSG, and now we're in a Champions League final facing Barcelona, the 2027 final. Now, stat-wise, Pulisic 26 and 10. Man, he has become like the main man of the team almost. Leao 19 and 12, Okafor 16 and 4, Palacios 10 and 9. Jimenez, did he get injured again? He only played 20 games. Bro, Okafor has become like the starting striker out of nowhere. Now, Luka Modric, he's actually actually played 34 games still. Despite only 2 goals, 3 assists, you know, that's still a good season for a 41-year-old now. And he's about to play the final game of his career. Now, his stats still look so good. 85 passing, 85 dribbling, still 69 pace, so he's still probably pretty good in game. But okay, Leao 91, Palacios 90, Fofana almost 90. This team is looking pretty insane here. And Pulisic has really grown so much though. 89 and top scorer of the team. I feel like I got to play Okafor. Okafor has been the best player the past 2 years, so Okafor plays over Jimenez. Other than that, that is a team we're going to field for this Champions League final. Modric, he starts in his final game, and we now make AC Milan the best team in Europe again. And we are facing a very dangerous Barcelona team. Now, am I remembering wrong, or do we also face Barcelona in the last rebuild final? I'm not sure if we did. I think we did though. But okay, Champions League final, we're here. A chance for one of the best teams in the Champions League history to win another one. This time, a new look, you know, rebuild AC Milan side, develop side. We shall see if we can do it. Man, imagine your final game of your career being a Champions League final. That is just poetic. Now, that pass is not where I wanted it to go though. That is a poetic ending to a career. Now, Leao into Okafor. Pulisic making a run here. Pulisic, he just got taken out though. Okay, what a tackle that was. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Now, Theo Hernandez is a big matchup against Limal. Good tackle though right there. All right, Leao is gonna slide it to Luka Modric. Now I want to shoot with him, but probably, you know, let's get a bit closer. Pulisic over to Luka Modric. Good turn there. We got a cross to far post maybe. You know what? It's gonna be better actually. Palacios, Fofana. Slides it over to Okafor into Rafael Leao. First shot saved by Ter Stegen, and he is going to fall in. Okay, first shot, not bad. Okay, Yamal is bombing on the wing here. This is a little bit scary. Cross blocked by Theo Hernandez. Corner sent in. That is going to be... Oh, Luka almost... Bro, Modric almost just missed that that clearance away. Now Okafor almost got that too. This is a wild game so far. Oh, Fofana good tackle. No, that's a foul on Konate. There's no way there. All right, free kick is probably going to go to probably Rafinha. He is going to... Well, Rafinha just sent the fans a souvenir. That was terrible. Oh, great tackle on Yamal. Fofana now is going to control it into Luka Modric. Luka Modric over to Pulisic. Now there is space opening up. Pulisic. Oh, what a move there to cut inside. Pulisic on a crazy run here is going to fire it back to Okafor. Shot though is going to be blocked. Man, that was a really good chance created. We need this first goal here. We need to set the tone. Palacios, Fofana slides it to Luka Modric. Now we're going to hold this into Noah Okafor. A chance for goal 1 of the Champions League final, and he's going to score it. The surprise star striker of this team scores first, and look who assisted. It's Luka Modric. Now, I remember I did an AC Milan series, I think last year at some point, and Okafor was so good in that series. So I know he's good in career mode, and he's proven that in this video. All right, though, 1-0 in the 25th minute to AC Milan. Now, Konate to Lamine. We got to shut down this man. Fofana, good tackle there. Modric over to Pulisic. Man, Pulisic feels insane right now in this team. He's going to slide it to Luka Modric. Modric gonna use every last bit of that pace there. I need to reset a little bit. Livramento gonna slide it to Fofana into Pulisic. I'm just trying to find a shot here, but they pushed all the way back. Now we're coming back in though. Palacios. Oh, that was meant for actually Leao. But, oh my, Okafor gets all the way to it. Man, he almost got a shot away there. Bro, the players in this team are like actually insane right now. Modric into Pulisic. Oh, Pulisic, right as I say that, he has the worst touch of the game. That is the Tyztir jinx in real time. Now, Goodmanson, run here. Livramento can't really catch up. Crossover. Now it's going to be to Lamine. First touch, not good enough. Teo, good. Good tackle there. Fofana, good tackle there. Okay, Modric into Pulisic. Pulisic, Okafor's in again. This dude is insane. The finish, we just can't get it past Araujo though. All right, halftime, it's currently 1-0 to AC Milan. Now, I'd say we've been the better team so far, and it's kind of crazy. Luka Modric has an 8.1 rating. That is the highest in the team in that first half. So, final game of his career, this man is laying everything out on the field right now. Now, they're looking to have a good start here. Rafinha. Konate, we're tracking him. Tomori, good tackling there. Now Modric, just bring this forward. Gonna play it to Pulisic. Pulisic, header to Okafor. No, man, that pass just can't work, but it's a good idea. Okay, Rafinha's got a lot of space here, and we're not really catching up. Now it's a good pass. Konate, looking for the pass back. We're watching it. Fofana, another good tackle, though. Our defense doing their job in the second half so far. Now, Rafael Leao, though, is looking to be unleashed. He is gonna cut inside. Gonna look for a pass over to Palacios. Shot. It's gonna be a Ter Stegen save though. Man, we need the second goal right now. They're pushing. And De Jong over to Dani Olmo, trying to get over there. The shot is gonna be saved by Magnan though. Yeah, they're close to getting back in this game, man. We gotta score this second right now. If we don't, I feel like we're gonna score soon. Modric clearance is not great, but it finds Fofana and he clears it. All right, Upamecano wins it back. Now let's get this out calmly. 31 minutes in this Champions League final. Leao, great ball to Okafor. Okay, into Palacios. He is gonna, no, okay, actually works to Theo Hernandez. Actually gets to him. him. Theo Hernandez looking for a pass or something. Gonna get it over to... No, man, that wasn't the right option. I should have played it through. Man, Konate's got space here. This is a good chance to tie it up for Barcelona. Dragged back, and they are gonna tie it up to Dani Olmo. Man, I knew that was gonna happen if we didn't score in that for like that 10-minute stretch there. It is 1-1 with 20 minutes left in this Champions League final. All right, come on. We gotta retake this lead now. Retake the lead. Palacios, Theo Hernandez into Leao. Leao's gonna turn on the inside. Keep it. Nice. Okafor. No, man, I need that guy to make a run. Man, Dani Olmo. Konate's on a run there. Blocking it though. They look like they've stolen momentum. Okay, Tomori, good tackle there, though. And 15 minutes left. I feel like this can go either way here. Bro, we cannot lose this, though. Come on. Yamal in a dangerous spot. Goes back to Koundé. Back to Yamal. Gonna be Dani Olmo again. And, okay, good tackle there. Gonna be over to Rafael Leao. Turn. Nice. Oh, we just lost it there. Come on, boys. Come on, guys. 10 minutes left. This is so close. Bro, they have the momentum right now. I can tell they have it, but okay. Block by Teo. We have a chance to break. Modric over to Livramento. Livramento gets it to Pulisic. Pulisic. Oh, perfect pass. Over to Rafael Leao, and he's gonna score in the 84th minute. What a pass to make the breakthrough, and it's Rafael Leao to score. Is this the goal that wins us a Champions League final? An absolute tap-in, basically. We got 6 more minutes to defend. My camera's died, but we got 6 more minutes. My camera's died, but our hopes will not die. Cleared by Upamecano. Now Modric, run. You got no stamina left. This is the final 4 minutes of your career. Modric over to Pulisic. Pulisic is going to wait for Modric. Wait. Plays it to him. Modric is going to try to get for it. Oh, we just took out Araujo. What attack. Okay, boys. Defend. Defend, boys. Defend. Konate gets it over to Rafinha. No, if they score here, I might actually cry. Going to be Konate. Tomori. Tackle. The AC Milan man through and through. Clearance, and that is going to be full time. AC Milan win the Champions League 2-1 over Barcelona. In Luka Modric's final game of his career, he wins AC Milan the Champions League final. And hey, he had a high rating at halftime. He might be man of the match or close to it. Like, what a storybook ending to his career. And man, AC Milan looked like geniuses signing him, because they signed him and then 3 years later, they returned to the top of European football. Now, I was going to make Modric captain of the team, but I feel like Theo Hernandez, he deserves it. You know, at least in this universe, he turned down the Saudi contracts, instead stay at AC Milan, and he gets to lift a Champions League trophy for the club. So he deserves to lift that trophy. But okay, I would say that is job complete. Okay, so on the final day of the Premier League season, Aston Villa were robbed of a Champions League spot. One referee decision could have seismic effects on Villa for the coming years. And with no Champions League football next season, rumors are going around about big players leaving and the threat of falling back into mid-table obscurity. It's at an all-time high. Well, today it's our job to prevent that, to rebuild Aston Villa, get them back in the Champions League, and one day see if we can win Europe's biggest trophy. So officially we start season 1 of this rebuild. Now, I would be so sad if I was an Aston Villa fan. Coming that close to a Champions League spot, missing out though, that's just gotta hurt. And then especially under those circumstances. So that has put this club in a very interesting position. I think overall it's a good squad. I'm not sure it's a Champions League top 4 level squad just yet again, but despite there being a solid foundation, I think not having Champions League football for next season, it probably means one big player has to leave. Now, right now there's a lot of rumors about Emiliano Martinez going to Arsenal, but I think Unai Emery kind of shut down the rumor about it, so I'm not sure if he actually leaves. He could, but for the purpose of the video, the player that's going to leave is going to be Ollie Watkins. I believe he's our second highest rated player, and with no Champions League, it does make sense for him to go to a Champions League club. So Ollie Watkins has gone to Liverpool for 67 million. So I guess now this rebuild has truly begun. Now, with him being gone, we obviously need a new striker in this team, I think, and that's going to be probably our #1 target for this first window. Now, I could also see us needing a new left wing too, a new left mid. I think other than that, you know, right mid spot looks good with Malen and Bailey there. The midfield looks okay with Rodgers, Kamara, Tielemans, also Onana, Barkley. I think I'm cool with that. And then defensively, I think we're okay for now. So really in this first year, I think we need a new striker and a left mid. That's our main targets here. So first up, we have signed a new striker to replace Ollie Watkins. Now, for some reason, I didn't get any cutscene for the signing, but we have signed Darwin Nunez to Aston Villa. So we kind of just like swapped strikers with Liverpool, but I think Nunez in the Europa League, you know, at Villa, that could be a club where he can rebuild his career a little bit. You know, under Unai Emery with these players around him, I feel like could probably, you know, flourish more than at Liverpool. A little bit less pressure for him too. And I mean, still 25 years old, there's still potential there to unlock if he could just find more consistency. But Nunez is the first signing of this rebuild, and that is the Ollie Watkins replacement. Now, for our left mid, left wing target, I thought about bringing Rashford back to Villa, but I also thought, why not go for the younger player that was just told by Emery that he's going to leave Manchester United? Why not go for Alejandro Garnacho to be our new left wing starter? That's exactly what we've done. So we have signed Garnacho up from Manchester United, and he's going to be our new starting left winger for 35 million. So two players that really just not really wanted by their clubs, Nunez and Garnacho. They're going to be the two players to start this Villa rebuild. Now I'm thinking year one, we should finish top 8. That'd be our goal. I'm not sure this team is a Champions League team, top 4 team just yet. I will be happy with the top 8 finish. Okay, I can't lie. I am actually shocked here. In year one of this rebuild with Aston Villa, we finished in 3rd place on 71 points. So after 1 year, we have led Villa back to the Champions League. I mean, I really didn't think our team was a top 4 quality team, but something must have happened. So Man City win the title. We finished above Liverpool, United, and Spurs. Okay, so let's see what else happened. FA Cup is going to go to Arsenal. Carabao Cup is going to go to Liverpool. Now, Champions League final is between Inter and Real Madrid, but we were in the Europa League. So in the league phase, we finished in 8th place. That means round of 16. We got by Bilbao 5-2. Quarterfinals, we lost to Galatasaray 5-3 in the quarterfinals. Okay, so no trophies in year one, a Europa League quarterfinal exit, but 3rd in the Prem? Bro, like what happened to our team? How do we finish in 3rd place? Okay, I'm seeing Nunez up to 84, Garnacho 83, Rodgers 84 even. I am seeing some nice growth from some of these players here. And Nunez and Garnacho both grew like what, +4 and +5? I gotta see these stats. Holy moly, wait up. Nunez scored 44 goals in 56 games. Bro, Darwin Nunez is a madman at Aston Villa. Now even Garnacho 19-8 is still so good. Malin 19-4 is good, so I guess he won the starting spot over Bailey at some point in the year. Rodgers 7-12 from Cam spot is pretty good, but Nunez 44 goals is just insane. Bro, he won the Premier League Golden Boot over Son, Holland, and Foden. So in 1 year, Nunez has just basically rebuilt his own career. Bro, that's actually crazy. I didn't know if I expected that, but all right, so season 2, we're gonna be in the Champions League, which means more money. We can make better signings. I don't think this season 1 could have gone much better than that. All right, so year 2 of the Villa rebuild officially begins now, season 2. Now that first year caught me off guard, but okay, this is our current best team. So Ian Matson has taken over the left back spot over Digne. Man, I'm so surprised. Like after a year like that, my one worry is, can we actually replicate that? And how also do we get better? Now, I don't want to change too much. I think one spot we could strengthen is going to be the right back spot. Matty Cash is 27. He hasn't grown too much since we started this. So he's currently the lowest rated player in the team. So I feel like that's one spot we need to improve on this year in the Champions League. I think I'll keep Matty Cash on the bench as a rotation player, but this team needs a new right back. So I think a right back target that really fits what we're looking for, has La Liga ties to Unai Emery too, is going to be the Atletico Madrid right back Molina. He's 27 years old. He's 83 rated, so he's in his prime. So for about, I think, 49.5 million, we have signed him from Atletico Madrid, and it should be a clear upgrade at right back, a clear upgrade. His stats look so good: 87 pace, 80 dribbling, 79 defending. I think that makes our back line just so much stronger, and that feels like a Champions League level signing for us to celebrate us being back in the Champions League. And once again, I don't want to change things too much after that such a great season, so that's going to be our only signing here. I want to let Nunez, Rodgers, Garnacho develop more, and we're going to see if this team can repeat what they did in season 1, and also what we can do in the Champions League. Okay, so end of season 2, a little back down to reality. We finish in 5th place on 73 points, so same point total as last year, kind of. Just a much more competitive Premier League season here. So Man City, Spurs, Liverpool, Arsenal, top 4. I feel like 5th, I'm not too mad at. I mean, I was worried we dropped to like 7th or 8th, so I think 5th, I'm okay with that. Now, it does mean next year no Champions League football unless we won the Champions League again, which we'll see. So FA Cup is going to be Man City. Carabao Cup is going to be also Man City. Okay, they did the domestic treble. Now, okay, we actually finished 1st in the Champions League, a league phase. That is surprising. Only drawing one and losing one. So round of 16, we then beat Frankfurt 4-3. Quarterfinals, we are going to lose to Borussia Dortmund 4-2. Okay, so quarterfinal exit in the Champions League plus a 5th place finish. You know what? That's not too bad. I mean, in terms of growth, Nunez 86, Garnacho 87, Mount 85, Rodgers 87. So the team is growing very nicely. Even Molina up to 85. Even Martinez almost 90 rated. So the growth in the team looks pretty good, I think. That makes me okay with the 5th place finish because I think next year we're a favorite to win the Europa League. And then I feel like once we get back in the Champions League, this team could be like a solidified Champions League team, and we can stop yo-yoing, back and forth. Now, stat-wise this year, Darwin Nunez scores 33 this season, so he continues his great run. That is still an amazing season. Garnacho scored more, 24 and 18, Malin 12 and 8. But man, these two are really the stars of this team. That's so crazy. Our first 2 signings. I'm really surprised by that. Now, out of curiosity, did Darwin Nunez win back-to-back Golden Boots? He did not. Okay, so Mbuemo playing for United won it. Nunez came in 5th. But okay, I think a solid season for development. I think next year, like I said, we are favorites to win the Europa League. That's my goal probably. And I mean, maybe this team is not too far away from actually challenging for the Prem title now. All right, so officially season 3 of this rebuild has now begun. Now it seems like our whole entire team is at maybe a World Cup, but my question this year is, how do we ensure this team can finish in a top 4 spot? Because now the pressure is on for us to become a solidified top 4 team in the Premier League. Now I like Pau Torres at 83 rated, but I feel like we probably could do better at center back now. Maybe a new partner for Ezri Konsa. And a player that I think fits Emery's style at Villa so much is Piero Nkapie from Leverkusen. So we have signed him to be Ezri Konsa's new center back partner on the left side. Now in season 3, he's 85 rated, so a clear upgrade over Pau Torres. And I feel like he just fits the Villa team so much. So a huge upgrade for our defense. And we spent 85 million on him, so we really spent the big bucks there. So with Nkapie in the team, I feel like that it should make us a top 4 contender, a real one this year. I think if players continue growing like Nunez, Garnacho, Rogers, like this team could definitely finish, you know, maybe 2nd place even. Could be a dark horse for the Premier League title at this point. So I think Nkapie is the big signing in season 3. And I want to see if Nunez and Garnacho can continue to lead this team. Can we get back in the Champions League and even win the Europa League maybe? Okay, so season 3, we have done it. We have finished 2nd place in the Premier League. Only 5 points of Arsenal who win, but we do get Champions League next year, so that's huge. And our plan so far has gone so well. It's really gone according to plan. So 2nd place finish, FA Cup goes to Crystal Palace. Carabao Cup is going to go to Brighton. Now, did we win the Europa League though? Thankfully, we don't have to worry about, you know, getting Champions League through the Europa League, but it'd still be a great trophy to win. So we finished 3rd in the league phase. In the round of 16, we beat Anderlecht 7-2. Quarterfinals, we are going to beat Stuttgart 5-3. Then semifinals, we are going to beat Benfica 6-3. All right, so we have brought Villa to a Europa League final versus Chelsea, it seems like. And the winner of the Europa League is going to be Aston Villa 3-2 over Chelsea. So we actually win a European trophy with Villa in season 3. Man, that is amazing. I believe that's the first European trophy Villa have won since 1982, so it's been a while. Now, player growth looks so good, actually. Nunez 89, Garnacho 90, Rogers 88, Malin's hurt, but he is 86 rated. Nkapie is 88 rated, so that was a good signing. Molina 87, so man, growth just looks actually like really amazing in this team right now. With Garnacho and Martinez, the 2 Argentinian players being the highest rated in the team. Now, stat-wise, Garnacho has become the top scorer of Villa, so 36 and 11 from him. Nunez 28 and 6, Rogers 21 and 16 is so good from that cam spot. Okay, so this team is really starting to take shape now, you know, into a Premier League contender, a consistent top 4 team. I think we're so close to now going for a Prem title or even a Champions League title. All right, so season 4 begins with losing one of our best players. Tielemans has decided to leave the club. I think he requested a transfer at some point, so we've lost one of our starting midfielders. Now, funny enough, I think Onana has actually grown higher than Tielemans, so he actually will slot in over him, and it won't be too bad of a replacement right there. I think we have to advance one day to actually let Tielemans leave, but I'm not sure if we need to directly sign a new midfielder replacement for Tielemans. But okay, so year 4, this is how the team looks. Now, I think, honestly, overall, I'm pretty happy with it. Like, the starting 11 looks so good. If I had to pick out a spot that is a little bit worrying, I guess it's Matson and also Malin. It's kind of funny, the 2 M players, the 2 Ma players. But even at that, I still think they're good for this team. I think though, not going for someone in this year 4, not making a transfer might be, you know, a death sentence for this club. We need some kind of injection of new life. Now, I looked around and I really couldn't find anyone better than Malin for the right wing spot, or even Matson at left back that I like better. So instead of signing a starter, how about someone for the bench, you know, for team morale, for the fans? So we decided to bring Jack Grealish back to Aston Villa, a 31-year-old Grealish who's 82 rated, you know, to be a squad player off the bench, be for morale. So Grealish has returned to Aston Villa. Signed him for 35 million from Man City. Now he's going to be some pretty good squad cover on the bench, either at cam or on the left side. But I think honestly, this team is ready for the Prem title and the Champions League. I see no holes and also nothing that needs changing. So the players that started this rebuild, Nunez, Garnacho, can they now lead this Villa team to a Prem title or a Champions League title? I feel like we're not too far away. And man, I think I was right. Look at that. Aston Villa finished 1st in the Premier League and win their first Premier League title since, I believe, 1981. Man, so that's an 8-point lead over Man City. What a Premier League title win. I mean, this team looked like a Premier League contender, so I think we're seeing it now in the league table. So along with that, FA Cup is going to be Liverpool. Carabao Cup is going to be Brighton. Man, we can't win a domestic cup in this video. But now, Champions League. So we ended up finishing 5th in the league phase, so we skipped that first playoff round. That means round of 16, we are going to face Benfica and beat them 4-3. Quarterfinals, we are going to beat Dortmund 6-2. And then semifinals, we are going to beat Real Madrid 4-2. So we took down Real Madrid and now we're in a Champions League final facing Barcelona. So back-to-back European finals for Aston Villa. And we also won the Super Cup to start the year against Milan. But man, Premier League champions and in a Champions League final. Bro, everyone in this team is very close to 90 rated, other than Matson really. But Nunez, Garnacho 91, Rogers 90, Malin 89, Kamara 90, Onana 88. Like, this team looks absolutely insane. I can't believe how much Nunez and Garnacho have carried this team, how much they've grown. Like, they have both in this video just stick a middle finger to their former teams, Liverpool and Man United. Now, stat-wise for this season, Garnacho 43 and 13. Man, Nunez started the video off being the top scorer, but then Garnacho kind of took the keys up from him and has been like driving this Villa ship since. But Nunez 28, Malin 2011, Rogers 8 and 13. That's still pretty good. But man, it's truly the Nunez and Garnacho show at Villa. And now we're in the Champions League final. So we are officially just 1 win away from making Villa the best team in the world by winning the Champions League. And I gotta say though, the players in this team have executed our plan so well in this entire video, especially Garnacho and Nunez. From being okay with like a 5th place finish because we knew we had a good chance to winning the Europa League next year, to solidifying ourselves to a top 4 team, a Premier League contender every year, and now a Champions League team. Let's now see if we can finish the job and win a Champions League final. Man, this team is absolutely insane on paper, but see how good they are actually in game. Like, these are players that most of them are in their absolute prime. Now, Matson to Garnacho immediately. Garnacho's gonna cut inside. Gonna try to go for a shot there. Falls to Morgan Rogers. Okay, another shot. That's gonna be blocked. And Barcelona will escape by not conceding that first goal there. Oh, Molina on Rafinha. What a tackle that is. That is a strong tackle. Now, that is a cross in by Barca to Lamine Yamal, which that's a nice little back pass. Goes to Jonathan David. And Martinez makes the save. Okay, Barca having their first chance of the game here. Now, Pedri cross back in. Onana, good clearance out to Araujo. Oh, this is a dangerous chance actually. Bruno into Koundé, but defending is good there. Now, Kamara is going to unleash Alejandro Garnacho. Was told by Amorim to find a new club. Well, he found it, and he's looking for a Champions League final goal. He cannot quite get it just there, though. All right, this has been a pretty fast-paced start by both teams. And Capie comes over, and Rafinha just skips the tackle. What a dribble play by Rafinha. Okay, Molina. Good defending again, and we do get it out. Oh, Jonathan David. Good chance there, and Barcelona are going to score first in this Champions League final. Okay, they started this game off very, very well. It's a little bit concerning. Let's see if our team can respond, though. Rogers into Malin. Nunez. Back to Rogers. We're going to need some kind of movement here. Garnacho into Darwin Nunez. Nunez, that touch was so heavy. Nunez, though, the psycho he is, wins it back, and then he's gonna score. Bro, that was the most Darwin Nunez-like goal I think I've ever seen. A horrific touch, you know, he loses it, then he just gets it back, though. And then a very solid finish. Okay, it's 1-1 in the 37th minute. I'm not gonna lie, though, this Barca attack is causing us definitely some issues here. Konza, though, was strong there, and he was confident, although, okay, Rafinha just steals it back. Now, Rafinha has a pass or a shot. I don't know what he's taking, but you know what? We played that perfectly, and that's halftime. Okay, this is a very even right now Champions League final, and the second half begins. Now, Rogers over to Malin. There's a lot of space here. Malin cuts inside, past that defender. Nunez needs a runner. It's going to be Morgan Rogers' shot, and that is Villa taking a 1-goal lead. Man, this Nunez, Rogers, and Malin and Garnacho attack is so good. Okay, 2-1. Start second half. Good start. Nunez, great little pass here to Rogers, making the inside run. 2-1 lead, and I believe, yeah, the 51st minute. All right, Onana needs you to win that. Onana does win it. Konza gets to it. That's a good win. Now, Kamara to Garnacho. Garnacho is going to hold it. Oh, that's really nice play by Garnacho. He's going to find Ian Matson, which he is going to cut inside. Into Garnacho. Garnacho's first touch is good enough there. Gonna hold it, calm, find a right pass, go back to Kamara. Wait, that was meant for Kamara, not Onana. You know what? It's still gonna work. Rogers into Malin. Malin through to Garnacho. Finish, and Garnacho is gonna be just offside, though. Almost giving Villa a 2-goal lead, but oh, that's gotta be so close. And that would have been a huge moment in this game, although that's a steal by Rogers. Rogers into Malin. Malin, hold it, don't lose it. Malin is gonna drive forward, try to find, oh, that was a pass to Nunez that did not work, though. Molina, man. Molina, Rafinha has been like the matchup defensively for us this game, and Molina has done well enough. Although Rafinha has been very, very threatening. Kamara, Garnacho into Malin. Malin is going to play Nunez in. Darwin Nunez onside, and Darwin scores. 73rd minute, Villa 3, Barcelona 1. Man, this team feels amazing in game. 15 minutes left to hold out and win a Champions League final now. Molina again steals it from Rafinha there. All right, no mistakes. Everyone's got to be calm. We can try score a final one that would seal it. Malin, good touch there. Okay, I tried to find Garnacho, but that pass wasn't even actually towards him. Now pass over Matson. That's a good win. Garnacho over to Nunez. Gonna swing this back around. Garnacho over the top. Nunez, I tried to head that over to Malin. Okay, at least we're wasting time, though. Barcelona have 7 minutes to make a big comeback. Molina again wins it from Rafinha, man. Molina has been defensive MVP of this game. Now Rogers through to Malin. Malin has been also a surprise of this video, but this shot is not going to be quite in. We got a minute left, though, boys. I think we've done it. This team has proven to be such an amazing team. In the simming, also in game now. Okay, hold up. Yamal was trying to have an imprint on this game, which Emiliano Martinez actually let that go in. Okay, Yamal scores, but it shouldn't matter much because the ref should blow here full time, and he is. That is the last kick of the game. So Barca scored to make it 3-2, but that is going to be it. Aston Villa win the Champions League in year 4 in season 4, and this team is now the best team in the world. And it feels like every idea we had for this video just was executed perfectly by the players, the tactics. But we can't understate how much Garnacho and Nunez, you know, helped rebuild this team. 2 players joined that were completely thrown away by their clubs, came to a Villa team that just missed out on Champions League football, and they helped transform this side now into the best team in the world. As Emiliano Martinez lifts the Champions League trophy for Villa, that is so perfect. A fitting end to the video, I would say that is job complete. Man, what an amazing team, though. What an amazing team. Okay, in today's video, I am building a team, but not just any team. A team full of left-footed players only. And I want to see if a team full of only these left-footed players, if they can become the best team in the world. So we're going to build this team and then play out an entire Champions League campaign, playing all the important matches, and truly see for ourselves, are left-footed players just better? Can we actually build the best left-footed team in the world? So drop a like down below if you want to see more videos like this, and I say we just get right into it. So introducing Left Foot FC. And look at, even the horse is facing left, so it just works. But man, we have an absolute god squad to assemble here now. So we got to get the best left-footed players in every single position, and that does mean that some might be left out. But okay, I say we start assembling the Avengers of left-footed players. So starting in goal, this one's pretty obvious. We have Thibaut Courtois in goal. When he's healthy, he's probably just simply the best keeper in the world. Not only left foot, right foot, but he is the best left-footed goalkeeper in the game. Now at left back, we have Theo Hernandez, another easy pick. And once again, he's probably the best left back in the game, one of the best. Not even thinking about right foot versus left foot. At left center back, we have Alessandro Bastoni. And then next to him, we have Gabriel from Arsenal. Kind of funny, both their stats kind of similar, so it's a very well-balanced center back pairing. Now right back is where things get a little weird. We have Rafael Guerrero there. For the roles of this video, the player has to have the positions listed in their playable positions. So Guerrero is actually the best left-footed player that has right back in his positions. So meaning he's the best right back for our team. Now next is the midfield. First up, we have Granit Xhaka. It's kind of funny, went from being clowned to Arsenal to now becoming one of the best midfielders in the world. Next to him is going to be Martin Odegaard. I mean, pretty self-explanatory. He's one of the best midfielders in the world. He's so fun to watch. He's a leader on the pitch. An easy choice for our starting 11. Now we are going to play with a cam in this team. So at cam, we have Cole Palmer as our number 10. Make Cole Palmer so good. I had to fit him in there somewhere. So he's going to be kind of like our shadow striker, but Cole is in the team. Now right wing, this is where the controversy might start a little bit. I have Mo Salah at right wing. At 91 rated currently, he's the highest rated left-footed player in the game. Then at striker, another easy choice, of course, Erling Haaland. But this team is like an all-star team. It's nasty. So our front three is going to be Salah, Haaland, and then left wing is where things get also a bit more controversial. I currently have Foden there. Now once again, the rules for the video, they have to be able to play there, and they also have to say they're not playing out of position. And Foden works at left wing, whereas other players just don't for some reason. So he's going to complete our starting 11, Phil Foden. So yeah, you can say this starting lineup is it's a little bit good, just a little bit, but we still have players on our bench here that are some of the best players in the world. Our bench consists of Schlotterbeck, Vardiol, Camavinga, Silva, Marino, Rafinha, Yamal, Messi, and then Griezmann. Like bro, we got Yamal and Messi currently on the bench with Rafinha. Yeah, this team is just absolutely nuts. Now the one controversial thing, I would totally play Rafinha over Foden. I would do that, but when I do that, Rafinha is playing out of position. He's got the little exclamation point, so I don't know why I can't play Rafinha left wing without it telling me he's playing out of position. I think it's simply because he doesn't have left wing in his positions, which is kind of weird. Like he should have left wing there, but when I put Foden there, if we go to our tactics, you can see there's no out of position notification, I guess. And that way everyone playing, the game says they're playing in a right position. So I think because of that, I'm gonna start Foden, although I would really start Rafinha, honestly, if it was solely my choice. But you're telling me we got Lamine Yamal and Messi as super subs in this team? Like that is insane. Like Messi was the captain of the team when we did this last year. I think he was our best player. He's still gonna be important for us, but this time he's gonna be more like off the bench in the final 30 minutes of the game to get us a win maybe. Now we also have DeMarco Cambiaso and Ederson on the bench, just for cover in case of injuries, but that is pretty much left-footed FC there, and it's an absolute god squad. So I'm very excited to see what this team can do in the Champions League. Now, I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but our team is literally called left-footed FC. It's a created club team, so our name is literally just left foot. Now put us in the Premier League so we can see simming how we do in the Premier League through a whole season, but our focus today is the Champions League. So our first game of the Champions League is versus Benfica, so a nice test for our squad. I'm gonna play this first game. I want to get a feel for the team, see how we feel before the knockouts begin. But okay, first game, Left Foot FC versus Benfica. Of course, ultimate difficulty as always. I should say we also have some nice kits for the video. We got a blue one, we got a yellow one, we got a black one. Pretty standard, but I would say they're not too bad. Now I forgot to choose a captain. Who should be the captain of this team? I feel like Odegaard might be the actual best captain since he's captain of Arsenal. I think I'll give it to Salah. Actually, Salah is the highest rated player. I'll give it to Salah. I think Salah being the highest rated player, he deserves to be captain. So let's see how this left-footed team FC plays. Now, if I can't beat Benfica here, I feel like that's going to be pretty embarrassing. But okay, we are kicked off. Oh, I got to fix all the numbers. I'll fix them before the next game. But okay, first game, boys. Let's show the world that left-footed players are better. I should mention, I'm actually right-footed, but I bat left-handed in baseball, so I'm like half a lefty, if you can say that. So I'm kind of lefty, but also kind of not. I throw right-handed, but I bat left-handed. But I got some left-sided qualities, I guess. Now, we are letting Benfica have too much of the ball here. Bastoni misses a tackle, and then they almost just scored the first goal of the game, boys. That would have been the Tyztir jinx in real time. Palmer gonna get it out to Mo Salah, back to Palmer. Palmer is gonna play to Foden. Foden, okay, we can't cross it to Foden in that spot. Okay, Hernandez, Cole Palmer is gonna play it. Okay, that was actually Foden. Goes to Haaland instead. Haaland's strength just gets by, but it's gonna be, I think he was offside. And Palmer, Haaland, same team. It actually happened at one point. I think Palmer wasn't exactly Palmer yet, though. I will say, though, it's not been the most electric start. I thought we'd score our first goal by now, but not yet. Okay, that pass was meant for Holland, bro. Palmer, that pass wasn't very cold. Not gonna lie, Benfica are actually playing good here. This is way better than I expected. Maybe this isn't gonna be as easy as I thought it was. Pass through, shot, and they almost just scored. They had the best chance of the game so far. Okay, we need to wake up here, bro. We have a god squad. Salah, ball to Guerrero. Guerrero's gonna get it back to Salah. Salah, Palmer. Oh, what a ball to Salah. Onside. Salah, take this shot. No, he's offside again. Bro, is this left foot FC or offside FC? Gabriel, great steal there. Get it to Xhaka. Xhaka's gonna get it back over to Guerrero. Salah, great turn. Salah to Holland. What a ball. He better be onside. He is onside. That's the first goal of the video. Salah and Holland combined, they might be the duo to really win it all for us this video. 'Cause, man, if these two played together in real life, it would be just goals after goal after goal. All right, the first one under our belt. Make sure we win this first game now. All right, second half begins. Currently still just 1-0 to Left Foot FC. Probably gonna get Messi and Lamine on pretty soon here. Palmer, though. A chance to make it 2. Shot across goal, and the shot goes slightly wide. Hey, Granit Xhaka. What a ball to Erling Haaland. Haaland. Oh, it skips by 1. No, I was gonna pass it over. Oh, he just got pushed over, though, by Cabrera. Is that his name? That dude just made Haaland his son. I've never seen Haaland get ragdolled like that before. Oh, that's a good cross in. Defense, though, handles it very well. Salah. Oh, that was actually gonna be a good ball if it was in behind the defender, not in front of him. Xhaka's gonna get it to Odegaard. Try to turn there, but he's not gonna turn. Oh, chance for Benfica to score 1. Courtois makes a good save. Oh, that's gonna be another shot. Courtois makes another save. Yeah, the fact we have Courtois behind all these players, it's just an absolute cheat code. Odegaard should steal that easily. He is. Gonna play through ball. Great ball to Palmer. Palmer. Turn. Good. It should be a good counter attack. Palmer, Mo Salah. Oh, destroyed him with that touch. Salah on a run. He's gonna play it through to Erling Haaland. The counter attack of dreams, and that's gonna be 2-0. We just absolutely destroyed them. And that should give us a win in the first game of Left Footed FC. It should. Can you imagine if all the fans were all left-footed too? Like, we only allowed left-footed people into the stadium. What is that? Are we footists? Is that footicism? What am I even saying? Erling over to Salah, who's still onside, I believe. Salah cuts inside. He's gonna go for a finesse shot. Oh, Mo Salah, what a shot. That is our captain showing out. 3-0 for Left Footed FC. That's this game just done and dusted. Now I'm gonna call Rafinha, Messi, Yamal our special weapon X. I don't think we even need them this game. I'm gonna leave them on the bench. I'm gonna save them for the knockouts. That is gonna be our secret weapon though. We got a chance for one more because Mr. Cold Palmer's in. Stamina's low. Gonna feed it to his former teammate Haaland, and we can't score the 4th, unfortunately. All right, though, first game 3-0. That was a solid game. You know, it was a little slow to start, but I think once these players, you know, play more together, get more chemistry going, and also under the leadership of a psycho in Diego Simeone, this team has potential to be the best team in the world. Definitely the potential to be. So while we simulate to the knockout rounds, for those who are interested, I have another channel called Tyztir 2. It's pretty much like a gaming walkthrough channel, everything other than football FC related. And we just started an Oblivion remastered playthrough on that channel. Episode 1 is already out. So if you're interested, the link will be in the description down below. All right, so we simmed the Champions League phase, and I guess you could say we met expectations. We ended up finishing 2nd in league phase behind PSG. So I mean, it's good, but I would expect this team to finish 1st. 6 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss is definitely not bad. I kind of expected better, but at least we finished 2nd, so we skipped the playoff round. So now we start the knockout stage, the round of 16, and we do not have an easy start here. We're facing Barcelona in the first round. Now it's Barcelona without Rafinha, without Lamine Yamal, so they are weakened. I guess that's good for us, but it's definitely not an easy first matchup. So like usual, we're gonna sim the first leg and play the second leg of these ties. So first leg at Barcelona is gonna be a 2-1 win. Okay, I mean, that's not too surprising, but I like that first result. I like that. So now let's play the second leg. We're up 1 goal. We should be able to close the doors on Barcelona. We should be able to. So round of 16, Left Foot FC versus Barcelona, 1 goal lead. Feel like we got this in the bag. We got it in the bag. Let's try and not get overconfident though. Odegaard over to Teo Hernandez, who's playing that false back role. Now Palmer over to Foden. Foden is going to try and cross that to Haaland. Haaland, go for something special. He just kicked that guy in the face, I think. Bro, I swear he just kicked him in the face. Xhaka's gonna get it to Palmer. Palmer out to Foden again. This left-handed side might be a weakness for Barca. Foden, Palmer, slided to Granit Xhaka. One more pass to Mo Salah, shot, and that's gonna be the first goal of the game already. Salah's gonna make it 3-1. That's a 2-goal lead for Left Foot FC. All right, let's just keep it up. Let's keep it up. Sir Philip Foden is gonna play it to Sir Cold Palmer. Actually, that's Granit Xhaka. That's not called Palmer. That is not who I thought it was. Foden, though. Gonna pass it backwards. Finds Cole Palmer, shot. That's going to be a corner for us. Short corner to Odegaard. Odegaard's going to slide it over. Great ball. Palmer again, another shot in off the post. Barca are getting handled easily here. Cole Palmer does his signature cold Palmer celebration. Yeah, I think Barca without Rafinha or Yamal, they're just not that much of a threat, actually. We got a chance for more because Salah's in. Salah shot, and that's going to be number 5 for us on aggregate. Yeah, this is simply just not a contest here. This might be wrapped up before halftime. I have not had to bring out special weapon X yet. Messi, Yamal, and Rafinha are collecting dust on the bench. Foden, what a ball to... Oh, it's beautiful. No, he's going to be offside, I think. Is he offside? No, he's actually onside. That was perfect. Bro, we are playing so good right now. We are destroying Barcelona. That passing was just all left-footed, and it was beautiful. Foden, Granit Xhaka, Haaland just times his run perfectly, by the way. So that is currently, what, 6-1 on aggregate? I think Barca are done. I think they're done. So halftime, let's just put them out of their misery here. So jump to result, and it's going to end 7-2 on aggregate. So they scored 1, and we also scored 1 more, but that was much easier than I expected. I thought they'd be better despite still losing Yamal and Rafinha. Oh, man. Okay, so I just saw who we're playing next in the quarterfinals, and that just made me realize I forgot a player for our team. I literally forgot one. Bro, there's gonna be comments about him down below. How did I forget Bukayo Saka? How did I forget him, bro? He'd be better than Messi, Yamal, and Rafinha. How did I forget Saka? Oh, man, that's my fault. Saka, I apologize. You should be in this team. You should be. He'd be probably first off the bench, you know, after Salah. That's the one player I forgot. But at least it'll make this next time maybe a little more interesting. Because Arsenal, they might not have Odegaard, but they have Saka. And that is our next opponent in the Champions League quarterfinals. Left Foot FC versus Arsenal. And I like Saka so much. How did I forget him? All right, the first leg versus Arsenal is going to be a 1-0 loss. And it was Saka who scored. You gotta be kidding me. He won man of the match. Bro, he should be in this team, and he just won man of the match against me. I can't believe it. Okay, now we have to really beat them. I can't let my own mistake of forgetting Saka come back to haunt me and actually knock us out of the Champions League. So quarterfinals, we are 1 goal down, and we now need to make a comeback. Bro, I think we have so many wingers. I just really didn't notice that we were missing Saka. We have, you know, the bench is insane with Lamine, Rafinha, and Messi. I just completely forgot. This game would be so much easier if I didn't forget, but okay. 1 goal down at the Emirates Stadium away in London. A comeback is needed to advance. Oh, Martinelli, Gabriel. I almost forgot. Gabriel is also... Oh my, they could have scored in 5 minutes. Yeah, they also don't have Gabriel, so they're also weakened in the defense from that. Unless they like sign a replacement. Okay, Foden has got a chance here. Haaland, a chance for an instant. Oh, an instant equalizer, but it's going to be saved. Short corner, Salah over to Odegaard. Odegaard. Oh, that fake shot was disgusting. And oh, okay, that would have been a nice goal against his former team. Yeah, I might need Lamine and Messi on for this game. I might need special weapon X. Hernandez playing that false back roll perfectly into Cole Palmer. Gonna slide it to Mo Salah. Salah. Oh, that touch was disgusting. The shot's blocked though. Guerrero. Granit Xhaka over to Salah, trying to find Haaland, but I couldn't find him there. Yeah, this is definitely going to be tougher than Barcelona. I'm already seeing it. They're already playing better here. That shot, though, is not too threatening to Courtois. Come on, just got to tie this up, and then things will settle down a little bit. Nice pass, though. We cannot let them score again. We cannot let them score again. Havertz. Back to Thomas Partey. Havertz, don't let him turn you. Now that shot's easy. Oh, I thought Courtois was going to make an easier save on that one. That save did not look easy. This is a lot of Arsenal attacking, and that's going to be another save by Courtois, but we do survive it, I think. Oh my, Guerrero. What a ball. Please, oh, please keep it in. Foden. Beautifully done. Through ball. It's going to find Cole Palmer. Palmer's going to stop. Slide it over. We should get this. Odegaard shot, and we are going to get the goal. That took so long, but what a pass from Guerrero out to Foden there. Okay, Left Foot FC 1, Arsenal 1. That was the sweatiest goal I've ever seen in my life, but I needed it. All right, 1-1 in the 38th minute. This is tied up. Bro, like, they're not playing bad here. They're playing actually really good against me, and it's so annoying. Our team is so good. We should be playing better than this right now, but they're just finding the holes in our defense and making this stressful. Havertz over to Martinelli shot, and they are going to score 1 to take their lead back. Halftime, it's going to be 2-1. Arsenal have a 1-goal lead again. That is just so unfortunate. We can't lose this, boys. And I'm doing it. Special weapon X is getting unleashed here. So I'm going to do Messi at Cam for Palmer. I'm going to do Lamine Yamal for Salah. And then I think Rafinha for Foden. Let's do that. So kind of a brand new attack, but I think we needed this game. We need fresh legs on. We need another comeback, boys. Rafinha over to Gabriel. Is going to get it into Lionel Messi. So I got to fix the numbers in the team. I totally forgot to fix the numbers. Xhaka into Haaland. Haaland has got options. And go to Rafinha. Rafinha into Erling Haaland. Man, there's no space, though. They're defending us pretty well here. Granit Xhaka. Bro, where's the middle guy, though? Messi, where are you at? Messi. Chance to shoot his first shot, and it's going to be blocked. Short corner into Lamine Yamal. Slides it. Gabriel against his former team. The shot went off his hand, bro. That's so unfortunate. I'm starting to get a little bit nervous here. Just a little bit nervous. Bastoni steal. Oh, the pass to Messi, though, is not good. All right, Courtois, throw out to Rafinha. Rafinha, good touch. Keep it in there. Gonna play it to Granit Xhaka. No, man, Rafinha was making such a good run, but they closed him down so well. Arsenal are giving me major issues here. Oh, we got to tie it up. Just first thing, can't think about winning. We just got to tie it up. Odegaard to Lamine Yamal. Lamine over to, okay, wait, Lamine keeps it. Messi, in a good spot, Messi. Please don't get blocked. No, it's just congested so much in the box. I can't find any space right now. Rafinha, Messi, Haaland. Good first touch. Now, bro, we need to run. Haaland. No, man, we're just too slow right now in the attack. Oh, no, Arsenal have figured us out. Is he onside? Martinelli's onside. Could this be the end of our journey? Martinelli shoots, and it's going to be now a 2-goal lead for Arsenal. Is that the end for left-footed FC? We got 12 minutes to score 2 now. I can't believe it. Okay, we're going to try, though. Guerrero, going to run here. I will not go down without a fight. Yamal, over to Haaland. Haaland. Find the space. Haaland shot. It's going to be 2-2 again. It's 3-2 in aggregate. 8 minutes to find one more, boys. Just one more. Messi steal. Haaland, where are you at, Haaland? Going to play it up over the top. Haaland, great first touch. Is going to go for a finish, and Raya makes the save just barely. 4 minutes left. Short corner. Lamine Yamal. All right, slide it over. We're going to find a shot in the box here somehow. Bastoni, why are you sitting here? Over. Oh, my. Messi. Wait, find the better shot. It's going to be Lamine Yamal shot. Lamine Yamal shot, and we have tied this game up. Special Weapon X comes to the rescue. It's 3-3 on aggregates. Literally Special Weapon X. I can't believe what I've seen here. The comeback. Bro, that was Messi and Yamal. We are not done yet. It's currently 3-3. Okay, we got a minute added on. Honestly, take me to extra time. I don't want to lose this right now. Oh, no, please. Please, no, Guerrero. The one weakness against Martinelli. Martinelli. Bro, no way they score here to ruin me. No way they score here to ruin me. Okay, please, Dybala? Where did you come from? Gabriel, good tackle. And this is now going to extra time. Okay, we got more subs here. So what should we do? We got Marino, we got Camavinga, Silva. I think I'm going to let's do Schlotterbeck for Gabriel. Let's do Vardiol for Guerrero. Put Theo on the right. I'm going to do, oh man, I want to bring on, let's do Camavinga for Granit Xhaka. Let's do that. And I think that's it. Come on, can these fresh legs help me? The freshness. And Special Weapon X deliver another goal for us. Camavinga. We got options here. Messi. Haaland is free. Messi. Great ball to Erling Haaland. Haaland, please. Shot, and that's going to be a lead for left-footed FC. Messi again pulling the strings. Special Weapon X. Through ball finds Haaland in stride onside. And Haaland, another good finish. Bro, please give me this win. I deserve it, bro. I absolutely deserve it. Oh, okay, just give me the 2-goal lead, bro. Just give me it, please. FC gods, give me it. Odegaard over to Lamine Yamal finesse shot. No, I probably should have taken that. Odegaard wins it beautifully, though. Camavinga, Haaland, over to Lamine Yamal to score another big goal in this game, and that might seal it. Messi and Yamal, the two best super subs of all time, have maybe just won us this game. Bro, we looked defeated. We looked done. We looked dead. But we are still alive in the Champions League. Bro, I am about to scum Arsenal here. I am going to hold the ball and not give it to them, bro. I need this win. I will not let this be the last game of the video, bro. I will not let it. And I got to say, this is probably one of the most satisfying wins I've had so far in FC 25. Because, bro, we were dead with 10 minutes left, and on 3-minute halves, that's like no time at all. But we scored 2 to tie it up, and then extra time, seal it. Messi. Hey, what is this? Oh, that shot looks so weird. We almost just broke the net. Someone go for something special. Bicycle kick. Oh, Vardiol's gonna seal with the cherry on top. Bro, he just scored a bicycle kick to end Arsenal. I have seen some special things from this team in this game. Some special things. Look at Rice, bro. He's actually gonna clear that, but Vardiol just got to it first. What a bicycle kick. Are you kidding me? But okay, we take care of Arsenal and move on in the Champions League. We are still alive. All right, so next up, Champions League semifinals. Now, we've had some tough matchups in the round of 16 and the quarterfinals, but in the semifinals, we have Sporting in the semifinals. I mean, honestly, we should beat them easily. I don't know how they've got here. They actually beat Bayern 6-3. So maybe I'm underestimating them. So first leg here, it is going to be at home. It's going to be a 5-0 win. Okay, yeah, I don't think they have enough to beat us. I don't think they have enough. I think 5-0, this is already done. So I'm confident enough to just sim the second leg. Second leg's going to end 2-7. So what is that, a 2-2 second leg? Yeah, it's 2-2. So in any case, we don't even have to play the semifinals. We make it to the Champions League final, and we're now facing PSG in that final. Now, if you remember, they finished above us in the league phase. They finished on 21 points. So it's the second team from the league phase now in the Champions League final. That's very fitting. A chance for left-footed FC to become the best team in the world. All right, so before we play this final, let's see how we actually did in the Premier League and see if our team, won any other trophies. So in the Premier League, we're going to finish in 4th place on 80 points. So Arsenal without Odegaard, without Gabriel, still win though the Premier League title. I mean, that's a little weird. FA Cup is going to go to Newcastle. Carabao Cup is going to go to Left-Footed FC. Okay, so we won one trophy. That's nice to see. Now, in terms of stats throughout this season, Haaland scored 40, Salah scored 20, Palmer 18, Foden 18, Odegaard 12 and 23 is insane. All right, it's a pretty balanced scoring throughout our best attacking players. All right, though, just one more final game to play though. PSG versus Left Foot FC to try and become the best team in the world. You're not gonna lie, after the Arsenal comeback, I'm feeling very confident in this team now. The fact that we pulled that off, even though PSG are really good, I got a lot of confidence in these left-footed players here. So Haaland is gonna get the Champions League final kicked off. Let's try and take home this trophy, boys. Hey, I was gonna get it. Granit Xhaka, good turn there. Into Haaland, we got runners. Salah, bro, Salah, I need you to run. You're just standing there. Granit Xhaka wins the ball to Palmer though. Okay, this is a slow start for them. Salah moves here. Haaland, good turn there. Haaland up to Salah. Salah volley. Oh, that's gonna fall. No, that should have been an open net, bro. That should have been a goal. Man, that was a great move for us to start this game. Granit Xhaka from distance. Why not? Ooh, that shot looked good. Had too much power on it though. It definitely felt good. Odegaard into Palmer. Palmer, you know what? They're staying attached to Haaland, and Cole Palmer is just going to score himself. So far, PSG's defense does not look up to defend this team. 1-0 early days for Left Foot FC. Okay, defense, first chance to defend here. Zaire Emery actually gets by there pretty easily shot, but defense did well, I think. Okay, this is some great play. Dembele over. Okay, Gabriel, just run and clear this ball out, please. All right, that was a decent attack for them to start. Although, man, there's space here. What is their defense doing? Mo Salah in the box. Back to Cole Palmer. He almost scored 2 in the final. Probably should have, to be honest. Short corner to captain Salah. Salah cuts inside, looking for that signature finesse. Oh, Salah, you could have went for the rebound. Kind of just stood there, though. Man, our team is on a full force right now. Ball to Foden. Philip, slide it backwards. It's going to be Palmer. That is not where I wanted it to go, but we are still going to get a good shot away, and it's saved. Go Foden. Haaland. Pass over to Palmer. Palmer slides it. Slide it again. No, I wanted that ball to be through the defenders to Salah. That would have worked. Couldn't quite execute it. Haaland's going to slide it over to Cole Palmer, who's been the star of this game so far. He could have had 3 by now. Oh, we got to score this second, though. Take control. Assert our dominance. Pass back all the way to Philip Foden. Long shot. Donnarumma. What a save. Come on. Just complete full stretch for that. Salah. Finesse shot. It's going to be blocked. Okay, PSG are just barely hanging on right now. Granit Xhaka. Palmer. A chance to score 2, takes his time. This is Cole Palmer's Champions League final. Halftime, it's 2-0 at PSG. It doesn't look like it's going to be a good day for them. It just doesn't. Halftime, and we have been dominant so far. Guerrero, Odegaard, slide it over. Slide it. Now, Teo Hernandez in that, man, that's such a good long shot spot, but that's blocked, unfortunately. I wanted to see where that one was going. Haaland tries to find Salah. We're not going to find him there, though. Oh, a chance for them. Teo Hernandez doesn't come over, and Dembele is going to score. Man, I tried to take control of Teo there, not the center back. Okay, they score 1. They're back in it. They've slowed the game down here in the second half, you know, kind of throwing us off a little bit. All we got to do, though, is keep scoring goals. Whoa, that's a strong tackle. Okay, maybe this is not over yet. Got to run through the tape and finish this game, boys. Granit Xhaka through to Cole Palmer. Palmer looking for a Champions League final hat trick. Salah, oh, he has an open net, but he can't reach it. I need this third. Odegaard, Palmer turns. Oh, my Palmer. Gonna play it. Oh, I tried getting it to Haaland there. I should have just shot with Cole. All right, getting a little nervous now. A little bit nervous because that last goal came out of nowhere. Dembele is the dangerous player to watch. Bro, he just like stuttered right there. Teo, good steal. Come on. Counterattack. This might seal the final for us. Foden gets it to Palmer. Haaland stays on side so smartly. Does he have the pace? Does he have the finish? No, not quite. Oh, I'm actually getting nervous here. No, Kvara, he's got space. No way. I'm not losing this after being so dominant, bro. No way. Gabriel tackle. Oh, it's going to go right back to them, though. Fabian into Dembele. Bastoni. Good tackle there. This could be it. Palmer is going to slide it over to Philip Foden. Phil Foden, this should be it. Oh, bro, he just got caught up from Marquinhos? Like, what? How did he just get caught up there? I want to bring on subs, but time is running out here. We don't need subs. We just need to finish this game, boys. Run through the tape. Odegaard into Salah. Over to Palmer. Can he find the final to seal the hat trick? Cole Palmer shot, and it's gonna go slightly wide. Okay, we literally have 60 seconds left. Let's bring on special weapon X. Let's go Lamine for Foden. Let's do Messi for Palmer. I think we leave it at that, actually. So just Messi and Yamal on. I think we've done enough, though, to lift the Champions League trophy. I don't think they have time here. No, they don't. PSG, they put up a good fight against us, a really good fight, but nope. Left-footed FC has just won the Champions League. That first half was pure dominance. The second half was kind of slow, you know, threw us off a little bit, but in the end, we are still crowned champions, crowned crowned the best team in the world. Man, that Arsenal game was so stressful. That was so incredibly stressful. Messi and all got it done for us in that Arsenal game, and then it allowed us to win the Champions League final in the end. Without them, I don't think we beat Arsenal. I don't think we win this. So they are the kind of super sub heroes off the bench. But Captain Salah, the highest rated player on our team, is going to lift the trophy. Captain of Left-Footed FC, and now lifting the trophy to crown a team full of left-footed players as the best team in the world. All right, I would say that is job complete. Okay, today I'm going to try and save the worst Premier League team from relegation. So we're going back in time to January using live start points. So Southampton IRL finished with only 12 points this season. They might be one of the worst Premier League teams of all time. And if we go back to January, they were still sitting in 20th with only 6 points, 10 points away from safety in 17th. So it's going to be our job to take over the club in the start of January and see if we can rewrite history, you know, making the right signings, making the right tactic decisions, and see if we can save Southampton from relegation. So I say, let's get this started. So it's currently January 2nd as we start this, and yeah, this is just a sad looking season. 6 points only, like 1 win in only 19 games. That is just so sad. And you know it's sad because at this time, the current top scorer of the team was a center back, or at least your center back has as much goals as your 2 top strikers. So that's a sign this club is in deep trouble. So yeah, we've got our hands full today. Now I think to make this challenge a little bit tougher, I'm only going to be allowed to play 1 game per month. And then in the last month of the season, I'll be able to play 2 games. And of course, like our main series, every game we played on ultimate difficulty. So yeah, this is about to be a challenge. Now, this is the current starting formation that we started with, and I feel like this is just not going to work if you want to avoid relegation. So we are going to switch to a 4-1-4-1, I think, at least to start. And then currently, I think this is our best team on paper, what we can put on the field. Now, it's not horrible, but there are some issues here, some big issues. I think like the striker department only scoring 3 goals. That is a main concern. I think we're also not getting enough from the wingers, you know, in terms of scoring, assisting. And I think also the midfield could use, you know, a little bit of a facelift too, maybe a small one. So really the choices we make here in January might, you know, make or break this challenge. Now, in terms of our budget, we have 44 million to work with, so it's not too bad. It's just if we don't make the right signings here, this team stands no chance of being safe. And we might have the same fate as team had in real life. So I'd say it's time for some signings. Now, first signing, it has to be a striker. I mean, Armstrong 3 goals, Archer 3 goals. That's just not good enough. I can't trust these guys to lead us to safety. So for our first signing of today, I'm looking at Kasper Dolberg from Anderlecht. You know, 77 rated, 4-star weak foot. His pace isn't too bad. The finishing also 81's not bad. In terms of being budget friendly, this is probably the best option we can have at striker if we want a new striker. So I'm going to see if I can get the best deal possible here. So I'm going to start with this value, 13.5. Anderlecht are going to want 18.9. Now that is a little bit rough. Okay, let's go to 15 million and they accept that. Okay, that's actually a pretty good deal if you ask me. I mean, I have a plan for 2 more signings and I feel like we might barely just have enough money for it, just barely. But okay, first signing of this challenge is going to be Kasper Dolberg as our new starting striker. Now he's definitely not role leader though, so I don't think he's going to come in and score like 30 goals for us the rest of the year, but it should be a clear upgrade over what we have currently at Southampton. So with Dolberg, the challenge is officially kicked off. So I think for our next signing, I could use a winger with an eye for goal, you know, someone more attack oriented. I want Dibbling to start still, so it's got to be on the left side. So I was thinking, what about Jota? Jota from Celtic, he was playing in Sada recently. You know, Portuguese winger, 80 dribbling, 86 pace. You know, he doesn't look definitely too bad. I'm not sure I've used him that much, but now I'm just noticing the 68 finishing is not that great, but he'd only cost maybe like 10 million. I feel like he'd be great in the left wing and, you know, give us a chance for safety. So we're going to try and make Jota signing number 2. So let's go for 8.5 million and they're going to flat out accept that. Okay, that's a deal right there. So Jota accepts contract. He's now a Southampton player, and yeah, I think it probably becomes our highest rated and best winger on the team. So Jota and Dolberg inserted into the team. Now, honestly, I feel like the defense isn't too bad. I like our left back, right backs. I like our center backs, you know, with Bella Kotchap Stevens as backup. I think probably for my last pickup, it's going to be in the midfield. Now, our money is starting to run out, but a player that would be an absolute bargain pickup would be Jordan Henderson, maybe. Now, Ajax, I don't think they want him anymore. He's 80 rated, 34 years old, but he could still be so good for us for 6 months for this challenge. I mean, basically all his stats are in the yellow or green, so that's exactly a well-rounded midfielder I'm looking for, a box-to-box mid, and we could get it potentially for only what, 6 to 7 million. And hey, he's got the experience, leadership we need. So, and okay, so they accept 8 million for Jordan Henderson. I mean, that's such a bargain. He becomes what, our second highest rated player. So that is pretty much most of our money gone. But yeah, that is an upgrade, a sign that could truly keep us up this year, maybe, and help us complete the challenge of making Southampton safe. So Hendo, welcome to Southampton. And now we got a rough road ahead of us. So with those 3 pickups, I think that's our current best team now. I mean, honestly, it's better than before. It's still not great, but it's better than before. So, I mean, I'm hoping it gives us our best chance to avoid relegation, but you never know until we actually get into it. So Henderson and Dolberg become the 2-3 highest rated players in the team. And now the true mission starts, avoid relegation. All right, so we can only play 1 game per month, so we got to be pretty smart here picking the game. I think out of these 4 here, I'm going to play Brentford at home and then sim the other 3. I think I'm going to pick Brentford at first. So the first game basically of the challenge, let's do that. You know, Brentford are good, but they're definitely beatable. I mean, at least I think so. So once again, currently 10 points away from safety. First game of the challenge is Brentford at home. Now, you might notice that I think Downs actually hurt for like 3 weeks, so we can't play this game, but he should be back pretty soon. So for this first game, Henderson plays CDM, and then Aribo comes in on that left center mid spot. But okay, you know, oh, no, not this kind of start. Okay, that could have been such a bad start if we conceded, what, 5 minutes in? Yeah, this is, it's going to be interesting. All right, Dibbling through to Fernandez. Okay, back to Dibbling. This is not bad. Now Dibbling up to Dolberg. That cross looked good, but it's going to be caught. And I am about to learn how bad this team is. Like, get ready to learn relegation, buddy. Okay, that cross is cleared. Oh, Wisa got free there. This is not good. Dragged back over to, okay, I can't pronounce the guy's name, but a good block by Harwood Bellis. Corner is sent in from Mbuemo. That is going to be Dibbling. Good clearance away. Header backwards is fine. It's fine. It's not threatening. Oh, what am I doing, bro? What am I actually doing? Oh, Harwood Bellis. Great tackle there. Just saved me. All right, Fernandez. Great ball there. Now we got Dibbling overlapping. Now he's going to run forward. Okay, Dolberg, you're in a horrible spot. Bro, Dolberg, you are in a terrible spot there. Oh, Fernandez steals it. Keeps it into, almost kept it. Wait, ref, that's a foul. There's no way. Bro, we got a foot on it. Then he just got pushed over so he couldn't control it. Man, that was totally a foul. I don't agree. Okay, we just fouled him there, right? Okay, nope. Okay, the ref, you know, he made up for that last call. He made up for it. Now, Jota to Dolberg. The new signings combine. Through to Jota, first shot, and that's going to be the first goal for Southampton. A goal on his debut. It's 1-0 in the 34th minute. Hey, every goal is 1 step closer to safety, a very small step. All right, nice start to this challenge. Nice start. Oh, Aribo, good steal there. Dolberg, run, bro. Dolberg, you better run. Come on. I want to see that 77 sprint speed. I'm seeing it. Dolberg in on goal, and he's gonna make it 2-0 in 38 minutes. Okay, we are off to a flying start today. Yeah, I think I chose a game to play because Brentford don't seem that up for this game, so it could be a good chance to get to our 9th point of the season, maybe. Now, cross in though, cleared Bednarek, and then clearance away by Fernandez. Man, the team is showing up for their new coach. Oh, that's a good crossover though. Man, Bednarek, good clearance there. That was beautiful. All right, first half, I am thoroughly impressed right now with this team. All right, boys, let's keep it up and actually secure this win. Come on. Jota to Fernandez, who we used in a previous series not too long ago. Now, Aribo chance to shoot. Is that not a foul, ref? Apparently not a foul, man. I don't know about that. Hendo, good. Oh, Henderson, good tackle there. And he also, oh, he can't quite keep it in. Doesn't have the legs for that anymore, I guess. Fernandez, okay, Fernandez, man. He is a star in this team. I already know that. Henderson, good touch there. Gonna play it over to Fernandez. Fernandez has Dolberg. Another runner. It is gonna be our right back shooting across goal. And it's gonna be 3-0 to Southampton. Now, I'm not sure if this is like the new manager bounce or what, but all right, this team is looking up for this challenge today. Oh, that's gonna be a shot. Whoa, okay, Ramsdale didn't even look. He didn't look like he was ready to save that, even if it was going in. That was concerning. Oh, chance here for them to score, which, okay, Wisa should have got a better header on that. That was not too good. Jota over to, it's gonna be Manning. Okay, up top. Okay, Dolberg, bro, what is his IQ stat? What is his, I guess, positioning stat? Because this man doesn't know where to be, I think. Fernandez, gonna go for a long ranger. That's gonna be blocked. Fernandez still has it, still fighting for it. Okay, can't quite get it there, actually. And we have outplayed Brentford today, though. Dibbling, long shot. It's okay, it's gonna go off that guy's arm, I think, but the ref doesn't call it. It might have been clean. Now, Wisa, they're looking to score here. Oh, we got by me so easily. But, okay, that shot looks so weird. It is not gonna go in, though. First game of this challenge is gonna be a very nice win. Dibbling, gonna cut inside there. Gonna look for a shot. It's gonna be blocked. Second chance. Okay, it doesn't fall to him though. Now Brentford, one final chance. Gonna be a crossover. Harwood Bellis. That is good defending. And okay, game 1, 3-0 win. That right there is a nice start to this challenge. Man, that's so funny. Look at us. We're up to a whopping 9 points on the season, man. We might hit the double digits soon. All right, now the luck of the sim begins, though, for us for the rest of January. So first game is a meeting at Old Trafford. It is going to be a 2-1 win. Okay, look at that. So Dolberg scores, Aribo scores, and I can't believe it. So in just 2 games, we have equaled Southampton's point tally in real life, but what, like 17 games early? And that just shows you actually how bad Southampton were this year. Like, that shows that more so. But okay, we are a whopping now only 6 points away from safety, although it's probably 9 if Everton win, maybe. All right, still a long road ahead of us. You know, still a lot of games to play, but this has been the dream start. Now, next to Nottingham Forest, and we are brought back down to reality. That's going to be a 3-1 loss. And then to finish January, that's a point versus Newcastle. You know, I'll take that. Jota scored. That's actually a pretty good result. All right, so it is now February 1st. First game is versus Ipswich Town, but we currently still sit in 20th, and we are a whopping still 6 points away from safety. Now, this Ipswich game is kind of a big game. I feel like, you know, what is it, a relegation 6 6-pointer, but I kind of feel like we might have a good chance to win that in a sim, where I feel like Chelsea might be probably the one we're most expected to lose in a sim. And this is tough. Like, do I go for a game that I probably think I could win, or do I go for the tougher game to try and like steal a point or 3 points away from them? Oh man, you know, I think I'm gonna play Chelsea. We're gonna test out this strat. So we're gonna sim Ipswich Town. It is gonna be a 1-0 win. Okay, good. Armstrong scores off the bench, and that's a big 3 points right there. All right, so after that, it's gonna be a 2-0 loss to Bournemouth. Okay, so that's not great. And then next is gonna be a 1-0 loss to Brighton. Okay, so we just lost back-to-back games against teams that we could have beaten. So yeah, that's not a good sign. All right, so time to face Chelsea now. What makes this a big game because we just lost our last 2. So currently we sit still in 20th, and we are 4 points away from safety. Okay, we're still right there, but man, those 2 losses hurt. If we could even get a point here, that'd be a huge result for us. So Stamford Bridge, let's see if we can get some kind of result to help us. I mean, a win would be amazing, but I'm not sure if we can do that against a team like this. We'll find out. Now to start, Jota over to Fernandez in the long shot spot that looked threatening, but Sanchez will catch. And that shot, I thought it was gonna go in. All right, Felix, no, you're not doing that to me. No, absolutely not. Manning, okay, Neto gets that. Man, okay, I tried to tackle it, but he cleared it instead. Dolberg is gonna get the header actually though. Goes to Jota. Okay, hold up. Back to Dolberg. Runner here, it's gonna be Manning. Manning, crossover. It's not a great cross. Okay, we're almost there though. Gonna be Henderson. Okay, can't win that. That was so awkward, man. Oh, tackle. Oh man, what a tackle that is. That was amazing. Okay, Dibbling, keep it. Okay, we're fine. This is a kind of a sloppy game so far in terms of possession. Now a chance for a cross here. Dolberg, I see you. He's calling for it. Now that is not Dolberg, man. That's not him. Dibbling goes to Jota. Bro, this ball is like going everywhere this game. I just can't control it. Bro, what do they do to the field here? Is this thing like slicked up? All right, Chelsea getting their first attack finally. It's going to be Felix. Over to Jackson, shot. Bednarek will get the block in. Corner in from Palmer. That is going to be a header that's dangerous. Ramsdale is going to save it at least. Okay, we survived that. Another corner sent in. That is another dangerous header. Okay, that is 2 dangerous corners from Chelsea. Endo, good pass to Fernandez. Now Fernandez going to try and get around a guy here. Oh man, Fernandez is truly a beast, man. He truly is. Bro, he's going all the way here. He's going to get it over to Tyler Dibbling. Now he is going to keep it in. Back in. Now Fernandez, good chance to shot or take a shot away. Oh, that's a good shot. It's going to be saved. Man, Fernandez's shots, I feel like they're always going in. Oh, Neto. No, Neto. Oh, I tried to take him out. I actually missed. And then Hardwood, Belliski actually got the ball. Okay, that actually works out for us. Fernandez over to Dibbling. Dibbling. Oh, perfect through ball. Oh, we just can't. Whoa, Sanchez just took out my player, man. Man, these teams are treating us very physically to start this challenge. Palmer over to Neto. Neto. Now, this is not great. We're going to go for a slide tackle. Bednarek. What a clearance, though. That was, I should say block, man. That was beautiful. Now, Neto's going to slide it over to Palmer. Another block needed. Bro, Bednarek, another one. This dude is insane. Corner sent in. That is going to be cleared. Now, okay, is that Bruno Guimaraes? I think it is. That's a weird signing for Chelsea. Going to be Buddy Shield over to Palmer. Palmer. Oh, the dribbling there is nice. Ramsdale is going to make another save, though, and that's going to be halftime. All right, I would say so far in the first half, we were at least competitive. You know, we're not getting dominated quite. I would say that's a positive sign here. Now, Felix. Oh, we actually did steal that. Okay, hold up. Henderson. Play to Jota. Man, Reece James read that pass so easily, though. Palmer. Chance here. It's going to be a tackle. Foul, maybe. Okay, hold up. Oh, they're going to get the foul, actually. All right, they might. This free kick's kind of far out. I don't think they're going to score it. I don't think they are. Going to be Reece James. And okay, that was taken so quickly. Bro, the camera couldn't even keep up with that. Like, what was that free kick? Now, Fernandez. Dolberg was on a run here, but that's good defending from Badiashile. And I feel like this game's winnable, though. It's very winnable, or at least getting a point once again. Fernandez, we're going to try to play it to Dibbling. Oh, that was almost timed perfectly, man. Guerrero over to Guimaraes into, okay, they're moving this ball around pretty well now. Jackson looking for something. He's going to go back all the way to Disasi into Palmer. They are moving this thing around like they're prime Barcelona all of a sudden. Palmer, Jackson, shot, and it's gonna be 1-0 to Chelsea. Bro, they just like flipped a switch and turned into like prime Barcelona. That was insane. Okay, we are down 1-0 in the 64th minute. We find a way to get a point here. Oh man, we just lost it so easily though. Take him out. Oh, we just missed. That's not good. Felix gets it over. This is not good, Jackson. Oh man. Oh, I actually timed it perfectly. It went right back to him though. Okay, at least it's gonna be a save. Okay, great pass to Dibbling. Dibbling. It's got a right-sided player here. It's going to be the right back. Dibbling, timed right. Back to Casper Dolberg shot. Oh, man, the angle just wasn't there. 75th minute corner. Manning. Dibbling's there. It's going to fall. It's going to be Jota. Can't get a shot away. Oh, he just got stuck on the player, man. Oh, Neto's away now. And, oh, that might be a red card. It might. Okay, maybe it's going to be a yellow. Oh, they're still going to get a chance, though. Caicedo. Okay, whoa, we just got kind of mixed up there. All right, Felix. So they score here. It's game probably. Jackson. Felix, turn there. Bednarek, good tackle. Come on, a point here be huge. Come on, we just need one goal. Come on, boys. Dibbling. Oh, where is that pass going, bro? And Bednarek has been man of the match this game. Dibbling over the top to Dolberg. Dolberg. Oh, he just can't quite fight for it against these Chelsea center backs. All right, this is last chance here. All right, when I say that, I just give it right up. Great. 2 minutes added on. We need to get this ball and score quick. It's going to be a shot there. Ramsdale save. We are going to clear this thing forward, but I think we don't have time. Nope, we have no time. Man, so it's going to be a 1-0 loss to Chelsea. That game was definitely winnable, I think, but it's going to be our first loss in a played game, and that ends a pretty disappointing February now. All right, so with that, we're still actually 5 points away from 17. So currently 5 points away from safety. So we now enter March. We have Liverpool first. I know I'm not playing that. I'm obviously going to play Wolves, I think. We have a much better chance of beating Wolves here. Now, can the Sim gods bless me versus Liverpool? Can they bless me? This is going to be a 3-1 win to Liverpool. Okay, no. That was pretty much as I thought it would go. So yeah, next game is going to be 20th versus 17th. So this is a huge game versus Wolves, actually. We are 5 points off them. This is massive for the relegation fight. Because I think Wolves are in 17th and then Everton are in 16th, and they're Everton are like 4 points off Wolves. So, you know, the bottom four are kind of, there's a gap between them and then 16th. So if we lose here, we're going to fall farther away from Everton, which you don't want to do that. So this is going to be a big one, I think, but it's one we definitely have a good chance of winning, I think, also. All right, Hendo over to Fernandez. Man, I'm going to keep complimenting Fernandez. I am so impressed with him so far. Now, this is a great chance though. It's going to be our right back in, and it's going to be a shot that goes wide. All right, not a bad start though. It's going to be Jota turns, Henderson in space. Now Henderson is kind of known for a few long shot goals in his time, and that one wasn't bad. Corner sent in by Fernandez. We are there for it. We're not going to get it. Wait, second chance, second chance. Okay, Bednarek. Oh, chance there. Dibbling. Get to it. Oh, it's going to be a foul or handball by someone. All right, that was a little bit weird. Oh no. Okay, we can't go down 1-0 in this game. We can't do it. Chance there. It's going to be, oh, it's going to be a goal. Chan gets it, and Wolves are going to score first. Man, we cannot do that in this big of a game. Oh, that was just so easy for them to get that chance. That's so easy. All right, quick response. Oh, quick response. Dolberg in on goal, and that is a quick response. Okay, that's like basically a kickoff glitch. Casper Dolberg makes it 1-1 in the 18th minute. This is a relegation scrap, and we knew it was going to be, and we are ready for that. Come on. Dibbling gets a steal. Now, oh, okay, that pass from Dibbling is so bad, man. All right, Manning, good steal into Jota. Now Jota's gonna play it back to Manning. We're gonna find a better shot here, probably. Whoa, that was actually meant for Hendo. Now he gets to him. Now it's gonna fall kindly to Dibbling. Over, nice. It's gonna be Henderson. Jordan Henderson scores his first goal for Southampton, maybe to make it 2-1. That was a beautiful move, though. All right, went 1-0 down early, and we have turned this around now. Yeah, that is a tidy finish of Henderson. That is experience right there. 26th minute, it's 2-1. Bellis actually made a great chance there. Now Henderson, whoa, Henderson, that touch was the touch of a dinosaur. Chance there. Ramsdale makes the save. And we are lucky we have Ramsdale because he's a solid keeper, especially for, you know, a relegation threatened team. We are lucky we have him. Now Dolberg. Back to Jota's, and it cut inside. He has an option, but oh, he plays it. Fernandez, touch, and it's gonna be still 2-1 because I missed it. And I thought that was 3-1. I'm so sad. All right, so halftime, it's gonna be 2-1. You know, that first goal they scored worried me, but we turned it around quickly. This really feels like such a big game for the relegation fight, so we gotta win this. Come on. A draw is not good enough. We gotta win this here. Henderson over to Mateus Fernandez. From distance, it feels good. The shot is gonna be saved though. Bro, his long shots are insane. All right, short corner though, Dibbling. Gonna get it back to Fernandez. We're gonna hold this. Try and get a bit closer. Manning over the top. Oh man, I saw him making a run there. Now Dibbling still has it. Dibbling, keep it. Oh, it's just a mess in the box though, a true mess. All right, good steal, Henderson. Over to Jota. Jota has options. Okay, actually not that many, but his dribbling was good until the last second there. I was good about to compliment it. All right, Doyle's got space here. We got 25 minutes left. So far, so good, though. I feel good about our chances here. Oh, that's a really bad header. Now, Hendo, you're not going to break away here. I need runners, though. Hendo to Fernandez. Fernandez into Dolberg. We get a shot away. Oh, Tati just came over at the perfect time, though. Dan gets it. Okay. Oh, Sugawara, that's a good tackle. Now, okay, hold up. Calm. Patience. We'll get a good shot. Fernandez in the long shot spot, though. We got to take it. And it's gonna go wide again. Fernandez, I will score with you today from that far out at least once. I can feel it's gonna happen. I can feel it. Oh, Gomez, that kind of turn was a bit fake. Like, what was that? That was a little speed boost. All right, Cunha is gonna play through. Harwood Bellis gets it. Okay, we're good. We're good. We are good. Got a little scared there. We're good though. 12 minutes left in this game. I'm getting a little bit scared though with possession. Now, Jota, Dolberg. Back to Fernandez. Fernandez. Oh, Fernandez he's got picked from behind from Gomez though. All right, 4 minutes. We might have to just defend this. So we defend this, we might be good. Come on. Dawson, you know, blocking all these lanes. Time is running out here. Pass over to, it's going to be to Cunha. A minute left. Okay, they're not really finding any avenue here. We're blocking them all off. Now Henderson. Can't win that, but there's a minute left. Defend this chance and we win. Oh no. Lamina. No, not like this. Not like this. Bednarek, what a tackle. Sugawara isn't going to clearance, and I think we have won this game. Man, they had a good chance there at the end, but okay, so a relegation 6-pointer, and we take all 3 points. That's a huge win right there. Okay, so for the first time in the video, we are not in 20th. We are now in 18th place, so we are out of the bottom spot, I guess. Now, once again, still a long way to go. The problem is, I don't like being 7 points off 16th, because that makes it look like only the possible chance for safety is finishing 17th. So that does make me a little bit nervous. All right, though, now entering the final 2 months of the season here, we have what? Is that 9 games left? All right, this is going to be a tough choice coming now. So in April, we have Crystal Palace, Spurs, Villa, West Ham, and Fulham. Now, I know Crystal Palace are, I think they're in 16th or 15th. They're in 15th, but man, we're like, what, 24 points off 15th? Man, that is rough. So I don't think we're gonna catch 15th. I think the only spots we can finish in, honestly, are gonna be 16 or 17. That's the only way we avoid relegation. So we have 1 game to pick here in April and then 2 games to pick to play in May. And out of these 5, which game do I play? Definitely not Spurs. I think I might play West Ham since it's the away game. We're gonna do that. Home games in a sim, you have a better chance of winning. So 1st of April, it's gonna be Crystal Palace, and this is gonna be a 2-1 win. Okay, that is so big. Dolberg scores and also Aribo. Man, that's a big win right there. Okay, so we are now only 2 points away from safety, and we're 5 points off Everton, so that's good. We gotta try and not fall too far away from 16th. So next up is Tottenham away. This is gonna be, it's gonna be a 3-0 loss. Okay, I mean, that's not too surprising. So we don't beat Spurs, and oh man, so Wolves won their game, so we're gonna be 5 points off now, both Wolves and Everton. Oh man, this is gonna be so tough with 7 games left, man. It's so tough. All right, so for West Ham, we now face Villa at home. We could use a result here, even a point, man. Come on, sim luck, get me something here. It is gonna be, oh, it's another 3-0 loss, bro. Come on. Watkins scores a hat trick and we lose back-to-back games. So those losses are gonna make this West Ham game so big. Every played game here and out is gonna be big, but we are now gonna sit 5 points away from Everton and Wolves, so that's not good. Now Everton play Man City though next, so they might lose there, and if we can beat West Ham, we'd be only 2 points off 17th possibly. So if we don't win this, avoiding relegation might be close to impossible. Come on, we just absolutely need to win here. We need a win. With Everton likely losing against City, man, this is such a good chance to make it only 2 points, so we have to win this. Now, West Ham, though, are a good team compared to us, so this might be a little tough. Now, Curtis Jones gets it to Cresswell. It's a patient start for them that I don't like. Over to Fulkrug, and they've scored in the first 8 minutes. All right, great start in a game. We need to win. Great start. Bro, that was so easy for them, though. That was so easy. Now, Jota, Dolberg, man, we have had some kickoff glitches so far in this video. Chance for Fernandez. He almost got pushed there, man. I was trying to take a shot away. He just couldn't get the shot off. Fernandez dribbling. This is nice. Now, Fernandez. Okay, please don't forget the ball. Goes over to Dolberg. Good turn there. Fernandez. Gonna lay it off one more time. Goes to dribbling. Oh, this shot's gonna be blocked, though. That could have been so much better. And Western are playing good, man. I feel like I picked the wrong game to play of the month, man, because they're playing good. Oh, this one might be a tough one to win. Unless we score and change, like, momentum, this is gonna be a tough one. Now, Henderson, good steal. He's gonna pick it up. Now, he needs help. Okay, maybe not. Hendo, what a run. Okay, he might go himself. He is gonna go himself. Henderson, toe poke shot. Oh, it's gonna be saved, man. I needed that one so badly. Oh, it was a good shot attempt too. It's just a better save. And they're just keeping so much of the ball. I feel like I've had really only 1 chance with Hendo this game so far. And it's already gonna be halftime. They're just playing so slow and so much possession base. And that's halftime, so it's 1-0 to West Ham currently. Come on, we gotta figure this out. This would be such a missed chance, man. Such a missed chance. And they're truly playing at a snail's pace right now. This is so not good for us. Now, we can steal it here. We do steal it, dribbling. Oh, we just can't control it though, man. Bro, it's just glued to their feet and they're just not giving it up. 30 minutes left and I've not even had the ball here the second half. It's been all West Ham. Okay, steal there from Manu. Okay, we gotta score quick here. Jota is gonna play it to Henderson. Henderson, get it back to Jota. Now Jota is gonna try to play it to Dolberg. Good pass. Dolberg would be a huge finish, and oh, we just had to get too close to the keeper there to get the right angle, man. Oh, it's so unfortunate. 2 chances. We definitely could have scored this game so far, and we just missed both. Oh no, they got a chance here to steal it. Maybe full crew. Okay, back. Whoa, that's a bad pass. Gonna be a shot attempt though again, and they're gonna score, man. I might have picked the wrong game to play this month. Bro, this has been torturous to play for us here. We got 20 minutes, score 2. Gonna cross it in from Sugawara. That is gonna be out. Hendo. Oh, we couldn't even control it, man. This has truly just been not our game. Manning into Jota. Jota, good touch. Chance to shoot. Oh, his touch is so heavy though. Dribbling steal. It's gonna be Dolberg. Dibbling. Oh man, the pass is off there. Okay, yeah, it's truly just not our day. Played well in the last game, but this one is definitely going to be a loss, I think. Now I'm seeing top right, Man City 2-1 up on Everton. That's a close game though. So at least it might stay at a 5-point gap. And I know we face Everton, I think the second to last game of the season. So man, that could be huge. But this is a big blow to our relegation, you know, fighting hopes. This was the important one to at least get a point from. Dibbling over to Fernandez, Dolberg. Chance to shoot, and oh, he just can't even get a shot away, man. Into Dolberg again. Dolberg, he's fighting for it, man. He's really trying. He just can't do much. I can't knock the effort of the team. It's just we got outplayed by the better team today. All right, so thankfully Everton did lose to Man City, so it's only a 5-point gap there. If Wolves win, it's going to be an 8-point gap. So, oh man, this is looking so tough here with 5 games left for us. Come on. So last game of April is going to be Fulham at home. If we could win this, it would be so big. It is going to be a 2-2 draw. Okay, you know what? I'll take that. It's not horrible. Fernandez and Brereton Diaz scored, but so it's going to be a point versus Fulham. All right, so officially we enter the final month of the year. We have 4 games left to avoid relegation. Man, that Everton game is going to be so big on the 18th, but we finish with Man City and Arsenal. So, oh, it's just so tough, man. So with that draw, we are now 4 points off Everton and then 5 off Wolves. So we need to win some games that we are not the favorites in, and then we need them to lose. Like we see Wolves play Man City on the 2nd. Wolves then play Brighton, and then they're gonna play Crystal Palace. Everton's toughest game left they have is Newcastle, so their schedules to end the year are not too tough. Man, this is gonna be close. All right, so first game of May is gonna be Leicester City. Now I think we're gonna sim this. They're below us in the table, so I think this might be the most likely sim win of the month. So away to Leicester City. Come on, boys, this would be huge. It's gonna be a 3-1 win. Okay, so Downs, Henderson, and Dolberg score. That is a huge result. Oh man, we absolutely needed this one. Okay, so we sit only 2 points off Everton and only wait. No, it's actually 1 point off Everton, then 2 points off Wolves. So they both lost their games. Oh man, that is the biggest sim win of the video, I think. Man, 16 and 19 is only separated by 3 points. This is about to be just like razor thin, like a photo finish probably. Okay, I think what makes sense to me is we are going to sim Man City, then play the final 2 games of the year. I feel like that makes sense. I feel like I have a better chance of beating Arsenal in a play game rather than Man City. So I'm kind of curious. Man City, where are they on the table? Top 3 is going to be Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City. Okay, so it's actually pretty similar to real life. Very similar. Nothing has changed since January, but okay. I mean, the problem is if we lose this, Everton play Fulham, they could win that, and Wolves play Brighton. We need them to drop points. Come on. Please, just one of them has to lose their game. Come on. And I mean, it's at home, so can we get like a shock home result here? Either a draw, I would take that. So last sim game of the video is going to be a 3-1 loss. Okay, so we don't get any luck here. It's going to be 3-1 with Dolberg scoring our lone goal. Now I'm seeing that Brighton, okay, Wolves, okay, they both lost. I just saw it there. Okay, so that's huge. So all of us lost match day 35. So 2 games left, and there's a real chance to be safe here for safety. Oh man, no matter what though, it's gonna go down to the final day. Even if we beat Everton, like I said, it's gonna be a photo finish probably. So next up, it is 17th versus 18th. A win will take us out of the relegation zone for the first time in this challenge. But man, even a win doesn't guarantee it. So we have to pretty much win here and then maybe get a draw versus Arsenal or something. It's still gonna be tough, but man, we have to win this game. This might decide the whole video here. A game that will decide the future of these 2 clubs, a relegation scrap. Let's see if we can win this, man. Not going to decide the season yet, but it's going to be huge for it. Okay, Jota taken out immediately. Is that a red? Is that a red card? Oh my, it is going to be, what is it? It's going to be probably a yellow card. Yeah, yellow, I think. It's going to be a yellow for their CDM, all right? Kind of wish it was a red, but we don't get that. So we get a chance to shoot, maybe. Dolberg, okay, hold up. We're not shooting this. Wait, Dibbling in a good spot. Tyler Dibbling shot. And he is going to hit the crossbar. Are you kidding me? Manning slides it back. Dolberg. Gonna be Fernandez looking for a chance. Dolberg turns. Oh, there's just no. Oh, I should have passed that, man. There's just no room there. I should not have played that though. Okay, Downs. Good tackle there. Now we are starting this off looking pretty up for it. Over to Jota. Jota's doing a move here, maybe. Might find some space, but the shot is gonna go wide from Jota. All right, a lively start from Southampton. Fernandez, Dibbling. Back to Fernandez, crossover to Dolberg, fights for it, can't get it, still have it. Everyone relax, everyone chill out. Downs, swing it to Hendo. Okay, Dolberg is hurt now, that's not good. Fernandez though, through, pass back, great chance here. Oh, Dibbling's shot just goes so far wide though. Man, is Dolberg really hurt? That's like the worst possible thing for us right now. Come on, hopefully he runs it off. A good start though, we're all over them. Jota. Dibbling, who's fine now, pass through. Oh, that's got to get through, man. Come on. All these chances and no goal yet hurts. Now, thank you, Shigawara, for tracking back there. That could have been bad. All right, Downs, Henderson. Just run a little bit. Run. Gonna play it to Jota. Great ball. Jota keeps it. Okay, dribble there is nice. Need options, though. Gonna go back to Henderson. Henderson from distance, saved by the Everton keeper. Short corner, fired into Dibbling, I think. Dibbling, swing it, Hendo, into Jota. Jota, can we find some space? He might. Jota, shot! Oh, it's gonna be a save, man. That was such a good chance. Come on, boys. We gotta score first here. Come on, Dibbling again. Gonna find someone in the box, Henderson. Now, does he have room to shoot? Gonna pass it over to Jota. Jota is trying to find some angle. Dolberg, first time shot, and that's going to be a goal for Southampton. 36 minutes, finally a breakthrough. What a finish by Dolberg. He's not injured. Oh, man, we had to fight for that one. We had to search for it. Okay, 1-0, though. Come on, we got to defend now. Come on. Pass through, goes to Ndiaye, into Decore. Long shot. Ramsdale, thank you. I was scared there. That is going to be, okay, a decent crossover, but Dibbling gets it. And, okay, get it out, please. Calm, Dibbling. Nice. Thank you. Okay, we're just going to kick that forward. You know what? That's actually a beautiful pass, but oh, we just couldn't control it. Oh, we almost stole it. Jota does steal it. Bro, can he get some help though? Bro, his teammates are all just watching him. Final chance here, Dibbling. Oh, we're gonna lose it. That's gonna be halftime. Okay, 1-0 to us, but this is definitely far from over. Manning. Good steal there, man. That was good. If we can get a second goal, I'll be so happy, man. Come on, Jota. We got Henderson making a run. Henderson, good touch there. Beautifully. Into Dolberg, shot attempt, and that's 2-0 to Southampton. From Jota to Henderson to Dolberg, the new signings all combining to give us a 2-goal lead, man. That is just poetic right there. Henderson, what a touch though to get a pass to Dolberg, man. That touch is beautiful. 2-0 in 52 minutes. We're looking solid here. Come on, we got to keep this up. Keep playing the same way. Do not lip on the gas at all. Dibbling plays it to Shiguara. Now he's going to get it to him eventually. He will. Now Dolberg making the run, going to loft it to him. Look dangerous. Now it's going to fall though. Henderson picks it up. Gonna stop. Gonna look for maybe a finesse. Henderson, finesse shot. It's gonna go right to the keeper. All right, Fernandez slides it. Jota. Oh, Jota. Now that pass was absolutely horrendous. Fernandez, keep playing calm here. Dibbling over to Downs. Fernandez, actually Dibbling there. Dibbling. We got, oh, Dolberg. Can he get to that? Dolberg fighting for it. Oh, just not quite. All right, 20 minutes left. Just keep wasting time. Keep wasting time without them scoring. Oh, Jota showing off the pace here. I like it. He's got Dolberg in a good spot. Dolberg, a chance for another goal. Might get a second shot. Okay, a third shot. And it's still going to be saved. How does the keeper save that one? 10 minutes to go. Let's play this slow. Let's find a good shot. Dibbling. Gonna slide it to Jordan. Okay, that's actually Downs. Downs. There's Henderson. Henderson. Chance to shoot. Maybe it's going to be cleared. Henderson. Jota. It's going to be Dolberg into Dibbling. I mean, we cannot get any. I can't get Dibbling a goal in this video. Oh, no. No. Okay, Beto's got space here. It's going to be a sliding tackle. Manning. What a block, man. That is so good from him. That is a player that does not want to be relegated. Corner in. It's going to be cleared, and it's going to be, thankfully, a goal kick. All right, goal difference could matter, so the fact that they didn't score that could be huge for us. Who knows? Every goal could be big. Oh, saying that they're going to get one final chance here. Okay, Bednarek. Nope, he's going to say no. And that is going to be full time. So we get the job done at Goodison Park. And I think we just jumped out of the relegation zone for the first time in this video. So final day of the season, it's Southampton versus Arsenal at home, and we are going to sit in 16th actually. Okay, so we're 2 places off the relegation zone, but we're only 2 points off Everton. All right, so this is big. So if we draw and Everton win, then on goal difference, Everton will finish above us. Oh man, it's so complicated, all the different scenarios, but basically if we win versus Arsenal, we are safe. Anything other than that though, then I feel like we're probably going to be relegated. So we need to win on this final day. That's the only sure way of ensuring we avoid relegation. So final game of the challenge. Let's see if we can do it. So if we lose this game, then we have to get probably a few results in our favor to avoid relegation. So the only sure way of doing it for us is by winning this game ourselves. Safety is so close, man. Can we do it though? Now, Trossard, Saka, it's going to be a chance. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. He just put it in the corner with the first shot. Bro, you have to be joking. Saka put this in a place where it was just unsavable. The right-footed shot, we're close to blocking it, but off the crossbar, bro, that is just unsavable. All right, that is, it's not a good start 4 minutes in. Oh man, that just hurts. Okay, we gotta keep fighting. Okay, we just lost it though, so that's not good. We gotta keep fighting, boys. Don't give up. Manning wins it over to Jota. Jota over to Dolberg. Dolberg gonna play it through to him. Jota using his pace, misses that tackle. Now Jota in. Shot from Jota, and it's gonna be tied up in 10 minutes. Come on. Man, what a run by Jota, man. His pace is so good. All right, great response. 11 minutes in, it's gonna be 1-1. And we are in for a special game maybe here. Worried about our defense, I'm worried. This attack is so good. Havertz's shot's gonna be thankfully saved. Come on, boys. Manning. Now, okay, we're gonna play it to Jota there. Jota to Henderson. Henderson. No, man, I wanted him to keep it there. Timber made a good tackle, though. Odegaard. Saka's gonna get that. Oh, that's not good. Manning catches up. Havertz shot. Ramsdale save. Okay, they're getting chances way too easily right now. It's not a great sign. Dribbling. Dolberg. Oh, we just lost it to Gabriel. Okay, we can't lose in a bad spot like that, man. We are asking to be counterattacked. Manning gets it over. Shot from Saka again. Ramsdale makes the save. Okay, they're playing the exact way that I didn't want. They look up for it. Saka cross in. It's going to be Fernandez clearance, and then it's going to fall back, though. Shot. It's just glued to their feet right now. I can't clear it, bro. I literally cannot clear it. Saka into Havertz, and it's going to be 2-1 to Arsenal. Oh, I just can't clear it, bro. I'm like spamming clear, and I just can't do it. Oh, that's a bad tackle, Havertz. Oh my, that could be a red. Oh man, this could be a red card to change everything. Come on. Havertz is going to be sent off. Yeah, they are down to 10 men. Havertz, what are you doing? I can't believe it. Havertz makes a horrible tackle. They're down to 10 men. Okay, that is the gift we needed. Come on. Dibbling, Tyztir. We gotta tie it up quick. Dibbling. Over to Jota. Jota shot. Oh, man, it's 2-2. You got to be kidding me. They go down to 10 men. We score literally 5 minutes later to tie it up. This is incredible. All right, so I don't know if they're playing without a striker now. Yeah, they're playing without a striker, I think. I think Marino is going to be their, like, standing striker, so our defense should have a little less pressure on them, but Sack is still here, so maybe not. Oh, no, you got to be kidding me, bro. Trossard, you got to be kidding me. I just can't defend them right now, bro. 34th minute, it's 3-2. This is ridiculous. Oh, what am I playing right now, man? They're down to 10 men. We have to be able to defend them. Manning coming forward, gonna try to cross it. It's gonna be a corner. All right, corner going short. Dibbling over to Henderson. Oh, there's too many people in the way here. Henderson through to Jota. Jota shot, rebound. No, it's gonna be caught by Raya. Bro, like they don't have a striker and they're still just playing like this, man. This is insane. Odegaard, come on, pass over. Now I think Marino's actually playing as a striker. I just can't get to him quick enough, man. I take control of Bednarek and he's just like in quicksand. It is gonna be 4-2 to Arsenal halftime. I can't believe what I've seen here. All right, so 45 minutes left of the season. We're 2 goals down here. I just can't defend them to save my life. Now pass up to Dolberg. Chance, and he's gonna put the shot wide. That was such a tough one, though. Man, we are gonna try our best here. Arsenal are just playing their A game too, though. All right, Harwood Bellis gets that. He does keep it in. Nice. Pass up to Jota, into Dolberg. Come on, we gotta get one here to give us a chance. Dolberg. Oh, is that not a foul, man? He's got literally double team. Bro, it doesn't feel like they're down to 10 men. It doesn't feel like it. Saka, chance here, and thankfully that shot is not too great from Saka. Dibbling over to Fernandez. Okay, that's gonna be out. No, wait, it's gonna keep it in? Oh, that's so unfortunate. Boys, we gotta give ourselves a chance and score one here to tie it up. Come on. Jota, I see Dibbling. Pass is actually pretty good to him, but it's not gonna quite reach him. All right, still there. We got 25 minutes left here, though. Time is gonna go by quick. Dibbling, gonna keep it in there. Is gonna play it to Dolberg. Dolberg is gonna get a shot away. No, he got tackled at the last second. Okay, he also blocked that. What am I seeing here? Dolberg, Fernandez. Oh, we're just so slow here. We're so slow. Oh, that's a foul. Okay, the ref doesn't call it for some reason. He like turned it. He didn't want to call it. Hendo over to Jota. Jota shot. It's 3-4. I can't believe what I'm seeing here. We got 20 minutes left. There is a chance still. There's still life for us. Come on. Bro, we are playing literally for our Premier League life right now. There is still a chance. There's still a chance. Come on. Jota. Dolberg turns into Fernandez waiting for a run. Dolberg in the middle. Dolberg, chance to make it 4-4, and we have made it 4-4. Are you kidding me? 15 minutes left, and this is tied up. Bro, this might be one of the craziest final day games I've ever played. 15 minutes, and there's a chance to win this and avoid relegation right now. Come on, boys. Fernandez, good steal. All right, Dibbling, get it. Come on, calm. Dibbling. Jota into Fernandez, turn, and it's gonna be a goal for Southampton. Are you kidding me? What have I seen? This might be one of the greatest Premier League games of all time. It is 5-4 with 10 minutes left. If this scoreline holds, we are safe. Bro, Fernandez, that turn, the touch, and the finish, that is maybe the cleanest finish of the entire challenge so far. Oh man, I don't want to defend though for the last 9 minutes, bro. I don't want to see this. Oh, I'd rather close my eyes and not play. 6 minutes to hold this. Come on, boys. 6 minutes. Okay, that's a loose ball. It's gonna bounce. Odegaard, no, don't play it. No, you gotta be kidding me. Trossard shot. Ramsdale saves it. We got 4 minutes left. Come on, boys. I have never been more stressed in my life. Clear it, please. Come on, win that. You got to win it. Come on. No, we can't win it. Come on, bro. You got to be kidding me, Saka. Oh, Shiguai gets it. Steal. No, they still have it. You got to be kidding me. Crossover. Please, no. Please, no. Get it out. Ramsdale catches it. Okay, hold it. Hold the thing like it is your child. This could be safety here. 10 seconds left. I think we've actually done it. Jota. through to Dolberg. I cannot believe it, but we've actually done it. 6-4 on the final day to avoid relegation. What have we just witnessed here? That is one of the craziest games of FC FIFA I think I've ever played. And just the cherry on top, Dolberg scores the finishing goal. I cannot believe what I've seen. Oh, I am in shock. 6-4 on the final game. Okay, that many goals in a 6-minute game is insane, but that is going to ensure that we avoid relegation on the final day of the season. And I mean, Dolberg, Jota, they played such a big part, all new signings. We have done it though. We have avoided relegation with Southampton. So officially we finish in 16th place, man. What a season. Now, actually, Everton lost on the final day, I think. So if we would have lost, it would not have, I don't think it would have mattered actually that win. But you know what? We didn't know it at the time. You can never know those things. So we had to play that, you know, thinking we had to win to survive. And we ensured that we controlled our destiny by winning that final game. All right, so top 4 in this universe is going to be pretty much the same. But man, 32 points to finish on. That is a crazy recovery. So final stats for this challenge. Dolberg scored 12, Jota 6 and 6. You know, actually scoring numbers are not that great. We still didn't score great, but Henderson 2 and 4 played a big part in the midfield, you know, keeping this team safe. So I feel like we made the right choices in the end. You can say it all worked out for us. All right, so that is challenge complete though for this video. Now, if you want to see us try and do this with another team, you know, another team that got relegated this year in a different league, then drop it in the comments down below. Okay, Chelsea are a team that is not afraid to spend money, and especially after Enzo Maresca in his first season led Chelsea to a top 4 finish and also a Conference League trophy. Chelsea look like they're on the rise again, and there are a lot of transfer rumors going around right now. So today I'm rebuilding Chelsea with all these rumors. You know, some might be spot on, others maybe not quite as much, but it's our job to continue this rebuild and make Chelsea champions of Europe again. But okay, so we start this rebuild at live start points at the end of the current season here, right after the Conference League final. Chelsea finished in 4th, only 3 points above Newcastle and Villa to get Champions League, and also won a European trophy. Top scorer of the team was Cole Palmer with 15 and 9, Jackson at 14 and 5, and Kunku 12 and 5, Madueke 11 and 4. Now Enzo Fernandez 13 assists is really good. So like I said, even though this team is currently on the rise, there is still a lot of work that needs to be done here. So with that, we officially enter season 1 of this rebuild. Now I pretty much updated all the transfers. So like De Bruyne is at Napoli, Verts at Liverpool, all of them I pretty much think of. So this really is just next season. So that also means players like Leon Delap have already arrived at Chelsea for us. I mean, Chelsea paid what, like 30 million for him? That's not a bad deal considering he's 21 years old. You know, a lot of potential there still. The only issue is him and Jackson are both, you know, a little bit unproven. They're not like world-class strikers yet. So that might prove to be an issue early on in this rebuild. But okay, let's assess our current team we have started with in this video. I already spoke about striker, but of course at cam we have Cole Palmer, the star of this video, hopefully. The true star of this team, really. Now on the wing we have Madueke and then Neto. I feel like those two are actually pretty good, but behind them there's not really backups because like Nkunku's probably gonna be sold. Jadon Sancho's not coming back to Chelsea. Sterling's gonna be sold. Felix probably sold too. So I would say backup wingers might be an issue. Midfield we have Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo. We have Lavia, also Santos back from his loan spell, Dewsbury Hall. So I feel like we have pretty good cover in the midfield. And then for the defense we have Cucurella, Colwell, Chalobah, James, and then Sanchez. Now fullbacks I'd say we're good at. Center back we have like 4 center backs in the high 70s. We're all young, so you know Chelsea definitely building for the future at center back. Now in goal Robert Sanchez, that's going to be an issue for us immediately. This team definitely needs a new keeper. Now in year 1 we are armed with 174 million to spend, so that's a lot of money. So I'd say it's time for some transfers now. Now we've built a short list of players that have all been linked to Chelsea in some way. Some ways strong, some other ways, you know, not quite as strong. But I think for my first target we're going to go after Jamie Bino Gittins from Dortmund. I guess it's Jamie Gittins now. Now in real life Chelsea are definitely negotiating with Dortmund. I'm not sure if those negotiations are going well, but he really does fit the Chelsea mold I think perfectly. 19 years old, 78 rating, no potential. He'd be very good competition for Neto and also Madueke on the wing. So we're gonna try, let's try 35 million for Gittins. And look at that, if it was only that easy in real life, Dortmund accept that. Now for those who remember, we had Bino Gittins in a previous Kensington career mode, and man, he was so good. So he could prove to be a star in this video. He might be. This signing pretty much aligns with that. So Enzo Maresca has signed up Jamie Gittins from Dortmund as our first signing of the rebuild. So that is going to improve our wing depth. Now, I feel like what we need next is probably a keeper. I feel like Robert Sanchez not really gonna cut it, you know, if this team has like Champions League, Premier League title aspirations. So that leads us to Mike Maignan, definitely the keeper who's been most linked to Chelsea, I think. Now in the game, we have to pay almost like 100 million for him, although in real life, it's between like what, 15, 20 million, something like that, the evaluation for him. Bro, it's like one day Maignan's going to Chelsea, the next day he's not. It's like goes so back and forth. Now the recent news is that Chelsea have cooled off interest. I guess Milan have rejected their bids, but just like Bino Gittins, I think we're gonna make this still happen for this video. I feel like he really does make sense that Chelsea's new keeper, and he wants to go there. I think in real life, that's at least what's been reported. So at least for this video, we're going to try to make it happen. So 84 million for Mike Maignan. They want 89.7. Okay, this is so much more money than real life. It's not even funny. 87.5 and AC Milan will accept that. It's crazy. AC Milan no Champions League, so it really does make sense for Maignan to leave, but I don't know if it's just AC Milan's choice, you know, not letting him leave or what. Anyway, Chelsea, there's a lot of rumors going around. There's a lot of news reports that are conflicting, but at least in the universe of this video here, Mike Maignan is going to be a Chelsea player for us. So Sanchez move aside, we have a new starting goalkeeper. All right, so basically Gittins, Delap, and then Maignan brought in so far. I think honestly that might be it for my first window. I want to see how this team develops, you know, these center backs. I want to see how Madueke and Neto get on. Now, I know Ekitike has been linked to Chelsea too, but we just brought in Delap, so I feel like it doesn't make sense for us to bring in Ekitike right now. You know, it's going to create like just a log jam at striker. So he's going to remain a target if things fail, but I think season 1, we are going with this team here. And I guess Jackson and Delap can battle it out for the striker spot. You know, Gittins can try to force his way over Neto or Madueke in the starting 11. And then hopefully with Maignan, you know, Chelsea finally have a good goalkeeper again. All right, so we are going to simulate to January and see where this team is at. All right, so we have made it to January 2nd, and we are currently sitting in, okay, 6th place. You know what? That's not too bad. So we are 6 points off Spurs in 4th. You know, that's kind of bad, but we are 10 points off Man City in 1st. You know, I didn't think we were going to be like straight title contenders in year 1, so I think I'm not too upset with that. Champions League, we are sitting in 6th. Okay, that's actually pretty good for us. All right, honestly, not too bad of a start of the rebuild. Not too bad. I forgot to mention, we also sold, we sold Sterling and Kunku and Sanchez already. We sold Kunku to Milan for 44 million, so that was some good money, money dealt. But stat-wise, who's getting it done for this team? Top scorer is going to be Madueke with 7, Palmer with 7 and 6, Jackson with 7, and also even Delap with 5 and 9 games. That's not too bad. You know, we're seeing some growth. Palmer's +2, Maignan +1, Caicedo +2. The team is pretty much all 80 rated now, at least starting 11. So that's really a good start to this rebuild, I'd say. It's just, I'm still questioning, is Jackson and Delap really like the 2 strikers to lead our attack, or do we need someone else? That is, you know, that's going to be a little questionable, but I think for season 1, I'm cool with this team and I'm curious to see how they're going to finish. So we're not going to make any transfers in January. So let's get to the Champions League knockout stage. All right, so it turns out I think we lost one of our final Champions League games, so that means we finished in 13th and we're in the playoff round, so not top 8. And playoff round, we're now facing Benfica in our first knockout game, or knockout tie, I guess. Now we're gonna go through the knockout stage game by game just to make it that much more dramatic. Now, being honest, we really should beat Benfica, no problem here. So first leg away in Portugal is gonna be a 1-1 draw. Okay, that makes me a little bit nervous. So now second leg at home, are we about to be knocked out by Benfica, bro? Second leg is gonna be thankfully 2-0. Neto and also Reece James score, and we are in the round of 16 now. So now round of 16, we have Celtic, so I would say another fortunate draw, though I thought that was the last with Benfica and they almost made it pretty close, so I'm not really sure. I mean, come on, Celtic are a 4-star team. There's no way we lose to them, right? There's no way. First leg in London is gonna be a 3-3 draw. Okay, so Dewsbury Hall, Enzo, and Madueke score, but we concede 3 to Celtic. All right, so another very concerning Champions League second leg. It's gonna be a loss to Celtic. Are you kidding me? In extra time? Oh, you gotta be joking. So Neto scored for us and Enzo Fernandez scored, but we conceded 4 versus Celtic and we lose in extra time and we're knocked out in the round of 16, bro. That is embarrassing, actually. Oh man, that's not good. Okay, that's signs that we need to change this team more so than we did in season 1, because this cannot happen again, bro. Like conceding 7 goals to Celtic across 2 games, that is just so poor. All right, though, we've now reached the end of season 1, so Chelsea are going to finish in 4th place again. Okay, just barely over Newcastle again. All right, so Man City win the title, Man United finished 3rd, but we barely get top 4 again. That's kind of like a mirror of real life. That's kind of funny. I mean, considering our Champions League exit, I guess that's not bad. Going down our Crystal Palace, Burnley, and Sunderland. I think I'm happy we're back in the Champions League. We stay in the Champions League, I mean. FA Cup is going to go to Liverpool. Carabao Cup is going to go to also Liverpool. And then Champions League is going to go to Barcelona on penalties versus Man City. Yeah, man, that loss for Celtic, though, is going to cause me to be very aggressive in this video now, because that is just embarrassing. Cole Palmer, 24 and 10. Madueke, 16 and 7. Jackson, 13 and 4. Even Bino Gittins, 11 and 2 is pretty good. So I think definitely Palmer's started this team. You know, he's now 90 rated. I think for season 2, the striker department might need to look at, and also maybe our defense too. Well, I'm saying maybe. We conceded 7 versus Celtics, so yeah, the defense needs to be looked at. I think that's safe to say. All right, so season 2 begins now, and I'd say I'm done messing around. I think with players like Palmer, Maignan, you know, players that high rated, a midfield as good as Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo, we got to build around these players and actually build like a Champions League, Premier League winning team. So I definitely see the weak spots being the center back department, the striker department, and maybe even the wing, honestly, because Neto and Madueke, I mean, they might grow still, so I might hold on to them and keep faith in them. I think definitely year 2, we need a striker and a center back. I'm going for that. So that means I think Jackson, I think he might have to be sacrificed. You know, I think in real life, it's been a tough stretch for him. I think he's still a solid striker, but for our level, we're probably gonna need to substitute better than that. I think Delap can be a backup, but we just need someone better, I think. So at striker, the two players that are probably linked the most right now is definitely Ekitike, and I would say probably second is Osman. Now, I think like Bino Giddens and Manyan, those are deals that, you know, some say they're off, some say they're on. I would say the same goes for Ekitike. You know, one day it sounds like, you know, they're negotiating with him for personal terms. Other days, the deal is just off. Now, my issue is he really that much better than Jackson? He probably has a lot more potential, but in game, he's only 82 rated. So, but Osman, I mean, 89 rated, he'd be a superstar already in this team immediately. Now, I saw reports about Osman saying that he handed in a transfer request that if Chelsea wanted him, they could give up Jackson for him in a swap deal or something like that, you know? You never know how quite real these deals are, but you know what? I think I might try that to see if it works. See if, you know, this time Napoli, if they even want Nicholas Jackson in a swap. So if we do Jackson, maybe plus 60 million, or you know, let's do like 55 million plus Jackson. What do they say to that? Now, I'm not saying we do this, but let's see if they accept or want Jackson. 110 plus Jackson. Am I being scammed? I mean, I guess Jackson only scored like what, 13 goals. He's not Osman, but okay. Let's try 80 million plus Jackson, and they want 90 million plus Nicholas Jackson, and Napoli are going to, okay, they're gonna think about it. Great. I just feel like Ekitike is kind of like Delap, where he'd need time to grow, especially in the game, whereas Osman, he would be a clear star in this team, you know, undoubtedly. Okay, so we got a message from Napoli. This note is to let you know that we prepare to accept the terms you've proposed. Okay, so 90 million plus Jackson for Osman. They have accepted our offer, and now we can negotiate directly with Osman. Man, I think we have to do it here. Ekitike might be the one that's more realistic, more likely in real life, but I think it's safe to say Osman is the more finished product right now. He fits the timeline of our team better. So Victor Osman is going to be a Chelsea player. He accepts the contract, and we have a new star starting striker now to pair alongside Cole Palmer. He's got some help finally. You know, Osman turned down deals to Saudi. You know, he probably turned down a couple deals from Saudi. He wants to move to England, and now he finally has it. Now he still has a lot to prove, but adding a 90 rated striker to this Chelsea team, this really could take us to that next level. Yeah, immediately you see the impact that has to this team, and that's such a different attack now. So I would say next up, definitely I want a new center back. That is for sure. Now the problem is that deal was so expensive, so we only have okay, we actually have 124 million left. Thank you, Todd Bowley. We still have a lot of cash here. We're good. All right, so center back, I think I'm looking at either Mark Gahey or Kim Min-jae from Bayern. Honestly, I think I'm actually might be Kim Min-jae. I think he's linked to leave Bayern in real life. So of course, Chelsea's names are also linked to him, and I feel like he'd be a solid upgrade. You know, not a world beater, but he'd be an upgrade over what we have currently. So I think we're gonna sign him. You know, I don't think he's had the greatest time at Bayern, but he could find second life here at Chelsea. He could find second life. So Kim Min-jae is going to be a Chelsea player. That is a new center back signed up alongside Osman now. So current center back pairing is going to be Colwell and Kim Min-jae. That's going to be our starting center back pairing. Osman at striker. I think I'll give Madueke, Neto, and Bino Giddens the chance to have another year, you know, them being the three main wingers. I think Giddens actually might start over Madueke now. I don't know. But okay, that is our team for season 2. I feel like that's much improved. We should be close to like Premier League and Champions League contention now, like winning those trophies. But saying it is a lot easier than actually doing it. So once again, we simulate now to January. All right, so January 2nd, we are going to be sitting in first place. Okay, that is what I'm talking about. So 19 games in, 47 points. And we have currently the best defense in the Prem, only conceding 12. And we've also scored the most goals at 42. Okay, so that's a good sign. Champions League, we are going to be sitting in 19th. Okay, wait, what? Bro, we're sitting in 19th, but first in the Prem? How does that make sense? All right, so we got to win these last few games, make sure we maybe get up to like the maybe like top 12. But man, all right, I am conflicted now. I don't know how to feel about it. So stat-wise in January, Cole Palmer has 17, Osman 17, Madueke 13. Okay, so these three are emerging as like the top players of the team actually. Madueke, you know, is kind of surprising me. Osman though, 17 goals alongside Palmer. That is exactly what we wanted. So I mean, if you look at the squad, Kim Min-jae's up to 85, Cole 83. The team is growing pretty well. I guess Madueke is kind of a starter over Neto, I think now. So that's actually our best team right there. I feel like this team is getting closer to contention, you know, but the Champions League standings are making me a little nervous. Just this duo though, Palmer and Osman, this might be a deadly duo right now. I think January, once again, we stay put. We don't make any signings, and I put faith in this team for the rest of the year. So let's get now to the Champions League knockouts again. I mean, that is even if we reach them. All right, so we finished in 21st in the Champions League, so we did not win our final 2 games. So that means, once again, playoff round, and we're now facing Atletico Madrid, though. So this time, you know, a much tougher opponent than Celtic and Benfica. Yeah, I mean, a 5-star team, 88 attack. This is going to be a much bigger challenge. They have Alvarez and Gyökeres as the top 2 strikers, man. That's actually deadly. All right, this one, I feel like could probably go either way. Let's see. First leg London's going to be a 1-1 draw. Gusto and Alvarez score. Man, this would be so disappointing. Second leg in Spain is going to be, yes, a 3-1 win. win. Enzo, Kukurea, and also Palmer score. Thank you. All right, so round of 16 again this time, but that's a big win versus a good team. All right, so round of 16, we now have Leipzig. So a sneaky team, but again, a team that, you know, probably could be a lot worse than that. I mean, 4.5-star team. They have Sesko still, Xavi Simone still. Other than that, it's not too scary of a team, I think. But so far today, we've seen with Celtic that it might not actually matter. First leg in London is going to be a 2-2 draw. Why is every first leg a draw so far today? I'll be honest, I don't feel good about this. Away now, second leg, it's 2-2. I think Gittins and Palmer scored in that first leg. I don't feel good about this though. Please prove me wrong. Oh, I knew I didn't feel good about it, bro. It's gonna be a 2-1 defeat to Leipzig. Gittins scores for us. And once again, year 2, we are knocked out in the round of 16, man. And Enzo had a stinker. Magnan had a stinker. The defense didn't look good there either, but oh, that's once again just so incredibly disappointing. Man, so far in the Champions League, we have done terrible in this video. All right, so now we're at the end of season 2. Now, I saw that my manager rating was in the red, so I'm not feeling good about this. You know, in the red usually means it was not a good season. So if we go up, we're gonna actually win the league title. Okay, why am I close to being fired? We actually won the Premier League with a 6-point lead, so that makes up for our Champions League exit a lot, man. That's actually a really good season. All right, so first trophy of the rebuild, I'll take it. I mean, top right, look at me. I'm close to being fired. Like, why? I don't know, but FA Cup is gonna go to Burnley. Carabao Cup goes to Spurs, and then Champions League was eventually won by Man City over Inter on penalties. Man, the Prem title, I mean, we were first at January, so I kind of thought, you know, it was a good chance, but also like we could have dropped off. I guess that shows the Palmer and Osman combo is a real thing here. Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, Palmer 32-9, Osman 32-4, and then Madueke 22-9. They scored the same amount of goals. Hey, there's a new duo in London, Osman and Palmer. That's the new duo. Enzo 6-11, getting 7-10 is pretty good off the bench. He's actually, no, he's a starter. 85 rated, he's definitely a starter. All right, so Champions League disappointment, but I mean, overall, the team actually looks pretty solid. Bro, I feel like we could have won the Champions League this year. I don't know if we just got unlucky in that Leipzig game. You know, the cards didn't fall right, because this team right here, if Palmer and Osman are scoring 30 and the defense is doing their job, this year could be a Champions League winning team. All right, so year 3, season 3 officially begins. Now, I guess the first story of year 3 is that Reece James has requested a transfer away from the club, so he's our starting right back. You know, Gusto's actually the same rating, but Reece James has been the starter, but he wants to leave, so we can't do anything about that. So Reece James will be sold. Now, Gusto's like 23 years old, same rating, so I feel like that's probably not going to be a big loss. So we will swap him with Reece James for now. But okay, so the question now is, do we improve this team or do we keep it as is? Because like, you know, Premier League champions, that was amazing, but Champions League, just so much disappointment so far in this video. I mean, Madueke is the lowest rated player in the team, but he's also scoring though in sim games, so I feel like I don't want to replace him. All right, so I've been thinking a little bit, you know, the way Liverpool won the title this year, and then they went out and signed Frimpong, probably Kirkes, and then added Florian Wirtz to the team. I think it would not be smart to not try and improve our team in this year after winning the Prem title. So I thought if we're losing Reece James, why not replace him with Hakimi? Now, Real Madrid currently have Trent and Hakimi, and they both, you know, they can't both start. So what if we brought Hakimi over to the current Premier League champions to, you know, shore up our defense? Obviously, Hakimi can do a lot more than that. He's not just, you know, just a right back. He's a lot more than that. So if we offer like 107.5 million maybe to start, Real Madrid want 144.7, bro. I am just getting scammed constantly in this game. 122.9. Okay, they just came down like 20 million, bro. 122 million. I'll accept that for Hakimi. He's that good of a player. 27 years old, 88 rated, and they will accept that offer. Okay, yeah, I am looking to be ruthless here. Now, we are improving a team that just won the Prem title by signing an 88 rated player to help us win the Champions League now. Once again, players like Palmer, Osman, Enzo Fernandez. With players like that, it's time to be ruthless. This is the time to go for it. So Achraf Hakimi is going to be a new Chelsea player. That is a huge signing. So, I mean, as much as I like Gusto is not Hakimi. We know that. So, Hakimi into the team, and I would say now this team looks like a team that can win the Champions League without a doubt. That might just be the little boost we needed with Hakimi there. I think bench looks solid. The team looks solid starting 11. So, Hakimi, the only signing of season 3 so far. It's got to be our year to go for the Champions League. Come on. So, once again, let's get to January and see how this team is looking again. All right, so January once again. Now, please tell me it's been a good start. It looks like a good start. Okay, so sitting in first with 53 points, and we have not lost a game yet. 17 wins and 2 draws in 19. Now, that is looking pretty solid if you ask me. Now, Champions League, we're doing better there. Champions League, we are sitting in 17th. Why can't this team do good in the Champions League, bro? I'm about to lose my mind. 17th with our team, 8 points. You got to be kidding me, bro. Oh, man, it can't be another year of disappointment, bro. Like, is this team just cursed in Europe right now in this video? Like, what am I seeing? Now, team overall wise, Madueke's been 85, Gittins 86. So the team looks good. Even Hakimi is close to 90. Like, bro, this team is nowhere near a 17th spot wherever we were in the Champions League. Come on. Stat wise, Cole Palmer 16, Osman 14. Yeah, this is the true duo of the Premier League right now. These two are breaking the Premier League. All right, though. So no signings in January. I have full faith in this team. I think it'd be crazy to change things. But again, if we fail in the Champions League this year, then I think probably a center back or a winger needs to be brought in. Like, something needs to be changed. Bro, what have I done to deserve this? Like, this is just not going well in the Champions League. We finished in 21st in the league phase. So yeah, once again, unable to skip that playoff round and finish top 8. So playoff round, we are facing Atletico Madrid again, just like last year. And I don't feel good about this, man. I don't feel good about it. We beat Atletico last year. It was close, but we did beat them. Looks like they have a pretty similar team. Actually, probably a little better. Their ratings are a little better. All right, so let's see what we can do this time around if we can beat them again, I guess. So first leg in London is gonna be, it's gonna be a 2-2 draw. Why is every single first leg a draw? Osman scores 2, Gyökeres scores 2. Now, second leg in Spain, just like last year, it is going to be a 4-1 win. Okay, so Gittins, and then Osman scored twice along with Tosin. So it's gonna be a 6-3 win over Atletico Madrid. We beat them again just like last year. All right, so I feel like I'm living the same life again over and over again because we got Porto now in the round of 16. You know, another team we probably should beat, but said the same about Celtic and also said the same about Leipzig. It's been like the same thing here. Team we should handle, but so far today we've not been able to. So they're a 4-star team, good attack, but not a good midfield, definitely not a good defense. Bro, I don't even know what to expect at this point. Let's see if we can get it done. First leg in London is going to be a 2-0 win. Okay, Hakimi and Palmer. That is probably the most convincing Champions League win we've got so far in this video. So second leg, 2-0 lead. Let's secure this win. It is going to be 3-2. Okay, so 5-2 on aggregate. It's going to be a win for us, and we advance to the Champions League quarterfinals for the first time today. Palmer, Osman both scoring against Porto. All right, so I mean, does that mean the tide is shifting here? Is this team, you know, overcoming this curse? All right, so quarterfinals, we now have Bayern Munich. So, I mean, quarterfinals, we're close to the semis. We're close to a final now, it feels like. It's just, can we actually get there? So Bayern still have Kane, Musiala, Elise, Goretzka, Polina. They have Saliba. So, I mean, Saliba, Ben White look like the 2 upgrades. Other than that, no changes. But as you can see, a 5-star team, 88 attack, 86 mid, 84 defense. It's a solid team. I'm curious though, what are our team ratings? So we have a 91 attack, 87 midfield, and 85 defense. Man, our team is better on paper. We've seen though, once again, it doesn't mean much sometimes. All right though, so first leg away in Germany, it is going to be a 2-0 Chelsea win. Yes, okay, Palmer and Osman score the duo, and that's a big win, and that's a really big win right there. Now I don't want to jinx things, but I'm feeling better about this now. All of a sudden, I'm feeling better. Has the curse been lifted? Second leg at home, 2-0 lead. It is going to be a 2-2 draw, but we do get through. Okay, I got scared there for a second, but Osman, Palmer score again. Man, this duo is insane. And we beat Bayern 4-2 to make it to the Champions League semifinals. So we are just one step away from a Champions League final. It's Villa Milan, the other side us. It's Chelsea versus Juventus now. So Juventus. Now, what kind of team do they have right now? So it's only a 4.5-star team. They have Vlahovic still. They have Jadon Sancho, Yildiz still. But honestly, I mean, it's a pretty standard Juventus team plus Sancho and Costa. Bro, our team is so much better. We should wipe the floor with them, honestly. I got full faith here. So first leg in London, it is going to be a 2-1 Chelsea win. Okay, so Osman and Palmer, bro, these two keep scoring in all these big games. That's so funny. All right, 2-1. It's not 2-0, but it's still a 1-goal lead. I'll take it. So one game away from a Champions League final. Bro, if we lose this, I might actually cry. Second leg is going to be 2-1. Thank you. We don't lose it. Palmer scores 2, and that's enough to send us to a Champions League final. Thank you. The curse has been broken. Man, this is truly just Cole Palmer's team. All right, so Champions League final coming up next, and we're either facing Milan or Aston Villa, probably AC Milan. All right, though, end of the Premier League season. Let's see if we defended our Premier League title. I see Man City finished in 13th. That's pretty insane. That's pretty low for Man City. But okay, we're going to finish in year 3. Once again, champions of the Premier League on 91 points. So back-to-back Prem titles, you know, best defense, best offense. That's a very good sign. FA Cup is going to go to Liverpool. Carabao Cup is going to go to Arsenal. Man, we have not won any domestic cups today, but the big one, Champions League final, it's Chelsea versus AC Milan. Now, final stats, I want to see Cole Palmer and Osman's stats here. Palmer, 37-10, Osman, 34-8. Man, this is truly the duo. Man, look at the wingers, though. Madueke, 15-5, and Gittins, 11-13. That's so good. And then from the box-to-box mid, 12-12. Like, this is a truly balanced season here. And look at Hakimi, 5-8 from running right back spot. That is some production right there. Numbers-wise, Osman, 91, Palmer, 93. So highest rated player in the team. Magnan 91. Kim Min-jae has grown nicely. Colwell has grown nicely. So I think this team is ready, man. We broke the Champions League curse, and I think we're ready to go for that Champions League trophy now. Led by this duo of Palmer and Victor Osimhen. Now, first, though, AC Milan's team, I'm curious. So they're going to have Jimenez, Rafael Leao, Loftus-Cheek, Pulisic, Musa, Benacer, Teo Hernandez, Pavlovic, Gabia, Calabria, and Sportiello. Now, it's only a 4.5-star team. They have Nkunku, our former player, but you know what? It's not as good as I thought it would be. So, I mean, we might be the favorites in this Champions League final. So we're going to jump in here and play this game to try and make Chelsea champions of Europe again. So 3 years, you know, after our first 2 years, I really thought, you know, we might not win the Champions League till year 5, year 6, maybe. I don't know. But okay, year 3, that Hakimi signing might have been enough to, you know, get us here. But is it enough for us to actually win the Champions League trophy? We're going to find out. Champions League final at Old Trafford. Let's see what the boys can do. We are just 1 win away from the ultimate goal. Man, I want to see this Cole Palmer Osman duo on the field now, actually like in a played game. Is it as good as it looks on paper? We'll see. Now, this is a good chance for Milan to start. They score, but Leao's offside. Okay, that's a warning sign here. I was not expecting that. Thankfully, Leao's offside. That could have been a bad start. All right, Gittins over to Cole Palmer. Palmer into Osman, turns. Oh, the duo already seeing it, and Palmer's gonna score the first goal of the Champions League final. It only took 14 minutes for us to see this duo in action, and that is 1-0 to Chelsea. What a start here. This play by Osman was beautiful. All right, they score and it's rolled offside, and we score immediately right after. That's an interesting start here to this final. Now a chance again. Brahim Pulisic. Oh, there's an open net, and I can't get over to clear it, bro. I think like Cole got stuck. I was spamming clear, but he wasn't even moving. Okay, 18 minutes and it's 1-1. This might be one of those Champions League finals, because what kind of start is this? All right, Madueke. Enzo is going to bring this forward a little bit. Going to give it to Palmer. Over to Madueke, cross over to Enzo. Cross is not bad. It's gonna be punched out, actually. Caicedo, good tackle there. Okay, play to Enzo. We got runners here. Oh man, that was not what I wanted. We're gonna try that again, maybe. Caicedo, Enzo, Osman into Cole Palmer. Man, that's a nice attack, though. All right, Sir Cole is gonna drive this into Osman. It's not gonna find him, though. Please be onside still. I think he is. Crossover now. Okay, we're gonna try to head that back to someone, but literally no one was there. All right, this is being played at a very high pace. Enzo over to Madueke. Get it back to Enzo. Palmer, swing this thing. Osman, Palmer through to him. Oh, it's beautiful. The shot is gonna be saved. Now, second chance goes to Palmer. Oh, and the shot's not there, though. I tried getting it to Osman. Man, this is literally end-to-end. Pulisic now into Jimenez. There's a pass there. I'm trying to block it, and Cucurella does well to help out there. Come on. All right, with that halftime, it's currently 1-1 still. Milan have proved why they're here. You know, they're here for a reason. They're not a team to take lightly, as I'm seeing. Pulisic, Cucurella, good tackle on the former Chelsea winger, though. All right, Gittins. Okay, that's not going to work, but it's fine. We shall try this again. Gittins will turn. Got options. Gonna hold it. Swing this around. I like it. Cucurella, good pass there. Osman down the middle. One touch is nice. Whoa, he just took it so far wide. Palmer. Osman, it's beautiful. Second chance is gonna go in. Okay, we do get a second chance. We're not gonna miss it twice. First Palmer, now Victor Osman scores to make it 2-1. Man, these two up top feel so good together. Like Palmer chips it over to Osman. Osman, good first touch. The first shot should have went in, honestly. All right, though, 2-1, 54th minute. Come on. It is now time to take over. Gittins to Enzo. Enzo is gonna play it over to Madueke. Into Cole Palmer. Chance here. Palmer cuts inside, finesse. Okay, Osman. Whoa, that touch was diabolical, though. All right, Caicedo's gonna get it to Madueke. Hakimi's on a run here, which I do like. Hakimi, great turn here. Hakimi shot across goal, and he is going to hit the corner of the net, or the crossbar. Man, that shot was lethal, but it's gonna be just off, a little off. Now, Savinho on for Pulisic is giving Cucurella a run for his money here. Cucurella is not gonna block in there. Hakimi, clearance away, and then Maignan will catch it against his former team. And that's an interesting cross in, but Maignan once again commanding goalkeeping there in his box. We got 20 minutes. Come on, another goal might seal it here. Gittins, Palmer into Osman. Osman's gonna wait for Palmer. Wait for him. Wait for him. Oh, if that pass gets through, that's a chance. And their attack, it's like slow, methodical, but it is dangerous. Kim Min-jae, good tackle. Enzo to Gittins. Come on, this could be it. Enzo. It's gonna be Cucurella waiting for a runner. Might find. Oh, what a pass to Bino Gittins from Cucurella. Bro, that's the pass of the game there. That was incredible. Jamie Gittins scores, make it 3-1. That might seal the Champions League trophy for Chelsea. Bro, this pass was disgusting, though, from Cucurella. That timing on that and the placement, the weight of it. And then Gittins, good first time finish. Man, that's a beautiful goal, though, to maybe seal it. That's beautiful. All right, 3-1 with 9 minutes left. That might be the nail in AC Milan's coffin. AC Milan's final attack is going to go to Kim Min-jae, and that is going to be it. So we are going to defeat Milan. Champions League final 3-1, and Chelsea are now champions of Europe once again, led by Cole Palmer and Victor Osimhen. Man, that is a scary duo we have learned today. That's a scary duo. All right, so what is that? Kim Min-jae, Bino Gittins, Osimhen, Delap, Mike Maignan, Hakimi. So those signings in 3 years is what allows us to win the Champions League with Chelsea again. You know, AC Milan made it close there with that goal in the first half, but in the end, this team just proved too much to handle. So Caicedo is going to lift another Champions League trophy for Chelsea with Cole Palmer right alongside him with with also Mike Maignan. And I would say that is the Chelsea rebuild complete. Now, whether or not these transfers go through, Chelsea signed other players in real life, at least in the universe of this video, this team got it done and this team looks really, really good. Okay, Real Madrid's season just fell apart in front of our eyes. A Champions League exit to Arsenal and also a cup final loss to Barcelona. Carlo Ancelotti now looks set to leave Madrid after this season, and Xabi Alonso looks like he'll be the next coach. But what if it wasn't Xabi Alonso? What if the replacement instead was Jurgen Klopp? Rumors have been swirling around the past couple days. Could Jurgen come out of retirement to save Real Madrid? Well, today we're going to find out as we are rebuilding Real Madrid, but with Jurgen Klopp as their new manager. Can Jurgen restore Real Madrid to being the best team in the world again? Well, I say drop a like down below because we are about to find out. So we begin season 1 of Jurgen Klopp's reign at Real Madrid. Look at it though. The man's heart is still in Liverpool. He still has the Liverpool hat. That thing is glued to his head. He can never take it off. But okay, the Jurgen rebuild has begun. Now, Real Madrid have an amazing team. That's obvious. So we got to think what went wrong versus Arsenal and Barcelona this year. I mean, it was only Mbappe's first year of the club. Maybe he's still settling in. I think it's not exactly the players. It might be the tactics, actually. I think Real Madrid need a fresh new look. So the main aspect of this Jurgen Klopp rebuild is going to be Jurgen Klopp's tactics. So we have recreated the same tactics that Jurgen used at Liverpool, but now with Real Madrid. That pressing heavy metal football style he loves. That's now going to be Real Madrid style. So I think now the most important thing is bringing in players that fit Jurgen's style. And that's going to be our goal throughout this rebuild. So I would say first up in trying to, restore this team, it's going to have to be that right back spot. Carvajal is aging. Vasquez isn't quite going to cut it. So our first target is going to be a new right back for this team. And we all know who we're going to sign here. It just has to be Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now, as I'm recording this, it's not confirmed 100% whether he's actually going to Real Madrid or not, but I feel like it's pretty much done unless something shocking happens. So first up, we're going to try to bring Trent to Real Madrid. I mean, I don't think Trent needs any more motivation to go to Real Madrid, but if Klopp was there, then it might be like a no-brainer for him to leave. We all know how much Trent loves Klopp. But we're going to start with an 84 million offer to Liverpool, and they're going to accept that. So 84 million for Trent. Obviously, in real life, it'd be a free contract, but for this video, we have to spend a little bit of money. But it's looking like maybe a Trent and Jurgen Klopp reunion at Real Madrid. So Trent accepts the contract. He accepts the move. Jude Bellingham has his best friend now at the club, and that is the first signing of the Jurgen Klopp Real Madrid era. Yeah, that's definitely the biggest hole of this team in season 1. So Trent slots in, and that makes our defense look so much more dynamic. I'm not sure it makes it better defensively, but it's hard to have Jurgen Klopp's tactics without the best right back that fits those tactics. So first signing complete. Now I think for our second signing in season 1, we need a new center back and maybe one to eventually maybe replace Rudiger as he goes down in overall. So more so a player for the future. And the player linked most with Real Madrid in terms of center backs is definitely Dean Howson from Bournemouth. Now at 19 and 77 rated, he'd be a perfect candidate to, take over one of those starting spots like maybe 2-3 years down the line. And he's just within our budget, so it feels like a match made in heaven. So 25.5, they want 29. Okay, 27 should get it done. 27 million, and Jurgen Klopp has his new young center back, I think. I'm hoping by the time Klopp can get Real Madrid to be, a Champions League contender again, that Dean Howson's gonna have one of those starting center back spots. So that means, Dean Howson's definitely like a third choice center back. Alaba is going to be fourth choice. He's the one though for the future for the team. So I'd say with those two pickups, we are ready for Klopp's first season. I think that's a solid first two changes. So now let's see with Jurgen Klopp as manager, the new tactics, Trent starting in the lineup, what Real Madrid could do in the first half of season 1. Okay, so we've simmed to January. Jurgen, I think we need to have a talk here because Real Madrid currently sit in 5th place and we are 12 points off Barcelona. And if that wasn't enough, we also sit 9th in the Champions League, which honestly, that's not too bad. But okay, we are not doing that well in the league. And I am not sure why with this just absolute like God squad of a team. If we look at our stats here, our players not scoring, like what's happening here. So Mbappe's got 17, Rodrigo 13, Vinny's only got 5. So I mean, if I'm being honest, Vinny is the one underperforming. Mbappe is doing well in that false 9 role in Klopp's system. Vinny though is not doing great. So that is a big concern. Howson's up 78, so he grew +1 over 6 months. That's a decent start to his Real Madrid career. Trent is +1 to 87. But yeah, I'm a little concerned with this start here. I'm very concerned. Now we should make it to the Champions League knockouts. So I guess let's go through this season, the first year, try to get top 4, I guess, and then see what we could do in the Champions League. All right. So unfortunately, we do finish 9th in the Champions League phase. We drew and won our final 2 games, but still not enough. So that means now we have to play the playoff round. So an extra round. Now we have PSV, which is a team that definitely we should beat. But right now with this start, I can't say I'm confident in this first year of Jurgen Klopp. So let's see. First leg versus PSV is going to be a 1-1 draw. I mean, that's not a great first leg. Second leg is going to be 3-3. Did we just get knocked out? Oh man, we won on penalties versus PSV 5-3. Bro, this team right now is just barely scraping by. And apparently Militao is hurt, so but at least we are through to the Champions League round of 16 now. So in the round of 16, we've been drawn Atalanta, so not another draw that's not too tough. It could be a lot worse than that. So I'm hoping, maybe Jurgen Klopp's tactics have taken some time getting used to by the players. They're settling into their new coach. At some point, they got to start turning it up though. Is it going to be in time though to save this season here? First leg versus Atalanta is going to be a 2-1 win. Okay, solid first leg. Second leg is going to be 4-3. Okay, that's actually the ending scoreline. So it was a 2-2 draw, but we do go through barely past Atalanta. Man, we are not making it easy for ourselves though, huh? All right, now is where things are going to get a lot tougher here for us. Quarterfinals, it's Man City, Real Madrid. So it's Pep versus Klopp again. Just a little bit different this time though. And this is a Man City team that's coming off a horrible season, so they are definitely motivated to have a bounce back year. I'm not sure how to predict this, but first leg is 1-1. All right, so I think that was in Manchester, so that's actually a good result for us. So can Klopp take Real Madrid to the semifinals of the Champions League in only year one? Second leg, it is going to be Real Madrid 3-2. Okay, Jurgen Klopp is working his magic here. It was a 2-1 win. Real Madrid are through to the Champions League semifinals. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little shocking compared to our league form, but I guess it's just Real Madrid in the Champions League, really. All right, so Champions League semis, we have been drawn Bayer Leverkusen, so they still have Xabi Alonso as their coach, and this feels like the duel of the two fates. Xabi Alonso could have been the Real Madrid coach. Instead, now it's Klopp versus Xabi Alonso. Can the magic continue? First leg is it's gonna be a 2-0 loss. Oh, that is not a good first leg. So we're gonna need a pretty big comeback here. And second leg, it's gonna be 2-2. So we don't make the comeback and Real Madrid get knocked out by Leverkusen. Xabi Alonso has taken out Real Madrid and Jurgen Klopp, and maybe says to him, I should have been the Real Madrid manager. Oh man, I saw Leverkusen. I thought we had a chance to reach the final in only season one. Oh no, it's gonna be Champions League semis in season one, and then it's also gonna be a third place finish in La Liga for Klopp. And so Barca finished 18 points above us to finish on 95 points. I mean, at least we finished third. We're not in like fourth, fifth. We're still in the Champions League, but the league season for us was so disappointing. So did we win any trophies though? Supercopa is gonna be Barcelona beating us, of course. Copa de España is going to be okay. We did win one trophy. We took home the Copa de España. So Klopp wins the Copa del Rey in season one. That's at least one trophy. I think Champions League semis plus a trophy and the team getting used to Klopp's tactics, I think that's actually not as bad as it seems for a season one. And okay, Vinny actually turned it up in the middle point of the year. He finished with 21-9. That's a huge recovery. But Mbappe 36-12, Rodrigo 19-13, Valverde 12-7. I would like to see more assists from Trent, but I feel like the game doesn't really get fullbacks assists during simming. But okay, overall, I think it looks a lot better than initially we thought. Players are growing very nicely. I like it. Season 2, though, we have to try and challenge Barca for that league title, though. All right, so season 2 of the Klopp rebuild has begun. Now, I also forgot to mention that Dean Howson's growth has actually been exploded here. He's now 82 overall, so he's jumped what, +5 since signing for Real Madrid, getting very close to earning maybe that starting spot. Now, first change season 2, you might notice it, our left back Mendy is gone. So Klopp decided to not renew Mendy's contract and he let Mendy leave. And Ferland Mendy went to Villa, so now we need a new left back. That is our main concern heading into season 2 here. Now, I think for Klopp's system, I think two players that fit that is Federico DiMarco and also Miguel Gutierrez. So Federico DiMarco's got the attacking wingback plus, which that fits Klopp so well. While Gutierrez is the younger player with more potential and more room to grow. I think honestly DiMarco fits the timeline of more of the players in the team right now, so I think I'm gonna go for DiMarco. So we're gonna offer Milan maybe 73 million for him. They want 77.8. Give me 75 and you got a done deal here. We have our new left back. Okay, they're not budgeting on the 77. You know what? Have your 77 million. And with that, looks like Klopp has found his new starting left back. Yeah, so now the defense is looking pretty scary here. I wonder if DiMarco will help Vinny score more and also just everyone score more, because he is so good going offensively, defensively. So in my opinion, a huge upgrade. And now looking at this team, I don't think I'm ready to replace anyone. I don't think I'm ready to sell Rodrigo. I still believe in him in this team and he's still just so young. I think we're gonna have the DiMarco signing to really fill out the defense and then go one more year with this core squad and see what they could do. Now, I should also mention that we've been training most of the players to really fit Klopp's tactics. So after a year of training, Bellingham and Valverde both have the box-to-box plus. Tchouameni has plus holding. Everyone just fits the tactics more this year. So I'm hoping that all that training we've done is gonna have a big impact the way we play this year compared to last year. The players know exactly how Klopp wants to play now. So let's get to January and see how this team is doing. Okay, so that is more like it. 23 games into season 2 and we sit in first place. We've only lost one game total this year, actually. Now, Atletico Madrid are only 4 points behind us, Barca 7 points, so it's not a huge lead, but that's what I like to see for Jurgen Klopp. All right, but Champions League, I mean, that's not great. A 19th place finish finish in the league. You know, that is worse than last year, so that's not a great sign. So it's playoffs again. Playoff round, we have been drawn Sporting, so a team that we really should beat. I'd say the team so far is looking pretty good, man. Players are growing. Bellingham 93, Mbappe 93, and Vinny 94, Trent's 90, Howson's 85. Man, he's getting close to taking maybe a Militao starting spot, getting close. This team looks amazing though. Stat-wise so far this year, Mbappe 21, Rodrigo 19, Vinny 17 and 10, Bellingham 10 and 7. That right there is what we like to see, you know, balanced scoring from our front three. I feel much better about our chances here in year 2. So first leg versus Sporting is going to be a 2-0 win. Solid first leg right there. And that confirms us going to the round of 16, a 5-1 win, or a 5-1, you know, ending scoreline. So that means round of 16, we have now been drawn Inter Milan. So yeah, I guess from the start, we already faced a tough team this early. So they still have Lautaro Martinez, Barella, but you know, no DeMarco. I feel confident against this team. I feel confident. I mean, they're only a 4.5 star team actually. So first leg is going to be 3-2. Okay, I mean, that's kind of cutting it close a little bit. Big away leg here coming up. So second leg, finishing scoreline is going to be 4-3. Okay, so second leg was a 1-1 draw, and we barely get by in the round of 16. Man, that was definitely cutting it close there, cutting it very close. Now, quarterfinals, it's Real Madrid versus Spurs. So Spurs make it all the way to the quarters. I mean, that's pretty big for them in only 2 years. But their problem is they ran into us. So first leg is going to be, oh, it's a 1-0. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I wanted a 2-goal lead, but you know, 1-0 is fine for the first leg. Second leg now in London. So to get back to the Champions League semis in year 2, it's going to be 3-1 Madrid. We take care of Spurs, and Jurgen Klopp has taken Real Madrid back to the Champions League semis. Man, can we just go one step further now and reach a Champions League final? Well, to do that, we now have to go through RB Leipzig in the semifinals. Now, honestly, I mean, that's a favorable result for us, though, a draw. Other side is Barcelona, Man City battling it out. So the fact we got Leipzig makes me feel pretty confident here. Kind of funny. Now Klopp faces a team where he was, I guess, the director of Red Bull operations. Now a chance to knock out his former employer. So first leg in Madrid is going to be 2-1. Okay, man, these scorelines aren't very decisive, but it is a 2-1 win, so I'll take it. So to reach a Champions League final, it's gonna be 3-2 Madrid. The normal one has done it again. So it was actually extremely close. Bro, these scorelines have been so close. So barely by 1 goal, we beat RB Leipzig. And now Real Madrid are in the Champions League final. In heavy metal football, the man has done it again. And okay, so along with reaching a Champions League final, Jurgen Klopp has delivered the La Liga trophy back to Real Madrid. A 90-point finish, 5 points above Barcelona. Yeah, that is much better than season 1. Okay, so that's 1 trophy. Now Supercopa is going to go to Atletico Madrid. Copa de España goes to Barcelona. Okay, so only the league title, but now a chance to win the biggest of them all, the Champions League trophy. But it's going to be once again Jurgen Klopp versus Pep Guardiola. We're facing Man City. Man, these two just can't escape each other, huh? But okay, stats on this year 2. Mbappe 32, Vinny 32, Rodrigo 25, Bellingham 16 and 13. Okay, I mean, that's like perfect harmony. Mbappe, Vinny both scoring the same goals. That is like perfect chemistry, perfect harmony. And man, Vinny 95, Mbappe 93, Bellingham 94, Trent 91. The growth in this team looks incredible. And also Howson 86 rated. Man, he might be ready for a big start in a Champions League final. I feel like I have to play him. So I'm going to start him alongside Rudiger, I think. We're going youth with experience in this Champions League final to see if Jurgen Klopp can truly restore Real Madrid to being the best team in the world. Now, Man City have Doku, Haaland, Savinho, Foden, Bernardo Silva, Nico Gonzalez, Vardiol, Diaz, Kusanov, Nunez, and Ederson. It's the same Man City team from real life. They've made like no moves. All right, they're still good though. Obviously, they're still good. But here we go. Klopp again reaches a Champions League final. Can he win one for Real Madrid? Bro, this team is absolutely nuts, so I'm so excited to actually use them on the field. Pretty much everyone is close to being 90 rated. Like, this is an incredible team. And I still can't believe it's Pep versus Jurgen again. That's so funny. If these two match up later in their career in a big game like this, it'll be so poetic. It'll kind of be funny if Pep's at a different team, not Man City, but Champions League final, Real Madrid versus Manchester City. You know, Klopp's record in Champions League finals is currently in the negative. He has a chance, though, to win his first with Real Madrid. I mean, he's been here before, so he knows what to expect. But okay, we are kicked off in this Champions League final. Bro, I'm seeing playstyle pluses pop up every 2 seconds. This team is about to be incredible to use. DeMarco actually did something on that. I think he got the ball there, actually. A good first play from our new left back. Kovacic looking for Haaland. They're going to get it to Savinho instead. Yeah, Haaland's going to be the one to worry about this game. Howson, good clearance there from our young center back. Trent gets it over. All right, good first defensive sequence now. Valverde. They can't get it past Rodri. Thankfully, though, DeMarco. Okay, where's the ball at? Haaland's going to get it. Hey, Rudiger, what a block. And then Haaland gets it back, though. This is honestly an awkward opening for us, but Rudiger, that is the experience from him. Let's get this thing back. Let's work a good move here. Vinny, Rodrigo, Mbappe slides it over to Trent. Alexander-Arnold, close shot, and that's going to be a corner for us. All right, Trent. Corner taken slowly. Swung in. Housen there for it. It's going to bounce up. Oh, that could have been a rebound goal right there. All right, so we have our best chance in the game, but now Bernardo Silva is away here, and this is concerning. Silva over to Haaland. Shot, and Courtois makes the save. Okay, that's the best chance of the game so far, and a concerning one at that. Now, Mbappe comes deep, playing that false nine role. Vinny over to DeMarco. DeMarco, Vinny, Mbappe. Are you on side? Mbappe. Whoa, bro. Whoa. What just happened there? I meant to go to the left. Ederson just kind of watched Mbappe. And that's going to be the first goal of this Champions League final. I don't even know what I just saw there, really. It's a great pass from Vinny, and I meant to shoot there, but bro, the game just like glitched out. I don't know if Ederson misread the path of the ball, but okay, Vinny to Mbappe, and that's the first goal of this final. That is a weird goal, though. Housen, Foden. Against Housen. Housen doing well. Doing kind of well there. Courtois, that's a good save. They probably should have scored that, to be honest. We just got kind of lucky. All right, halftime, it's going to be currently a 1-0 lead for us off kind of a bang goal. Oh, no, Rudiger versus Haaland. Please, Rudiger. I need all the pace you have left. Rudiger. Oh, he did so well there, but the ball still got through to Rodri, and Man City scored to make it tied up. Bro, that chance was so weird. All right, immediately it is 1-1. We got a fresh new game again. Oh, no, that's a great ball, and DeMarco can't get Haaland, but Housen, that's a huge block on Haaland's shot there. Yeah, Man City are starting the second half stronger here. It's a little bit, again, worrying. Whoa, I don't know what happened there. I think the ball just went wide. We went for an acrobatic clearance that we didn't make contact on. Valverde swings it over. Vinny has got Mbappe down the middle. Kylian, a huge chance for him, and Kylian's not going to miss that one. 62nd minute, Mbappe has his second, and that's a 2-1 lead for us again. And Mbappe is dropping deep as a false nine, then he makes these incisive runs. He's really playing as kind of a hybrid false nine, where he's kind of faking coming deeper and then just makes a run. 2-1 in the 62nd minute. That is big. Because, man, they had the momentum in the second half so far, so have we just flipped it? Oh, Mbappe steal. Now Bellingham over to Vinny. Mbappe, you got daylight. Mbappe, Man City's defense cannot catch up. Kylian looking for the Champions League final hat trick, and Kylian Mbappe has it. It's 3-1 to Real Madrid. I'm not gonna lie, Ederson is having an absolute stinker. I mean, look at Ederson here. Mbappe, I went to the right to shoot to the near post, and Ederson, he doesn't even dive. Oh, he's having the worst performance of his career. I don't know what is up with him, but okay, 3-1. Now just close this out, boys. Brent's got an option here. You know what? Trent over to Bellingham. Oh my, Trent's pass forces that. Vinny's got an open net. Oh, still has an open net. Vinny's shot. Man, I tried chipping it because Ederson was so far out. And Trent's pass there just absolutely destroyed their defense, though. All right, though, I think Man City have run out of ideas here. Real Madrid just too much star power to handle. And they have one chance here. Yanko, though, gets it over to Rodri. Into Phil Foden, and they do score one, but there's no time left as Foden just rips the ball from Courtois' hands right there. All right, Man City have one little consolation goal, but it's not going to be enough. Jurgen Klopp, the normal one, has done it again. Real Madrid win the Champions League again. A Kylian Mbappe hat trick is what gets it done. 3-2 versus Man City. So really, you know, Jurgen Klopp just signed a right back in Trent, a center back in Housen, and a left back in DeMarco. That, along with instilling his tactics into Real Madrid, these players, that was enough to restore Real Madrid to La Liga champions and now also Champions League winners again. So Valverde gets to lift a Champions League trophy for Real Madrid. Once again, champions of Europe, this time led by Jurgen Klopp, and I'd say that is rebuild complete. Now, I think the chance of Klopp going to Real Madrid is probably like right now, probably like 2%. I don't think it's impossible, but it's definitely, you probably have a better chance of Spurs winning a trophy first. But at least for today, we can see Jurgen Klopp win Real Madrid another trophy. So if you enjoyed this video, you want to see more like it, then drop a like down below. Real Madrid Champions League winners, and if you want to watch another video like this, then click on screen.